just put that out there.
We had a great night of basketball last night in the NBA. Keep in mind the playoffs start in just about 2 weeks. The season ends next Friday, which means that, well, the stakes are getting higher and higher by the minute, by the day, by the hour, y'all. We are going to talk about some great performances last night. There was potentially a finals preview between the Thunder and the Pistons. We're going to talk about this game. And we're going to talk about what SGA did in that game and how he just continues to marvel. We're going to talk about what the other MVP frontrunner, Victor Wembanyama, did last night. 41 points, 16 rebounds. He put on a show in Chicago last night. We're also going to talk about Ant made a return last night. Evan Mobley had a big game last night. LeBron James just continues to get triple-doubles at the age of 41. Season 25, right? Whatever it is, I stopped counting. The Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics had a matchup last night, potential playoff matchup. And then also the 76ers and the Heat played last night. We're going to try to talk about every game last night because every game is important. But as of right now, fellas, last week we talked about the Eastern Conference and how everything was so tight out east. Today, we are going to talk about the teams in the West that are peaking at the right time. So, just to put things into context, the Thunder are the Thunder, and they've won 9 out of their last 10 games. The Spurs are not only on a 9-game winning streak, they've not only won 9 out of their last 10 games, but they've won 25 out of their last 27 games. I found that out last night watching their game. So they could potentially be the hottest team in the NBA, especially post All-Star break in the new year, all of that. The Lakers have also won 9 out of their last 10 games. They're on a 3-game winning streak. The Nuggets are on the longest winning streak. Well, outside of the Spurs, they're on the second longest winning streak in the NBA of 6 games. They've won 8 out of their last 10 games. And then you have a team that's the 8th seed. They're in the play-in. But since January 1st, once again, this has been one of the better teams in the NBA. Led by Kawhi Leonard, the Los Angeles Clippers are on a 5-game winning streak, and they're trying to crawl out of that play-in. I don't think they'll make it, but they could potentially get to that 7th seed. We're going to talk about the West. We're going to talk about each of these teams. But I got to ask you guys, which team is looking scary at the right time? This is the perfect time to peak. Which team are you guys seeing the most like they're ready to go?
I should have worn my Tim Duncan jersey.
San Antonio, I think, is 25-2 over the last 27 games. They rolling right now, Ron. And whenever I watch Wemby, it just looks like a big kid playing against smaller children. It just doesn't look fair. Like the rim, even though it is 10 feet, it doesn't look 10 feet. The court looks smaller when he's on the floor. The amount of space that he takes up, the amount of time that it takes for him to recover, I just think it's incredible. But Ron, I do think, in addition to San Antonio, Ron, you owe me an apology. I don't know if you know this, Ron, and the reason why I'm saying that you owe me an apology, Ron. Mars, you are the numbers guy, and you can fact check me on this. Mars, I think this season we're going to get 10 teams in the Eastern Conference that win 40+ games. I don't think that's happened since the 90s.
As long as Charlotte, they're on a 2-game winning streak, but as long as Charlotte,
I don't think
does what you guys.
I think that we're looking at almost over 30 years where the last time we had 10+ teams in the Eastern Conference win 40+ games. So the East isn't as bad as you think it is, Ron. Not at all. But back to the San Antonio Spurs. I think that they're the team right now that is trending this way. Them and the Lakers. And Luka kind of threw a monkey wrench in what we got going on with. Those techs come back to bite you later on. Like that tech that you get in December, that tech that you get in January, like that stuff really comes back to bite you because we're talking about standings right now. And, where the Lakers are, they don't have, even though they played Washington yesterday and they ended up handling them, we really don't have a lot of wiggle room. Like they're only a game and a half up on Denver. So they're trending up. And I like what I'm seeing from the Lakers, and I like what I'm seeing from San Antonio.
Chill, since the All-Star break, right? So that's a sizable amount of time now.
Yep.
We have the top 12 teams in the league. How many of them do you think come from the Eastern Conference per net rating?
Of the top 12 teams
in net rating. Yep.
I'm gonna off the top of my head,
This is since All-Star break?
yeah,
Yep,
since All
since the
Star
All-Star
break.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, Penn, I'm gonna say
so
8
let's
of
just-
them. I'm gonna say 8 of them.
Very close. Very close. Here are the top teams in terms of net rating since the All-Star break. San Antonio, Charlotte, Atlanta, OKC, Boston, Detroit, Lakers, Knicks, Nuggets, Clippers, Raptors, Cavs.
Interesting.
That's a lot of East.
Yes, sir.
How many teams was it East?
6 of them.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 of them. I'm sorry.
7 out of 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than half.
Well, we
And,
had this.
Of those teams, how many do you believe can actually win a championship? Remember, this was the basis of my premise of saying the East was mid.
No,
I
it
never
wasn't.
said that. I never said the East wasn't competitive. I actually conceded that point about 2 or 3 months ago. I said the East actually is competitive, and it may be more competitive than the West from top to bottom. All I said is nobody's picking anybody from the East to win a championship.
Ron, you told us that we was mid is okay. Okay, that's not the same thing, Ron. As you're not competitive. Mid is not the same thing as competitive. No, mid is mid.
I don't actually think Ron realizes these shows are recorded.
Yes, we are definitely on camera, Ron. We are live right now. People
So
are
you
watching
got
us.
Mars. You don't remember me saying that
Ron,
what I
all
just
you've
said?
been is negative about the East. We whack
Sure.
Exactly. The Eastern Conference is whack, Ron. The Eastern Conference, there's nobody out in the East that's
right.
any good. Nobody out in the East that's any good. You've said that to me a bunch of different times. I've been up here fighting for my life when it comes to the Eastern Conference.
Ron, the Charlotte Hornets are number 2 in the league in net rating over that span. It is a large span. I've been telling you about the Charlotte Hornets and put respect on this team for 4 months now. And every single time I heard from you, oh, Penn, they're 10th. Oh, Penn, they're 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Last
you
week,
don't
last week I gave the Hornets their credit. Last week,
So
I
we are
said that-
we are 90% through the season, and you finally give them credit. You want flowers for that?
No.
remember, no, I don't want flowers. I'm not asking for flowers. You actually can take the Hornets and victory lap around, parade, have your flowers. You called out the Hornets. And
How about
that's
this?
Cool.
How about this, Ron?
I do
NBA
want to
Finals-
right quick though, Penn. I do just want to say this: they're still the 10th seed in the East. So everything you're about to say, they are still the 10th seed in the East.
Yes, they
That's
are.
just how you think. Charlotte Hornets versus that's how you,
That is a fact. Like they are factually when you go to NBA.com and you click on the standings tab, they are factually the 10th team in the East.
Yes, they
see,
are.
Actually.
Ron, something you got
And
to
every
learn.
team played the same amount of games relatively, around
Ron,
the same amount of
Ron,
games.
you got to learn about trailing averages, bro. You got to learn about
Trailing
trailing
averages.
From 7
Yeah,
to 10 is separated by 2 games, Ron, just so you know.
Good morning.
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning, morning. Guess
7 to
How's it
10
going?
is separated by 2
trailing
games.
averages are important
Yes,
because
they are.
who you were in the first month of the season. I will remind you, the Charlotte Hornets started 13-23, if I'm not mistaken.
They were bad. Yes, they were.
They were really bad.
Yes,
So
they were.
since that point, which is the bulk of the season, as a very young team, adapting multiple rookies, 4 rookies into the rotation, I think it matters who you've been over the last 4 months. I'm not gonna. If you started out 13-23 and everyone had you finishing at the bottom of the East, and now you are suddenly giving teams heart attacks, I'll ask you a question, Ron. Be for real now. Houston Rockets versus Charlotte Hornets in the NBA Finals. Who you got? You feel comfortable with the Rockets?
Man, the thing about it
What a
is,
finals.
the Hornets would still have to make it out of the play-in to get there.
Yes, they would.
Forget that. I'm saying let's just say they did. Who's actually scaring you in the finals? And if you put money on the Houston Rockets, not the 10th seed, versus the Charlotte Hornets, the 10th seed in the lesser conference, then you losing money, dude. That's it.
When that series comes about, Penn, I'll be right here to do this. I got my money on Kevin Durant.
Now
I just
you
think it's
wanna bet on Kevin
I just
Durant.
think it's incredible that the East has been as competitive as it's been throughout the course of this year. I mean, we got the Atlanta Hawks, to Ron's point. I think that they have the best record over that span. I think they 16-2, and they in 6th place.
Since All-Star break?
No, well, the last 18 games, they won 16 of them. Over that span, they got the best record in the league. San Antonio, over that
Since the
span,
All-Star break, they're 17-3, Joe.
yeah. So I mean, they And
The Hawks. We're talking about the Hawks right now too.
and that's the best in the East.
Yep.
And
Remember, they went on an 11-game winning streak.
Right.
And we saw and we broke that down, Ron. And we discussed that already.
Right. So I mean, I say that to say that we're gonna have 10 teams in the East. Maybe the East is a lot more competitive than you think it is, Ron. A lot more competitive.
I want to set the record straight.
Yeah.
Whether you guys think I'm an East hater or not,
You are an East hater. You are. Stop the bullshit,
I'll wear that hat. I'll tie those shoes up to the top and tie them tight, double knot. That's neither here nor there. I do want to acknowledge that the East from top to bottom is more competitive than the West. The East is a more complete conference. However, when I call the East mid, I'm saying that because nobody is picking a champion to come out of the East.
Would it surprise you, Ron, would it surprise you if somebody from the East won the NBA championship, Ron? Would that blow your mind?
The Boston Celtics can win the championship, Ron. So I kind of disagree.
I do. But are you taking them, Drench?
Turn down your mic, yo.
It depends on who they playing.
Turn your mic.
No.
Yo.
Are you taking them right now? If I give you $1,000 and say you got to put it on somebody, and you'll double your money.
Yeah.
It's the same odds for everybody. It's the same odds.
I need better odds than that to pick.
No. That's what I'm saying. See, you would only put money on them if it was for odds. If you could just double your money, you put your money on anybody.
But Ron, I think I'm giving you different things, though. We're arguing two different things. Okay, we're not arguing that the East is better than the West. That's not the point. What you have done throughout the course of this season is you have made it clear that the East is whack. And I've been up here countless times telling you that the East is a lot better than you've given us credit for. And because actually it is. It's because I'm an East Coast dude, yes, that I'm down with the East. And with that being said, this season is evidence of that. We've got two teams. We got the Charlotte Hornets, to Penn's point, that have the second best net rating, to your point, since the All-Star break. We got the Atlanta Hawks running off a 10-game win streak, and they still in 8th place. I mean,
please stop bringing up the Hawks.
The East is a lot more. Wait, why
I'm not rolling with the Hawks at all.
Why is that not a thing, though? Ox? The reason why I'm bringing it up is because for a team like Atlanta, who I actually had pretty high hopes, I had them as a top 5 seed in the East before the season started. Actually, I think they're in the 6th spot.
Yeah, but their roster has totally changed.
Yeah,
true. That's true. Let me ask you this, Chill. Let's go like this. Let's just simple as this, y'all. I know this isn't the end all be all to this conversation, but I think this will help us shed some light. Let's do the Big 10 versus Big 12 challenge, right? But we're gonna do Eastern Conference versus Western Conference, right? Mm-hmm. 1 seed plays 1 seed, 2 seed plays 2 seed, 3 seed plays 3 seed, 4 seed plays 4 seed, so on and so forth. That's 15. That's 15 games East versus West. Who wins the challenge, and what's the score at the end of the day?
Well, can we flip it around, Ox? Because I do know
now you want to flip it around.
Absolutely not, Chill. Absolutely not.
This is what I'm thinking.
Let's hear him out.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we go the East from 1 to 8 and the Western Conference from 1 to 8. Okay, so the Pistons and Orlando in round 1, Oklahoma City and the Clippers in round 1.
No. They play each other, Chill. West plays East.
Okay, so
the Thunder play Detroit.
I think Oklahoma City would beat them.
Okay.
The Celtics and the Spurs, I think Boston would beat them.
Oh, now you got faith in Boston. Yeah.
I think Boston beat the Spurs.
Chill. I remember I said I got Boston beating the Spurs in the finals. So I'm fine. If they made it, that's how I was.
Also, Ox, there is new information, right? This is not the same Celtic team in November that we talked about. This is a different Celtic team.
No, we just had this conversation. We just had this conversation like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago when Real Talk was up here and y'all was so down on the Celtics. Because Jason Tatum wasn't 100%.
God damn, boy.
I wasn't. So, but
okay. Mike selected.
Anyway,
let's keep going. Let's keep going, Chill. We 1-1 right now.
Hold up though, Ox. Hold up though. I just while we're right here, I just want to ask who all believes that the Celtics will beat the Spurs. Can I get a show of hands?
I'll raise my hand for that one. I think it could go either way, but I'll throw some support to the East right now.
Is Jason Tatum healthy?
It's these teams right now. It's these teams right now how they are.
He's as healthy as he's going to be right now.
I mean, he looks healthy to me.
Yeah, he looks healthy like a motherfucker to me.
JT look great.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I'm going to take the Spurs. I'm going to take the Spurs in Boston. I'm going to take the Celtics over San Antonio.
Pin Mars and Gifted though. I just want to ask you. So you guys are taking the Spurs?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a 7-game series. This is a toss-up. I can't pick between.
No. This is one game. This is a challenge.
You're saying one.
This
not a series.
Yeah, this is an invitational tournament, y'all. This is hoops for the hungry. March of dimes. One on one.
I want to do a turn or not a tournament. I want to do a 7-game series though. Because
all right, that's what you want to do. This is my question.
No, I get that. I get that though. What I'm saying is though.
To be fair, this is Ox's question.
It is Ox's question, but Ox,
tell him again, Gifted. Yeah.
Ox, what I'm saying is because we're ultimately talking about the playoffs, and none of these teams are going to play each other one time.
Right.
So that's the reason why I'm saying that. Like we're talking about big stakes and big money.
I get that, Ron.
That's only, like. We could talk about that, but then it turns into a regular season game or the play-in tournament.
All right, so rewind, Ron. Okay, Ron, so rewind. If the Pistons see Oklahoma City in a 7-game series, I think Oklahoma City beats them 4 times in a week. If the Celtics see San Antonio in a 7-game series, I can't see San Antonio beating the Celtics 4 times in a week. If we see the Knicks and the Lakers,
Are we doing only one game, Joe?
Are we doing one game or are we doing?
Ron changed it. We got to do a 7.
Are we doing a 7-game series or are we doing one game? Which one are we doing?
7-game series.
I think it's the series we're doing now.
That's just a little more realistic.
I get it.
So we're doing a 7-game series. The Knicks play against the Lakers. The thing that I'm worried about, the thing I'm worried about the most, because Cat is an awesome rebounder, and I think that with Cat being an awesome rebounder, not only him and both him and Mitchell Robinson on the glass, I think that they give them an immense amount of second chance opportunities. I think that the Lakers, their biggest problem would be in the hole at the 5 spot because DeAndre Ayton and the kid, why am I drawing a blank on the big kid's name?
Jackson
Hayes. That production, you're going to need to match that production. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to match that production. Can Luka make up for that?
You know damn well the Lakers beating the Knicks. Come on, man. You ain't got to gas that shit like that. The Lakers beating the Knicks, and you know it.
I really don't know it, but
I don't know it either.
Yeah,
why
I really don't know that. Man. But
what's a deeper,
you know what, Drench?
Deeper team? I'll give the center rotation to the Knicks. I'll give guard bench and bench depth.
Give the best player to the Lakers.
Yes, that is literally
give the second best player to the Lakers.
No.
Hell yeah.
Who is the second best player on the Lakers? Who's the second best player on the Lakers?
What are we doing?
Okay, LeBron's better than Jalen Brunson. LeBron.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
In the playoffs.
Yes. Yeah, that's even worse. Yes, he is. He's better than both of them.
So if that's the logic, then I gotta stick with my blind faith and absolutely.
I don't hate that thought.
Jalen Brunson is damn near similar. Shit. To be honest with you.
No. Jalen Brunson is not.
Well, look, Drench, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you too much on this, but something is kind of nudging me to the Knicks on this a little bit.
I just think that their front line is going. I think their front line going to be the difference in the series. I think that the second chance opportunities and the extra possessions are going to bury the Knicks unless James just turns back the clock. That's. So I'm going to go with the Knicks.
What do you mean turn back the clock?
He's 41, Drake. What do you mean?
Yeah, did you just?
He ain't playing like you two.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying, like, why do y'all keep y'all bring? This is so crazy. We talk about the same shit. We bring up LeBron age as if like he don't be playing above his age. Like he haven't been playing above his age.
Did he play like that last year in the playoffs at 40 years old? Did he play like that last year? Did he play like that last year at 40 years old? Did he play like that?
Did he play like what?
Did he play like a 40-year-old or did he play like LeBron? Which one?
He played like LeBron. They just lost.
No, he did not play like LeBron. He played like a 40-year-old.
This is different. You know, we talked about this though, Chill. He coasted a lot. He coasted a lot more this season. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he
coasted for years.
Chill. LeBron didn't play like prime LeBron, but he didn't play like 39-year-old LeBron last year.
Yeah, he did.
Julius
Randle outplayed him in that playoff series last year. He got outplayed by Julius Randle. Yes, he did.
Okay, sure. Julius Randle played like prime Julius Randle. He played excellent. Like he played like damn near one of the best players in that series. To 100%. Be honest with you.
So if Julius Randle,
but what they got to do with LeBron?
How do we come to that conclusion? Why are we just accepting that as truth?
I'm accepting.
How did Julius Randle play better than Braun?
I think he outplayed him. I think that he got. I think watching. That series last year.
If you don't want to come to that conclusion, I'm saying I'm okay with it.
I'm not just saying that. I'm coming to that. I'm not just coming to that.
This whole thing is about LeBron, though. That's my thing. This is about LeBron. Chill trying to say because he's 41, he got to turn back the clock. Like, what clock? The clock been ticking consistent for the last 20 years. Like I don't get like it wasn't no dip off in his clock. Like that clock been going. That watch worked, Chill. That motherfucker worked.
So Drench,
it's reliable too.
Are you saying that this is the same James from 2 years ago? This is the same James from 3 years ago? Is that what you're saying?
It's not about it being the same James from.
That's exactly what it's about, because that's why the clock is ticking. I'm older. I'm not the same dude that I was 2 years ago. That's exactly what it means.
LeBron has been productive. It don't have to be
there's a difference between being productive and being LeBron. There's guys who are productive.
LeBron
but they're not
is
James.
superhuman though, Chill. When you saying it like he's superhuman, Chill. Like he's not a regular guy. He's superhuman. So
how many believe LeBron's gonna be better than Brunson though?
I don't think that.
What?
I'm just asking. I want to.
Dude,
why can't he be better than Brunson? Why can't LeBron be better than Brunson in the playoffs?
10 years ago, 10 years ago.
Is it only Drench that thinks that?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you could argue he was better last year.
10 years.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why can't he be better than Brunson? Like, what is Brunson gonna do?
I could argue Bron was the
first team
only.
He was first team only,
but it was only 5.
I made the argument in the PCL that Bron was better than Brunson. By the way, I made the argument, so it's not like I'm new to this. I've been saying this. Like, why can't in a playoff series? In a playoff series,
because there's
why
only
can't
one
he be better?
ball. And
that's a Jalen Brunson issue, not a LeBron James issue. That there's only one ball. But see, Mars, this is what I was talking about yesterday with these better player versus impact situation. You know what I'm saying? Sure, y'all want to look at it and say Jalen Brunson's a better player. That's fine, but LeBron James is going to be much more impactful in this series.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point too. That's another point.
I just think. We're talking about the playoffs. We ain't talking about an 82-game schedule.
No, we just talking about
We just talking about 7 games.
Last year in the play, like all the complaints we have about Bron's defensive effort, all that wasn't a problem in the playoffs last year. He was the Lakers' best defender. He played defense in the playoffs last year.
Yes, he did.
He scored at a really efficient rate last year. His playmaking,
I don't get what we're talking about turning back the clock.
It was only a 5-game sample, so I'm not saying take it as much as the Knicks going to the conference finals and look at it as the same. But Bron played really well in the playoffs. They just got fried because the team sucked. But
that's
Bron
what I'm
was
saying.
really
They just lost.
So I don't know. And if you want to really like tax Brunson for the fact that he gets attacked into oblivion on defense, you can make the argument that Bron was better than Brunson in the playoffs last year. You can make the argument if you really think he bleeds that much value on defense. So, and I don't understand how Julius Randle was better, but that's
Mars. Do you think LeBron was better than Jalen Brunson in the playoffs last year?
No, I would take Brunson.
So would I, and I think that's the point.
What's the point? But
Bron still played at an elite level.
And regardless, Luka is better than Brunson too. That's my point I was making.
Yeah, but the point was like you were saying Luka and LeBron would both be better in the series. I'm saying I don't know about that.
Because it can be an argument. So you do know about it a little bit. It could be an argument. It's not definitively like Jalen Brunson is clearing LeBron. It's not definitive. And like Ox said, in a series, Bron's probably going to be more impactful than Jalen Brunson.
I just don't think it's going to be definitive that both of those players are
in a series in which they match up.
Brunson, yeah.
Bron gonna hunt Brunson every time. So shit.
Like that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the series in which they match up.
He is gonna hunt him.
That would happen.
Be better than Brunson in that series. I'm telling you. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. In the series,
is he gonna be better than him just because he's a better player, or is he gonna be better than him because he do more, even in his advanced age? Because again, we talk a lot about the quote unquote impact, but in the end, this is about putting the ball in the basket. Is that not correct? This is about putting the ball in the basket. And these dudes rely way more on Jalen Brunson to put the ball in the basket more than they do James. That's what they got Luka for. They got Luka to put the ball in the basket more.
Right.
What's
the argument you're making about Brunson and LeBron then?
The argument that I'm making is that James is going to have to put the ball in the basket less. So it's going to look like because he put the ball in the basket more than Jalen Brunson that he outplayed him, which just isn't true.
I mean, there's more things.
Can we finish this East vs. West challenge?
Yeah, sure.
Really quickly, Ox, Mars, I'd like to answer your question. And your question was how did Julius Randle outplay James? I felt like he attacked James more in mismatches. I felt like he put a lot of pressure on James as a defender. I felt like he put a lot of pressure on James as a defender. I felt like he bodied up James. I felt like he wore James down as much as he possibly could in that series. I thought that he was extremely physical with James. I thought that he brought James out from the lane. And in addition to bringing James out from the lane with knocking down that jump shot, I feel like that put a lot more pressure on their defense. And I felt like he just outplayed James.
Thank you for the explanation.
Absolutely.
Yo,
sir.
Yo, Ox, before we
think
get back to
Cal's
the before we get back to it, I've been running polls on these series just to see what the people got to say about it. I didn't run a Thunder versus Pistons because, with all due respect, I didn't want the Pistons to get embarrassed like that on that poll. I know our community.
You think Oklahoma City smokes them, Ron?
I appreciate that, Ron.
I'm being honest.
I don't
with you, Ron.
appreciate that.
All right, I'll go back. My bad, Pin. I'll go back.
I'm asking a simple question. You
We
think
don't have to do
Oklahoma
that. We don't do
City
that,
smokes
Ron.
them?
Ron, we don't gotta waste that time, bro. We know what time it is. Come on.
It's a simple question.
Six games, chill.
What
I do
is-
think it is a dog fight of a
So they
6
handled
games,
it.
though.
So you
I
think
think
they
it's
handled it.
no. It's gonna be a
Gifted,
six.
you from
6
Detroit,
games is
right?
a handling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They- Okay, I understand. I am the wrong person to deliver you this message.
He gonna try to say he believes in your city more than you do. I'm just
No,
preparing you ahead of time.
I'm not saying that. I'm about to tell Gifted, my friend Gifted, that this platform has been disrespecting the Detroit Pistons all damn year, and it's led
Yeah.
by
Who's been disrespecting the
Who's
Pistons?
been disrespecting him?
Who? When?
Who?
How?
Ron. You.
First of
You.
all,
You said this platform, though. You didn't say Ron.
has
Don't say this
Cade been
platform.
reevaluated yet? Has Cade been reevaluated? What's going on
No,
with Cade?
no, I haven't heard anything.
And so
All
I
right,
said,
let's
I'm
move-
the wrong
Okay,
person to deliver
let's
this
move
message
on.
based on all my Cade stuff.
And that's why I don't want to talk about the Pistons
Yes,
because of that. Like,
let's move on. So,
And
some
also,
very
who's the
unfortunate
lowest on the Pistons' best player up here?
You are, Penn.
Bing bong.
No, I am
that
not.
guy.
No, I am not.
Who here thinks Cade is better than Scotty Barnes? Raise your hands.
Come on,
I'm just
man.
higher on Scotty.
There you
Barnes.
go. You're the lowest. There we go. There we go.
That's just-
We don't need to spend 15 minutes trying to act like we don't know the truth.
That's how we get out of that, man.
Oh shit, that's
Am I
hilarious.
stupid or
That was
not?
very quick.
Pin. It's all good, bro. It was
It's
just
just
a joke.
fun
It
and
was just a
games,
joke.
brother.
But,
So,
okay.
But we don't need to run the poll though. That's not a funny. That's not a
I don't
joke.
think we need to
We
poll
don't need
for
to
that.
run the
Yeah.
poll.
Yeah, the
No.
Thunder might beat their ass in 5 games. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Does anybody
Well, it's
have
not-
Detroit up here? And Pin, do you have Detroit beating the Thunder? You
Gifted
have the
don't even
Thunder
got
winning the
Detroit.
championship.
No, he don't
I
got
don't.
Detroit. He don't got Detroit. Neither one of them.
Hold on. I will
Yes
say
or no?
this. If J-Dub is playing the way he's been playing, yes, I do have Detroit.
He didn't play last night, by the way.
J-Dub is not the swing factor in this. I can tell you that right
He's been
now.
up and down, but you know, cool.
I think he's overtly negative. So yeah, he is a huge.
Oh
swing
my
factor.
God! You see how people just be
Overly
talking about
negative.
people like if he
Okay.
playing, we losing the series basically. Then if he
Yeah,
overtly
nah.
negative,
Yes,
that's basically
because
what
he
you're
plays.
saying. If he's playing,
because
they
he
losing
plays-
the series.
Yes,
Drench, he's terrible.
he
I
has
guess
not-
that's just the way we
it's
talk
not.
about
It's
people
not.
now.
It's.
I don't even
Like,
think
this
he's
shit be
terrible.
Getting out of hand.
It's not about him being terrible. It's about who he plays over and how much better those players are than him and how much better they fit around Shea. I think
We already passed this series. We're supposed to be
Oh,
talking
wow.
about the 4th seeds now.
All of a sudden,
So-
J-Dub is so much worse than his teammates now. Oh my God!
I don't believe that.
All right,
No,
so
no,
Ox, I ran the poll for the Spurs versus the Celtics. 61% of the people said that the Spurs would in fact win that series.
Is the Western Conference bullshit again? Okay.
I don't think the
I
Western
read-
Conference bullshit to say the Spurs will win that series, though. I don't know why.
I think people sleep on
No, that's
Boston. I
crazy
really
to
think
They
Boston will win
are.
the championship.
They are.
I think Boston's really good. I think
I
Boston's
mean, I
really
think
good.
you're talking about 2 elite teams. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Spurs
No,
have been
I'm
the best
just saying,
team in the
I'm-
league
I'm-
for like 2 months now. So I mean,
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying. I think Boston is really probably pretty much the only team I think that can win a championship out the East. For real, I think like they got a legitimate chance to win a championship.
It's mainly because of how they play basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got the defender. They really got everything they need to win a championship. So in a 7-game series, that shit'd be hard. Like that shit'd be hard.
All right, and then
So,
I
Ox, we
also
got
ran a
the-
poll.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Right quick,
Go ahead, I'm
I
sorry.
also ran a poll. Chill, right before we about to get to this next series. I just ran one more poll. Lakers versus
Mars
Knicks.
is funny, bro.
Chill, would you believe who won this? If I told you one team took 63% of the votes, who would you think that would be? Remember, this is your illustrious chat.
They think that the Knicks would beat the Lakers.
Try again, chill.
think the
63%
Lakers
of
will
the
beat the
chat
Knicks.
have the Lakers beating the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So-
you did not have to run this poll, bro.
Once again, this isn't Ron being West Coast biased. This is the chat that is also agreeing with some of these things. So
Ron,
let's
you
move
did
on
not
to the
have to
next
run
series.
this poll, though.
I got coerced into it.
Man.
Course
Interesting.
or Cohurst?
It's coerced.
I'm sorry, my tongue
It is
doesn't
coerced.
really
Core.
Yeah.
Core. Coerced.
co-host,
No.
Coerced.
co-host. I got
Coer-
co-hosted into doing it. No,
coerced.
Pin is hosting the show now. He co-hosted me into doing
You got
that.
coerced.
So,
Oh, okay, co-host.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
yeah, So thank you, Ben, for running this poll.
What is the other one though? Suedo what?
Intellectual.
Suedo, yeah.
Suedo intellectual.
It's pseudo.
It's pseudo.
No, it's
No,
Suedo.
we use Suedo now.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
Suedo intellectual.
Suedo. Okay, I see what we're doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to all the Suedo intellectuals.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
next series, Big Ox.
So we got the Cavs and we got Denver. I'm gonna take Denver in that series.
That's a good series.
Yeah, I think
That
it's a
is
good
a
series.
series. I would enjoy
Yes.
it's
I
a
actually like
bad
that
series,
series.
but it's a good series.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
crazy as a motherfucker.
I
Shit, I'm a James Harden fan. Boy, that shit'll be 4-0. Maybe 4-1.
I ain't even listening to that bullshit.
I bet you don't never want to listen to
Anyway,
the truth.
so,
That
no,
shit'll be 4-1.
because you the
the
problem with you, Drench, you're not even close to the middle. It's either you suck or you awesome. Like the Cavs are getting ran out the building by Denver. That series ain't even competitive.
They are.
By the way, we was just talking about how good Evan Mobley was last night, and we kind of just glossed over the 34-7 that Donovan Mitchell had last night. Like that wasn't even important to mention. But even still, like,
I wasn't even here for that.
Like,
So why you trying to bring
right,
Donovan
exactly
Mitchell?
right.
I'm just
That-
saying the
that-
Cavs.
that ain't got nothing to do with- that has got nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah,
You're
convenient
right,
that you
absolutely
missed
not.
that part, Drench.
Yeah, I ain't watched. I don't think any of us watched the Cavs play Utah.
Yeah,
I missed that game too.
I
really-
watched it.
Denver.
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Bryce Sensabaugh though.
I did.
I mean, Nuggets
I'm
in
saying,
6 though.
Denver,
Nuggets
I'm
in
telling y'all,
6.
it's gonna be.
Cody
it would be a
Williams had
4-1
26.
series.
Yeah, man, we
Yes.
good. Man.
Like,
Hey, man.
watch
Like, I
that
don't
hoops,
think
man.
y'all realize-
Come on, be real.
I don't in that series, chill. I don't think you realize how much of a bad matchup that is for Mobley. Like that is just a really bad matchup. It's a bad matchup for anybody that's guarding Jamal Murray too, Aaron Gordon too. Like that's just a
Go
bad.
do your homework
it's
on
just
the
a
double big.
That's a bad
double
matchup,
big
bro.
lineup. They actually that double big lineup actually gets busy against Denver. Go do your homework on them when they play Denver.
Until the playoffs coming, Jokic gets 60 on their ass every game.
And maybe that might be true.
Bro, do
maybe
your
that's
research, Drench.
Yeah, maybe
I
that's
don't gotta
true.
do no
But with
research. Y'all be talking about I'm extreme. I damn near be dead on the money when I be
Them
calling
damn
these
Jokic
playoff
turnovers.
Damn near
So-
be dead on the money.
So I'm gonna take Denver.
Ron, didn't I call the Grizzlies getting their ass swept last year? Didn't I call
That's
that
not.
shit?
Whoa,
All right. That's not crazy though.
I called the Lakers getting
Holy
their ass
shit.
tore up by the Timberwolves first
By the
round.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
I called
That's
the,
valid.
I called the
That's
NBA
fair.
Finals going to 7 games. I damn near be right.
I don't
damn near
remember
be
you
right.
saying that the Indiana Pacers was going 7 games. I do not remember you saying that.
Boy, all right. See, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I mean.
I remember, somebody else,
Hang on.
This is exactly what I
Can we actually break down? Can we actually break down the matchup?
To Chill's point,
Nah.
to Chill's point, Nikola Jokic has historically struggled very much against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So
Yeah, to the
like,
playoffs. though.
no, like I think here's the thing, Dredge. I think we need to normalize. Like, let's stop talking down to people who clearly watch way more of that team than we do. Like, I know Chill watches more Cleveland Cavaliers games than I do.
What
so
is?
I'm
But
gonna
what's talking
immediately
down
post
about that? Like, I don't. What are you getting at? This is my opinion. I don't give a shit if he watch more games.
Hey, that's just
than
how
me
he
or not.
feels.
But
My
if he
opinion
thinks
is,
he's
I
up-
think the Nuggets will beat them. That ain't talking down. The fuck
No,
is
you-
we doing? What you want me to praise Shield because he watched the Cavs? I don't give a shit. He watched
Okay.
the Cavs. Great. I watch basketball. Who gives
Yeah.
a fuck?
But if Chill watches, like, Chill has probably watched way more Cavs than any one of us. So
Pin,
what?
Pin, hold
My-
Pin,
no,
hold
no,
up, hold
How
up
could
right
you
quick.
possibly know that?
And why
Hey,
does
Pin.
it matter? And why does
Jordan.
it matter?
all the time.
Jordan, stop talking down the Pin. Let me move him up to the
Oh,
to the top
God.
row.
You
All
stop
now
talking
you guys
down
can
the
talk.
Pin.
Now you
No,
guys
no,
are on
no.
the same level. You guys could talk to each other.
No.
Yo, Ron,
All-
why does
all-
it
all
matter?
I'm saying is, like, I mean, my
You
first
shut
thought
up.
was Jokic would fry Evan Mobley. That was my first thought too. But then Chill said he struggles against double big lineup. And I'm like, that kind of makes sense.
No,
because
Chill said that double big lineup get busy. That's what he said. And I said,
that's
yeah,
what I heard.
Jokic will get
is-
busy too in the playoffs. The regular season, that shit don't matter.
Chill, were you talking defensively? They give him trouble.
Yes. They
Okay,
do.
so I interpreted what you were saying correctly.
Yes.
I'm thankful that I
That
can understand
double
that.
big lineup gives Joker
Right,
trouble.
and that makes sense to me.
First of
right?
all, how
Because
did you interpret that? Chill didn't say that. He said that double big lineup gets busy. He didn't
it's
say nothing about.
telekinesis.
I'm
against
sorry,
the-
Ron, that I didn't
against
say.
him.
Joker has trouble with the double big lineup.
Now
that
he's
the
saying
Cavs
it. So
have.
now you can
There you
interpret
go.
what he's saying. See,
Okay,
now he's saying it.
Joker has trouble with that double big lineup, which in turn get both Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. They get busy against him.
And that makes sense because Jared Allen is a pretty good post defender, and Evan Mobley would be incredible help on him. That makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, and I mean, I just want to say, like, when Ron gave me the topic for this, Lakers, Clippers, Spurs, Denver, and I was just like, Spurs are up here. The Lakers are playing here. Denver Nuggets not
Okay, but what that got to do with Denver and the Cavs? Y'all making what Jokic and
Yo, I got the Denver Nuggets.
Y'all making that based off of how many games per season? 2 games per season?
I think it's
y'all
fair
making
to say
that based off of 2 games per season that they play.
I think
that's what y'all basing this struggling off of. That would be dumb.
I'm actually
if that's what you're gonna base it off of. That would be dumb.
I'm basing it on 4 years of data, but okay, cool. I'm just saying historically he
based off of 2 games in the season. Yes, 4 years of data based off of 2 games in the season.
And you basing it off of 2 games in the season that they're gonna smoke them. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not.
That's exactly what you just said.
No,
you just said that the playoffs don't matter. You literally just said that the playoffs don't matter. You just said that. That shit don't matter in the regular season. What are they going to do in the playoffs? So what are you basing that on? You basing that on the 2 games that you've seen.
No sense then. So what you just accused me of don't make no sense then. I'm basing it off of what I'm seeing from the Cleveland Cavaliers all season, not just against the Nuggets. All season, based on the Nuggets all season, and come playoff time, I'm basing it off of how the Nuggets play basketball.
So throughout the course of that season,
you would not bet any dollar that the Cavs will beat the Nuggets in the goddamn playoffs. You know that. You wouldn't bet not $1.
I actually have Denver beating them. I do. I have Denver beating them.
Okay, so why are you trying to make it seem like what I'm saying is just egregious?
Because you got them smoking Denver, and I don't. You got them smoking.
You got them
Cleveland.
beating them. I got them smoking them. Hey ha! Like what the fuck? Like it is just what it is. What you got them beating them in? You got them beating them in 6. That's what you got. You got. Chill, I said Cleveland might win 1 game. Are we that far apart?
You actually got them smoking them in 4 games. You said that, but that's not important.
I said 4, maybe 5. We're not that far apart.
Anyway,
you don't got it going 7, do you?
I do not have it going 7. But I do. But I got them. I got them winning more than 0 games.
You got it going 7.
No, I got them winning more than 0 games like you do. No, it's not the same thing. It is not. No, we not, because you sitting up here telling me you're sitting up here, man. They're gonna whip them boys' ass in 4 games. 4 games.
You just said you got them 4-1.
I did not say 4-1. You said that. And what we're doing is we're going in circles here. I got the Cavs losing.
We got it the same way.
I got the Cavs losing to Denver. Yes.
Does anybody have the Cavaliers
I got them losing.
beating the Nuggets?
So we did all this shit for no reason.
And also Gifted. I know you asked about, can we talk about the series? What about the series would you want to talk about?
I'll pick the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
I could make an argument for Cleveland.
And you know why? Because I actually think Donovan Mitchell is like that. And in that series, Donovan Mitchell attacking the rim with Nikola Jokic at the rim is going to be trouble for them.
Harden too.
And I got to say, as much as people said about Denver's supporting cast, if Peyton, I don't know when Peyton Watson's coming back. Does anyone know when Peyton is he coming back?
He's back. He's back.
I think he's back now.
He played a couple of games ago.
Pin, you haven't been watching the games?
No, I haven't watched I haven't been watching the Nuggets.
I have been watching the Nuggets. Me and my good friend Swiper, and Peyton Watson is back. He was getting
so
down
you
here
can't
last
say nothing
game.
about the Nuggets to Swiper because Swiper watch more Nuggets than you, Ron. Just like we can't say nothing about the Raptors because Penn watched more Raptors games.
Look, I never let a bald nigga talk down on me.
Oh wow,
I would never like if Swiper tells me like, oh, Peyton Watson's been playing well, I wouldn't be like, what are you talking about? Because I know he watches way more Nuggets than me. I'm just saying
what if that creates a bias and you can't see past your bias though?
Well, I mean, I'm not trusting the guy's
That's
gospel.
clearly what it does to you.
No, it doesn't. Like Jordan, everything is not a conspiracy. Swiper gets paid to cover the Nuggets. Okay,
what does that matter? So he has a bias then. So I would say he has a bias.
Okay,
I don't know if that's necessarily a bias. I would say that if somebody watches 10 games,
I think it's important.
If I see what I see, you see what you see. I got my opinion. I don't care. I don't care how much you watch.
But if you get paid to cover the team, you're more likely to have a bias than somebody who don't get paid to cover the team.
That's
fair too, Jordan.
Yeah, if you get paid to cover the team, you're more likely to have a bias.
I want to make sure we move on to the next series, though. So, Gifted, I just want you to speak into this series or ask whatever questions that you wanted to talk about.
Normally I will be more so aligned with Jordan on this, but I do feel like the Cavs, Harden to me being stable, actually playing basketball out there is going to help them get more threes up. I've been more impressed with their offense as of late post trade. Honestly, I'm not a huge Jared Allen believer. He has crumbled multiple times in the playoffs, but this is the best stretch of basketball he's putting forth, and I think Harden is a big part of that in terms of, actually elevating him. The thing that I question is like the shooting for Denver and if that can sustain versus Cleveland. Because Cleveland, like they're going to have a bunch of volume guys, and they're going to both like touch the paint consistently. So that's why I actually think it's a lot closer this year. Normally, Jordan, I'd be with you because I'm not really high on Garland as much, but I'm a little in between. I can see, I would say, both sides. I don't know who I would pick this year for that.
I like James Harden. I think James Harden make that team better. I'm just saying, as far as a matchup for the Cavs and for Denver, like I just don't see that being a good matchup for them. Like I just don't see it. I don't see how in a playoff setting where the game is a little bit slower, how the Nuggets don't exploit just them having the size issues that they're having. I'm talking about like as far as on the perimeter, and as much as they go into handoffs, your perimeter defender is going to have to guard. You're going to have to put James Harden in these actions. They're going to have to put Donovan Mitchell in these actions, or any of their shooters. You're going to have to, and they're going to bring up smaller guards off the bench. You're going to bring Dennis Schroeder off the bench too. Even Keon Ellis. I like Keon Ellis as a good defender and all of that stuff. He's a smaller guard though. Like you're going to have to put him in these actions where the Nuggets just going to be overwhelmingly bigger than them, except at the two positions that y'all going to say. And I can make the argument that sometimes Evan Mobley don't play like the big bruiser that he's supposed to play like. Sometimes I can make that argument.
Penn is how much bigger is Keon than Derek White?
Like 2 inches.
Whoa! What the fuck are we doing with this?
We can slide past that. That's fine.
We're talking about tall. We're talking about height.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. It's talking about height.
It's cool.
Yeah. It's cool. I agree with you.
Keon's not bigger than Gifted White. I mean, Derek White.
Gifted White is crazy. That's crazy.
Gifted White is wild. Gifted White is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, Jordan. Gifted White is a little.
First team all panel. Gifted White.
Is there
first team all panel?
Well, I had to ask, and you know why. So
I think
all right, but
Derek White's what, 6'3"? Keanu's 6'6".
No, we've had this conversation before. But
Keon's not 6'6".
Okay. So
why Derek White keep shrinking?
I do.
Because if he's 3 inches taller than Derek White, then that means Keon is just bigger than Jaylen Brown too. So
I just want to point out, like my main thing is like I think Mobley.
I just didn't know these things.
So Harden struggled against Denver last year for the Clippers. I think the difference is this year there's just more size in Cleveland, and they have similar shooting as well. I think the way that you beat Denver is by having guys who can pretty much knock down threes and a good help side, and they have that. So that's why I think it's a bit closer this year than I would normally say.
I think if Denver shrinks the floor on Cleveland, I think Cleveland has a problem in the half court set. I think a lot of what Cleveland does. Okay. I think a lot of what Cleveland does is they tend to speed up the pace a lot. I do like James Harden in a pick and roll with those bigs that he have, and I do like that. It's just when it comes down to when Denver is going to shrink that floor and they get it in the half court set, can you rely on them to consistently make that jump shot? By the way, that jump shot is tough for a lot of people to make too. Like it's not just the Cavaliers. It's just making jump shots in the half court set in the playoffs is just tough for a lot of people to do. You have to have, no pun intended, gifted shooters. You got to have them type of guys.
Not true.
Yeah. So like that's why I'm saying what I'm saying about the Cleveland Cavaliers versus Nuggets, because that's something that the Nuggets will do to them. Obviously due to the fact of just having Jokic and just having players like Aaron Gordon. Even you add Bruce Brown and shit like that. The things that they can do to make that a half court game, I think it favors Denver. I don't think it favors Cleveland.
Why did I think Keon Ellis was 6'6"? My bad. He's 6'5". My bad.
It's all good. Oh, Penn 6'6", 6'5", same thing.
Yeah, 6'5", 6'4", maybe the same too.
We gonna move on to the next series though, fellas. Let's try to run through the rest of these series. We got about 5-10 minutes. Let's try to get through the rest of these. But next series, chill. You wanna usher it in? Oh, and by the way, I ran a poll, and 70% of the people said the Denver Nuggets would beat the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I get it.
Toronto and Minnesota. I'm going to take Minnesota in that series.
Oh wow, what a series!
But I'm going to take.
That's not a series.
I'm going to take Minnesota in a dogfight. Yes, I am.
How many games, Shield? Call it. How many games?
I think that series is a lot. It might go. That could be a 7-game series.
I think it goes 5.
Yeah, of course you do.
What would be the reason why it would be a chorus? You see what I'm saying? Anytime I make a pick, y'all gonna say, "Of course you do." What would be the reason why I would say it's a chorus? Why? What would be the reason?
Because One.
Because I hate the Raptors? Is that what you
No,
about to
this
say?
ain't
'Cause I
got
hate the
no.
Raptors?
Jordan argumentative today.
Yeah,
God,
this has nothing to do with your hate for the Raptors. Because I don't think you do hate the Raptors, but no, this has nothing to do with your hate.
What
for
does
the
it have to
Raptors.
do with?
I think it's a West Coast thing. That's number one. And
one.
you can make that face all you want because every team that we've talked about, you got them serving every team in the Western Conference, not beating them. Every last team that we talked about, serving them. You got the Lakers serving the Knicks. You got Denver serving Cleveland. You got Oklahoma City serving Detroit. You got, with the exception of Boston, you do think that Boston could beat San Antonio. That's it.
Sure, these are just the better teams, though.
Is it not just
I think
that the West
Okay.
is the better? Is it?
Okay, even
The court of law, your logic would be thrown out the window.
No.
Because they don't make
even if they're better,
Who does Jordan have winning the series?
he got
I
Minnesota
have
beating them in
Boston
5
winning the
games.
series.
He got Minnesota beating them in 5 games.
Okay.
I think it's possible that this is all a fluke. It's very possible, but I think that the Toronto Raptors have found something over the last 4 games. Granted, 2 of those games were against really bad teams, Utah and New Orleans. So who knows? And tonight's game against Detroit is going to be a huge test.
I'm going to
But
that
over
game.
the last 4 games, the Toronto Raptors are number 1 in the NBA in assists, number 3 in field goal percentage, number 4 in 3-point percentage, number 5 in net rating, number 9 in offensive rating, number 6 in defensive rating, number 2 in steals, number 9 in blocks, number 11 in pace, and Scotty Barnes has been 14.3 boxes minus. That all being said, Point Scotty is for real, and his teammates are really feeding off of that. If Ingram and Quickly can come back and fit into this might be one of those fluky, oh my God, we found something, lightning in a bottle type of situations for the Raptors. Because a very similar thing happened with Scotty at AAU, where he was playing kind of power forward and it wasn't so great. And then suddenly they put the ball in his hands. And he played point guard, and shit just took off.
Man, get this
Wait, what
out of here. Like,
What? Hold on,
are we talking
Dritch.
about?
Dritch, don't be a Suedo. What year was it? It was his
Don't
junior
be a
year, sophomore
Suedo.
year,
It was
8th grade year.
It was junior.
Penn, because guys when they switch positions in college and then it doesn't translate to the pros like ever. No, that doesn't happen.
Kill, he didn't say college.
He said, what difference does it make?
College and AAU is a big difference.
Oh, okay.
Bro, why would you call him a Suedo?
You want an NBA example? Let me give you an NBA example. So we can all agree that Fred VanVleet's a pretty good player, right?
Yes.
Philadelphia 76ers versus Toronto Raptors 2021-2022. The Toronto Raptors go down 1-0 as Joel Embiid busts Scotty Barnes' ankle. Scotty proceeds to miss game 2 and 3. Yep. Raptors go down 0-3 in that series. Scotty comes back limping in game 4 and starts at power forward or small forward, but Fred goes out in the first quarter. So Scotty plays the rest of the game at point guard. The Raptors win. Scotty plays the next game at point guard, and guess what? The Raptors win. The Raptors lost in game 6 because Scotty just couldn't shoot in that series because his foot just wouldn't allow him to. And
So they won because he was the point guard and they lost because he couldn't shoot. Why wouldn't they lose because he's the point guard too, though?
On his shot, so.
But they're just way better with him at point, and they haven't let him
just
run
gonna
point.
skip over the point I just made. Right? I get it.
No, you just like to hear the sound of your own voice.
What point did you make, Jordan?
Really annoying.
I'm sure I do. Yeah,
No, what point did you make, Jordan?
The point is, Penn just said he blamed all of the Raptors win on Scotty Barnes playing point guard. Then the moment they lost,
It did help.
He didn't lose because he played point guard. They lost because
They
he
were
couldn't
down
make a shot.
0-3, and they almost won game 6 and pushed it to game 7. I think that's a pretty rare turnaround when you lose your starting point guard. Fred VanVleet was arguably
over the point I
number.
just made because what I'm saying, I just want to hear my voice. Go ahead, though.
Well,
Can we focus on this year, though?
I had to say. Did you talk
Yeah, I
about
did.
that?
Yeah.
Scotty changed positions, and the Raptors completely changed their trajectory in that series. Completely changed their offensive rating, completely changed their shooting, completely changed everything. Suddenly, Chris Boucher is unlocked. Suddenly, Precious Achiuwa is hitting threes again. Suddenly, Pascal's unlocked, and the Sixers can't stop it because Scotty has a lot of advantages as a 6'9" point guard.
Pin, do you believe that the Raptors would beat the Wolves?
Belt to ass.
BTA?
How many games?
5, 6.
So it's okay for Penn to say the Raptors will beat them in 5, but if I say it with the other way around, what's the problem?
Well, Jordan, the thing about it is you don't have enough curiosity.
Yeah, I ain't watching no Raptors games.
You know?
So I can't talk down on the. I can't talk down opinion.
I want to point something out for this year because I think that's what matters. Not this other. right? What's funny is for this season, offense and defense. It's funny. Minnesota is ranked 12th in offense. Guess who's 13th?
Toronto.
And then on defense, it's actually the same. They're literally one spot away from each other. On the season, I believe Minnesota is 6th and Toronto is also number 7. So I think that series,
you got to do it in a 5-game sample size, and you got to do net rating and blocks plus minus. You can't do that.
And filter out garbage time too.
Yeah, you cannot do that. You got to do it the way P got to do it.
Well, yeah. I just think that like both teams are prone to looking very terrible offensively.
Whoa. The Raptors.
What?
How are the Raptors? Did you say 13th defensively? The Raptors are 6th defensively.
I'm looking at this on, I believe, Cleaning the Glass right now.
How are you measuring defense though?
See,
by reading the points. Yeah.
Okay, so
okay,
it's through points per 100 possessions.
Yeah, defensive rating. The Raptors have a
Yeah,
113 defensive rating, which is 6th in the NBA.
Per Cleaning the Glass, that also he said 7th on defense. He said 13th on offense. Yeah,
y'all got 7th.
They're 7th in defense behind Minnesota, who is 6th.
Ron, what you got? What you got up there, Ron?
Behind Minnesota, who is 12th.
So let me filter some stuff.
So what Gifford said is correct.
So if these two teams played in the playoffs, what's going to be the separator? Because Toronto's offense can be tricky. I think Minnesota's offense is better because I feel like they got more options offensively to go to, and I feel like they got more dirty work guys to get them not just second chance opportunities, but to speed up the game, which is important for Minnesota. So, and they got a better one-on-one player in Anthony Edwards. So when we get in the meat and potatoes of the game and we got to close games, I think that they have the better player. That's why I think that they'll win the series.
For me, Chill, I think rebounding and turnovers. I think that's going to be a clear thing. All year long, I've liked what the Raptors have been able to do rebounding wise. I think for Minnesota, it's just like how consistent their offense can be and how they're going to look in the non-Gobert minutes. Obviously, that's been a thing for them for a couple years. Their defense is normally a lot better with Gobert, but I think offensively he's made it very, very hard sometimes this year. So I think those two categories matter so much because if the Wolves are getting more turnovers, it's going to become a much harder series.
But can we have a situation throughout the course of that series? Let's say it's a 6. Let's say it goes 6. Can we have one of those games where we can get, a 19 and 14 game from Rudy? Can we get one of those type of games where he actually is catching the basketball and finishing around?
I think that's actually possible,
and he's making free throws because, I mean, again, the idea of the non-Rudy minutes, I think that would be during the regular season. Like during the playoffs, I think he plays a lot now. And I understand that you guys are very conscious about him in the fourth quarter and not being able to get him the basketball. But I feel like in this series, I think that we can put him in space where, we can mask him and him not be that much of an offensive liability, but feature him more on defense. And
I definitely think
if Rudy plays that series, y'all don't think he shut down the Raptors just because sometimes
I think he can.
Pretty bad.
Rudy plays.
I think that's the biggest difference right there, Jordan.
They're not gonna play Rudy.
I think he neutralizes their offense a lot.
I'm just saying in like the moments of the game where like he's not playing, like how much of a bleed is that for them? Like those small 10 to 15, right? Like those can actually impact the whole series.
The Minnesota Timberwolves defense has been so much better when Ant goes to the bench, largely because of Ayo Dosunmu and Jaden McDaniels, guys like of that lineup. But at the other side, Ant is one of the biggest playoff risers in NBA history. Like he's so efficient.
Yes, he does. He gets busy in the playoffs.
I don't know who the hell is supposed to stop Anthony Edwards on the Raptors, and that's the only thing that gives me even a little bit of pause. Like maybe I'm wrong about this, and maybe Minnesota would win in 6 or something like that, and it just could totally flip. It'll kind of come down to how they guard the shooters, how the shooters shoot, and does Scottie show up in the way that I think he can show up in a playoff series and dissect this defense, because the defense does have holes. Julius Randle is a big hole on defense. Anthony Edwards' off-ball defense is very bad. RJ Barrett is an incredible cutter. So
how many points are you gonna get off cuts though?
A lot. Is
he gonna get his average off cuts?
Yeah, I think he can get his average off if you can somehow get Rudy out of the paint. because Rudy is a great paint protector. I get it. And
that would
Raptors
mean
are-
going to a small ball lineup though, Penn, if we're gonna get Rudy out the paint, because it's
Well,
not gonna be because Jakob Poeltl was out there.
the cheat sheet would be putting Scotty at point center.
Stop, Miles. I'm trying to talk basketball.
Yeah, like
No, but I get it. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing up the point that you brought up about
banter.
the defense for Anthony Edwards and his off ball. And I'm saying, like, when you bring up the how good of a cutter RJ Barrett is, I don't think that's going to matter as much in a series, like that he's that good of a cutter, because he's not going to get his average plus plus more from cutting. Like, it's not going to happen.
I think Jordan made like a really good point here. I think the biggest thing though is just if you're talking about both teams matchup wise, the Raptors don't have crazy shooting to like severely limit Gobert's minutes, and this could be a much better matchup for Gobert than a lot of other teams in the league. I do think that Scotty Barnes offensively is going to have to like really exploit the holes to make it a closer series. Also, we haven't mentioned Brandon Ingram. Like, how do y'all think he plays in that series?
I think he'll be good. I think BI, like, the only person who really concerns me is quickly. Like,
Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels gonna guard. Yeah, I was gonna say Jaden McDaniels probably.
Can I interest you guys in Jaden McDaniels?
Yeah, I was about to say that, Ron.
Okay, is OG
OG
Anunoby a really good defender? Because Brandon Ingram fried him.
OG and Jaden ain't OG.
Look, the only person who can stop Brandon Ingram, frankly, is Brandon Ingram. If he decides to be a little bit faster with his process, stop hanging onto the ball so much, and stop dribbling into double teams, he'll be fine. Like, nobody's contesting that shot. Nobody. He's 6'9", and he drew comparisons to Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant for a reason. Now, he's nowhere near those players, and he probably never will be. But aesthetically, on that release, man, close your eyes and tell me he's not one of the best players.
That don't even matter.
No, of course it matters, Drench. Like Brandon Ingram, I don't know how you feel about him historically in the playoffs, but he does not strike me as a guy who's going to shrink in the moment. RJ Barrett was awesome for the Knicks in the playoffs. Awesome. So he really dialed up for that moment.
I mean, BI doesn't have much playoff experience if you think about it. So I mean, I don't really know what to base that off of.
Twice.
Sure.
Played against
Maybe
Phoenix
twice.
in the playoffs. Yeah, he played against Phoenix.
And then he played against OKC.
I like BI.
Oh, right. Yeah, not true.
He was bad against
like
OKC. He was good against Phoenix. So
Yep. So
Fellas,
50-50.
Right. I
I don't know.
Right.
he
fellas,
was
I
also
got an
going into the OKC series. But go ahead.
I got a bright idea.
What's
Since
that?
we're
Ron?
so high on Brandon Ingram getting buckets, I think maybe we should go over to Splash Sports and put
That
our
was a good
money where
segue.
our mouth is with Brandon Ingram. Now, if we think that he's going to get buckets, then we can go to Splash Sports and we could take the more on his points. We could take the more on his points and assists. We could take the more on his points and rebounds, or we could take the more on his PRA, points, rebounds, and assists, and we can get paid for that. But you know what's even better than us getting paid off Brandon Ingram buckets? We can get a free $50 when we play just $5 and use code CHOICE. Let me back that up for you and re-give it to you in the opposite order. When you use code CHOICE and you play $5, you will instantly get $50 deposited into your account to play Quick Picks on Splash Sports. Now, why would you want to play Quick Picks on Splash Sports? For a couple reasons. Other than just the fact that you're going to get a free $50, Splash Sports has the highest multipliers in the industry. No other platform will give you 50 times what you put in, except for Splash Sports. So if I were you, I would download Splash Sports. If I were you, I would use code CHOICE and redeem that free $50. And if I were you, I would cash in on that 50 times multiplier that only Splash Sports offers. I mean, why would you go anywhere else and leave money on the table? If you can make more and get more and do more, then that's probably where you should be. But we're going to show you guys how it's done right here, right now. We got a few good games, y'all, tonight. We could go with Brandon Ingram. I know how I said that whole thing. Brandon Ingram gets buckets. We do have the Raptors versus the Pistons.
He's questionable.
That's a good,
tonight.
damn. So we're going to move off of that game. Gifted, I know you're going to be there. You could tell us all about it, but that's a playoff matchup, two playoff teams, but we're going to move to another game with two playoff teams. The Knicks versus the Rockets. Actually, we're going to move to another game with two playoff teams. The Cavs versus the Lakers. Actually, I have an even better game than that. I have a game that we are going to be at April 10th in the MODA Center, the Clippers versus the Blazers. Tonight, we get a preview of a potential play-in matchup. Kawhi Leonard, Denny Avdia, Portland versus the Clippers, fellas. Let's make 4 good picks on this game.
Good morning, Mr. Ox. Can I get my line on Mr. Leonard, please, sir? Thank you.
You know what to do, Ox.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. It's good to see you this morning, sir.
I want Scoot Henderson. Thank you.
You
Scoot,
want Scoot Henderson what, Marsh?
What I got? You gonna take them?
17 and
I
a
hear the
half.
excitement in my voice. Of course, he's gonna score 25. Okay.
Scoop been getting busy lately?
I don't know. I haven't been watching the Blazers play in a minute.
Ox, click him. Click on him.
Mm-hmm.
He had 21 to 23 in his last 5 games.
Yeah, ignore the 9 and the 13. And ignore those.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
this should be interesting. Well, I'll do the obvious, the Denny obvious, and let me get the PRA on Denny obvious.
That's obvious, I guess.
Oh,
Wait, go up.
Isn't that just points and rebounds?
that's my PR.
Yeah. We're not factoring in the A. So add the A to it. My man Denny obvious is gonna make this happen. Pen?
Do you have Darius Garland?
Yeah, I was gonna say Darius Garland too.
Yeah, I just took the Darius Garland already. I'm ahead of
You've
y'all.
been killing.
The more on DG, and that's how we gonna rock today, y'all. We got 4 amazing picks. We got Kawhi Leonard, more points. We got Denny Obvious, more PRA. We got Darius Garland, more points. And we got Scoot Henderson, Scoot Henderson, more points as well. Once again, use code CHOICE, get that $50. Play with the highest multipliers in daily fantasy sports, and we will see you guys in the winner's circle. We'll all be a little happier because we got a little splash cash in our bank account. See you guys there, and we'll see you guys at the MODA Center. It has been fun. It has been real. All right.
Can you
fellas,
split that a little bit though? Send the boy, a couple dollars. I seen what y'all had on that balance.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll make sure the Ox funnels
Hey,
that
Drench,
over.
why you putting our business in the street, yo? What you doing, B? Don't worry about the kind of bread we getting, B.
Yeah, I want to know. Y'all boy got to spread that. Y'all getting all the chicken. I mean, come on, spread the cheese.
Putting our business in the street, yo. Chill out.
Y'all
Drench,
got a
chill
couple
out
dollars
over
on
here.
that account.
Damn.
So getting back to the series, we had the 1 seeds play each other. We had the 2 seeds, 3 seeds, 4 seeds. We've worked our way down to 5. So just to run things back by you guys, when I ran the poll, 83% of the people said the Thunder would beat the Pistons. 61% of the people said the Spurs would beat the Celtics. 63% of the people said that the Lakers would win their series too. 70% of the people said that the Nuggets would win the series against the Cavs. And lo and behold, a whopping 87% of people said that the Wolves would sweep, not win, sweep the Toronto Raptors. 87. So as of right now,
Haters.
everybody's saying that the Western Conference teams will win. I just want to make sure that I'm not the only hater out here. So let's keep it going. 6 seed.
You the king of the haters.
6 seed is
Hey, Mars, this is a cool little segment, huh? Hey, Gifted, I did my thing with this.
Little segment. We're an hour.
I like it.
So Ron,
I like it. I like it.
Atlanta Hawks in the East.
I do like
The
it.
Western Conference is the Houston Rockets. I'm going to take Atlanta in this series. I think that I'm going to take Atlanta in this series. I think offensively, as good as KD is, I think Atlanta could take the rest of them dudes out of their offense. And I think that they're a smarter group than the Houston Rockets. I think rebounding is going to be a huge problem for Houston. I think that that's an advantage for Atlanta. I think their rotation guys like Nickeil Alexander-Walker are going to be huge for Atlanta. I'm going to take Atlanta in 6 games.
People really don't realize how much this team misses Steven Adams, man.
Those second chance opportunities, Penn, they were paramount for the Houston Rockets. It was one of the things that they relied on the most. And the fact that you don't have that anymore, is a big deal. Yeah. I think they ultimately, if they were to see each other in a series, I think it would be 6 games, and I think that they handle them.
Mars, you're the closest thing to a real Rockets fan up here. Who do you have in this series?
Well, one team has an All NBA player, the other team doesn't. So
Sounds
I'm
like
gonna go with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Hawks because obviously they have Jalen Johnson. So.
Just do Mars, boy.
Jalen
Just
Johnson
do
ain't no
Mars, boy.
All-NBA.
Boy, you know how to flip the script.
And by the
on
way,
some
Mars,
shit, boy.
that all pro team is
Boy,
getting
you know how to
revived.
flip the script on some shit,
It-
Mars. Boy, that boy Mars, boy, you good, boy. I
And
tell
by the
you
way,
that.
Mars, that all pro team by me has been revised.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I don't care.
Don't do
Did-
nothing to
did
Mars,
Scotty
boy.
get
That boy
bumped?
gonna remember that shit.
Mhm.
Chill. Did
So,
Scotty get bumped off team 3?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be the odd man. I think it's gonna be I
I
think
heard
he's
your
gonna be
I heard your Evan Mobley take. I was like, damn, Scotty not making All-NBA now. Okay, that's cool.
Chill. I wanted to respond to you about the rebound and stuff. I looked at the numbers as well. In the month of March, Houston is number 1 in rebounding percentage, and I think they're still top 3 within rebounds. Like, I think Adams does hurt them, I do, but they're still a very good rebounding team.
Absolutely.
So like, I don't think the Hawks are going to really edge them out there still.
Now, if you think
It's
about
not, it's not about winning the battle. It's about sustaining the battle. So like their rebounding was sustaining their shit ass offense,
which is also true. And to rebut your point, Gifted, if I look at the groups that they were going up against, like the Warriors, not a great rebounding team. The Trailblazers, yeah. San Antonio, yes. Toronto, yes. Denver, they got the best defensive rebounder in the game, yeah. New Orleans, not so much. The Lakers, nah. The Hawks, they ended up handling them, sure. Miami, the Bulls, Memphis, New Orleans. I mean, if I'm looking at these groups that they're going up against in terms of rebounding, it would basically be like it would basically be the equivalent to a stretch where a team went on a big time scoring run, and they went on a scoring run against teams that were less than they weren't.
I mean, not
weren't
necessarily.
garbage.
You name like
They
4 or 5
garbage.
good rebounding teams. So not
Chill.
necessarily.
That's kind of like, I don't know, maybe us looking at the Hawks going on that 10-11 game winning streak and then looking at the teams they were playing like, oh, they was playing some sorry ass teams.
And they were winning, absolutely. So, I mean, I feel like this isn't that the same logic though? I mean, the teams that they were just playing, like New Orleans and the Lakers. I mean, are these great rebounding teams? Are they average rebounding teams?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, because they brought up the rebounding and you said, well, they're rebounding against inferior rebounding teams, and I'm saying,
Sure.
yeah, but the Hawks were beating inferior teams.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that too.
So two things can be true. Sure, two things could be true. That doesn't negate the point that the Hawks, not the Hawks, but Houston or Atlanta could still out rebound them. I mean, sure, they're going up against inferior teams, but that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that they're going to.
This schedule is crazy.
Yeah.
What, Atlanta's schedule?
Wow. Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
What would be the difference?
You
in
gotta beat the
rebounding
teams you
numbers
gotta beat,
from-
man. You gotta beat the teams you gotta beat. God.
Shout out Atlanta, man.
But,
They got
like,
gifted a
what
hell
would be
of
the
a second half
difference
schedule.
in
They played like
rebounder
2 good
percentage
teams.
from like good teams?
And they can't control who you play.
Like
I guess.
average teams. Like what is the difference between the rebounds in good teams and like average rebounding teams? Like I from my opinion, without me knowing, if I take a guess at it, I would think I think the margins could be closer than you think, Chill, as far as like the top rebounding teams versus like everybody else in the league. I think the margins is close. So bringing up the point that maybe they might play against a Lakers who you say is not a great rebounding team, but like, are they one of the worst rebounding teams? If not, then that point doesn't really matter. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, if the Rockets are still getting boards despite Steven Adams, then they just a good rebounding team.
Well,
It's
when are
probably
they
just
getting-
they can shoot.
Well, when are they getting rebounds? Because I like to think that matters. I mean, if we getting rebounds, I'm not going to say empty possessions, but if we're getting rebounds just off long shots, but are we coming up with big rebounds in the third quarter to stop an 8-0 run? Are we getting rebounds in the fourth quarter to start a 10-0 run? Are we stopping them and we're only giving them one opportunity to score? Is that what's going on? That's what I'm thinking about.
I don't know, but I feel like the Rockets just in general just get rebounds all damn game. Like they just can't shoot. And from where they play at, like Kevin Durant is obviously their best player, right? And he plays in the mid range, and it's like inside. They kind of play inside, so I feel like that's why they're a good rebounding team. Like
sure, and
because of those. So I don't think like, you know what I mean. Like I don't think that point. I think the point that Gifted was making is like, yeah, we missed Steven Adams, but we still getting rebounds regardless without him on the floor.
But even if
maybe we miss him in another aspect as far as his screen set, maybe we miss him there. Because guys can get freer, you know what I mean, based on him setting screens. But as far as the rebounding thing, it's good to have, but I don't know.
But
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
But Drench, how can you say that about a group in Houston who relies so heavily on second chance opportunities and stopping teams with your rebounding?
Because I feel like we're still getting rebounds.
Okay, you are still.
That's my problem. Yeah.
Okay, you are still getting rebounds, but you're not getting the rebounds necessary to bolster your offense like you did last season.
But what would you base that on?
The fact that Steven Adams is not in the lineup. That's what I'm basing it on.
I mean, why do they have to be that level to beat the Hawks, though?
Replace somebody else. Like, what? Anybody have the stat? I don't have them in front of me.
To answer
The
your question,
Rockets are still a top 5 rebounding team?
to answer your question,
Hey, they are.
Okay, so what are we basing it on? Just because Steven Adams get him based on somebody else getting him?
yes, because Steven Adams is
Why
a
does
better
that matter?
rebounder. Because again,
But right now, the Rockets are still number 1 in rebounding in the league. Like,
So why does it
overall.
matter? Is Steven Adams get it? Is it something different when Steven Adams get it?
yes, because Steven Adams is the best offensive, arguably the best offensive.
It just adds more variance on like how many more types of boards you can get. I think your point about him, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's cool. But I just feel like this, Joe, right? What you're saying can be true in terms of it makes them a worse team, true. But my thing is that they don't have to get Steven Adams to impact that side rebounding wise to out rebound the Hawks or be better overall than the Hawks. That's my thing. I'm actually trying to find where both of these teams have been offensively in the half court right now. That's what I'm looking up.
Oh, I'll find that.
I guess I just don't think we missing Steven Adams because of rebounds. I think we missing him somewhere else. Like his rebounding would help, obviously, but it also would neutralize it because they just gonna stop playing other guys like Clint Capella. You're not gonna play
The
certain
Hawks
guys.
are 16th in half court offense, and the Rockets are 23rd. But the difference is negligible. But that's the whole season, not since Steven Adams has been out.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to look at.
If you're missing Steven Adams because of rebounding,
No, I think we missed him because of screen setting. I think
Okay.
him being able to set those screens.
sure.
That's a
And-
big part.
That's something.
And sure, absolutely being a screen setter. One of the things about him being a screen setter, which makes him an awesome rebounder, is his ability when he sets a screen to dive to the rim because these teams switch. And when they switch, I got a smaller man on me who can't keep me off the glass, which would explain why he's so good around the basket as an offensive rebounder and giving those second chance opportunities.
Understand.
And what I'm not
understand.
And Steven Adams went down there 25th in half court offense.
and,
Okay.
and a lot of that had to do.
But
and a
where
lot
do we
of that
go
had
down
to
in
do-
rebounds?
Oh no, you're still the second best offensive rebounding team in the league. Since
That's my
Steven
point.
Adams.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're still going to be there
Okay,
rebounding
but
wise.
even if so if you take so answer this question for me, guys. So if you take Kevin Durant off as a bucket getter, let's just say I'm going to use Kevin Durant as a bucket getter. And follow me for a second, Moss. If you take Kevin Durant off your group as a bucket getter, right? But you supplement Kevin Durant with a bunch of other bucket getters, and your offense doesn't suffer that much because maybe the offense changed. They got a little bit more ball movement. You got some open shots, and you got some guys knocking down open shots. With Kevin Durant now being off the floor, is your offense the same, even though the numbers haven't changed?
This is just as effective,
And now,
but it's not the same. You just said it's
Okay.
different.
Sure. So here's why I'm asking you this, Moss, is because what happens now when we get late in games and we need that one-on-one offense from Kevin Durant, when we get in our offense,
You don't have it.
Exactly. So I say that to say when it comes to Steven Adams, so yes, we have guys to supplement those rebounding. We have guys to supplement that rebounding. But when we run up on teams in the playoffs where, we need extra rebounding, we need extra opportunities, and we got a matchup where guys are getting kept off the glass. Steven Adams brings that element that you can't keep off the glass. And
I don't think you can keep the Rockets off the glass
He's a
just
really
based
underrated
off of how
defender,
the
too.
team is set up. That's what I was saying. Chill, like
The
I think-
Rockets have good offensive rebounders at every position.
Yeah,
Durant
that's what I
could be
was
their
saying.
worst offensive rebounder. Like Reed Shepard not included, but like
They have
Amen, Tari, Shengun,
yeah.
In the
Clint
690
Capella, like
in the
everyone
692 minutes that Steven Adams has played, they've had a 107 defensive rating. That goes up to 114 almost with him off the court. The
And that's because of the-
overall opponent true shooting percentage goes up by 4%, almost 3.4%. They're just worse. If you look at their best lineups, their best two-man lineups, Steven Adams plus name the player, Kevin Durant, Amen Thompson, literally everybody. he synergizes everything. I think Jordan's right about the screen setting. He just
He's had really good screens for him.
he's a great screen setter. He's a great defensive rebounder. He's an underrated defender. He's always a threat in the paint at the very least. He's just a really large body. And I wonder how much of this has to do with because he's so strong and he's so physical, how much he wears down opposing big. So
for sure.
all of that shit combined, and then also, I think he's really smart. Like he's an insanely smart basketball player.
I don't think anyone disagrees that like he's a very impactful player and will make them a much better team. I'm just asking, what's the gap in terms of like not being able to beat the Hawks? Is my thing with that.
Steven
That's
Adams.
all I'm saying.
I think those second chance opportunities are going to be a big deal because to your point, Gifted, I got a great rebounder in Jalen Johnson. I got a good rebounder in a Kongwu to stop plays. Clint Capella is gone already, so he's in Houston now.
Yeah, he's on Houston.
And he's a good rebounder.
Clint Capella
he's an amazing rebounder. He just doesn't play that much. He's an amazing rebounder.
Clint Capella is gone now. He's on Houston, and with the one-on-one player that you have, I'm not going to argue that Kevin Durant is not the best one-on-one player here. I just think I got more bucket getters overall. So in addition to the rebound, I think I got more bucket getters, and I think I got.
You think the Hawks got more bucket getters than the Rockets?
I do think that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right, fellas, we gonna go ahead and jump into these play-in teams.
Okay.
I know I said we were gonna be quick the last time. We're definitely gonna be quick with these. Before we do this, though, I got a couple Hall of Famers, and a couple of these guys sent through super chats. My man DNE MLV sent through $50, and he said, "Man, y'all know what it is. ... Dub gifted."
Damn, Gifted.
I agree. You know,
Hey,
that's
Miss
motion
Lugina.
right there.
Well, put that link in your bio.
That's
Gifted,
real
boy,
motion.
Boy. Goddamn, boy. You'll be bringing it in.
Jordan, funny man.
Hey, Gifted, boy.
So, yeah, shout out
Detroit
to
players
Gifted.
be getting that bread. Hey, boy, I got respect for Detroit. Well, that's why I got my shades on. Well, I'm Detroit, boy.
You know what time it is.
All right, the next super chat that I got is from Can We Change Subject? Sent through $50 too. This is also a Hall of Famer because, well, Can We Change Subject is able to change subjects at any given time due to his $50 super chats. Can We Change Subject said, if the Spurs play Boston, you know the second best player on Boston, JT, will get silver dollar eyes.
Silver dollar eyes.
Can somebody explain to me what the logic behind silver dollar eyes? I think I heard it on the radio before, but I can't really fully comprehend it.
Talk to that dude right there.
Come on.
Talk to him.
Come on. What is
I
silver
can't
dollar
really
eyes?
I can't really fully comprehend the joke.
It wasn't a joke. It started because Jason Tatum used to be spooked when Jimmy Butler used to come around.
Which isn't true, by the way.
I think it is true. I heard somebody on the Celtics say it, by the way.
And if you watch, and if
I ain't telling y'all who said it.
And if you heard him say it, they got it from me, Drench, because
Luke Cornett.
But
matter of fact,
thing,
I will tell
about
you who said it in the
the
private.
thing about
chat,
it is, it's just simply that it's no, you know how it is.
I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it out loud.
You know how it is when you play with somebody and all of a sudden the lights are just a little too bright and somebody that puts a little pressure on them and they get a little shook up and their eyes just get wide. You know what I mean? That's all.
So I didn't know this before checking this out right now. So I don't know if other people know this and I'm just stupid, but silver dollar eyes in the early 19th century were placed on people's eyelids to avoid the eyelids opening during decomposition after they died. That's where it comes from.
Actually, Ox was saying that.
We know. This isn't the same thing though. We're not talking about that. We're talking about basketball.
Ox was saying getting silver dollar eyes is being shook, like your eyes are this big. That's why you're like, holy shit, what's going on out here? Well, I don't know if I'm able to do this. That's the reference that Ox was saying with the silver dollar eyes. I get it.
This has nothing to do with undertakers and dead bodies. This is a completely different conversation.
Fair. That's fair.
All right, well, I ran another poll, and yet again, the West has went 6 for 6. 60% of the people have the Rockets beating Atlanta. So once again, we have a chat full of haters. Now, before we get to these playing games, I do want to tell each and every one of you guys to like the video. Obviously, I'm going to tell you guys to subscribe. And obviously, I'm going to tell you guys to become a member because do you guys see all these people in the chat? Let me go ahead and put this on the screen. All these people in the chat right next to Gifted, they all are members because you have to be a member in order to type into our live chat. It only costs $2. So join up, at least become a chatter, jump in the chat, get off everything you need to get off, whether you like the takes, hate the takes, want to talk to somebody else in the chat, or want to talk to us. This is your opportunity to do that. Join the community, and we have some other tiers with some other perks and all of that good stuff. Also, we have members-only streams coming up very soon. You're going to have to be a member in order to watch these streams, but I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss this. If you want to see this guy unleashed, if you want to see this guy unhooded, if you want to see this guy unhinged, then be sure to pull up to our members only stream because I promise you, this
Why
is
not
going
unhat
to
it?
be.
I'm unhinged all the time.
But you're gonna be okay. If you want to see him hinged,
Unhat it.
I don't know how to be hinged.
But he's unhatted right now.
Yeah, facts. Mars, you right. You got your hood on, so.
yeah, yo. But it is going to be a time. Our first members only stream will actually be not this Saturday, but next Saturday when we're in Portland. So it's gonna be a live members only stream. But I'm telling y'all, it is going to be a hell of a time. So this is your opportunity to join up as a member right now so you could get those perks and already have, be able to join those streams and get the notifications and all of that in advance. But also, too, speaking of becoming a member, you guys know next week, April 10th, we're going to be in Portland, Oregon in the MODA Center doing a live show. I have 4 tickets for 4 members right now. 4 available tickets for any member. All you have to do is DM the Player's Choice account. Tell us that you would like a ticket to the live show and to the game. So a ticket includes the live show, it includes the meet and greet, and it includes being able to watch the game, and it includes coming to the after party after the game. Any member is available for this, but the higher the member, the more hierarchy you have. So if 4 All-Stars reach out and 1 Hall of Fame member, that 1 Hall of Fame member is going to get that ticket, and then the other 3 All-Stars are going to have to rock, paper, scissors for it, or I'll pull your name out of a hat, or whatever the case may be. We'll figure that out. But I have 4 tickets. If you're interested, if you're in the Portland area, or if you're in the Seattle area, or if you're somewhere within driving distance, or if you just want to fly into Portland, reach out to me so I can get you that ticket, get you on the list, and get ready for you to see us live in Portland. All right, let's get to these next playing teams. We have 4 more teams, 4 more matchups. The Philadelphia 76ers are the 7th seed in the East, and the Phoenix Suns are the 7th seed
Sixers.
in the West.
I'm actually going to take Sixers here.
Everyone should pick the Sixers.
Not
It's
everyone a
crazy.
hater. Not everyone.
Except Mars. Mars is definitely on Phoenix.
Not everyone.
Healthy Sixers. I got the Sixers, but I rock with the Suns.
Healthy.
for the healthy
Now
Sixers.
people believe a healthy Sixers exist. All right, yeah, I guess cool. Anything to hate.
I actually looked
They
up
did
the
a good job with Joel Embiid this year in terms of like we're gonna sit you down for a super long
Well,
time.
he got the
You're gonna get
flu
ready.
right now. He got the flu right now, so
I looked up the history books, and it turns
I
out
need it for my
that-
fantasy, by the way, Mars, because
Something with this dude.
I'm playing them this week.
He got the flu. He got the flu.
If you look up the history of Philadelphia online, you find out that Mars actually founded the city. So that's why he got like a lot of investment in it right now.
Oh, by the way, can we shout out VJ Edgecombe? Because like he's playing very well.
That boy is
Oh, no? Okay, my fault.
He is a baller.
I like him a lot, man. Yeah.
Boy. But yeah, Sixers, Suns. Who up here is taking the Suns? Really?
Mars.
Come
Who
on,
up
man.
here is really taking the Suns?
Nobody.
That man Mars rose his head for the Suns. They got
Yeah,
booted.
Mars. That's it. Mhm.
I'm not taking the Suns, but I feel the same way about Philly. Like I'll flip a coin for this one. Shit.
Guys not taking the Suns because they hate us. That's the only reason. That's cool. Whatever.
All right. We're not really going to spend too much time on this
Suns.
series.
Tails it is.
Simply because it is a play-in series and it's a long shot. Even though I would enjoy a Sixers-Suns series, but it's like,
I would
come
enjoy
on, though. Come on. So we're gonna move to the next series.
Jordan
best-
Ott would
the-
coach
Everyone has the
circles.
Clippers over the
I just want to say
Magic.
one thing.
Everyone has
Jordan
the
Ott would
Clippers
coach
over the Magic.
circles around Nick Nurse. I just want to say that. I'm gonna let.
that's-
That's true.
The Suns are a
That's
better
true.
team than the Sixers.
That's a
but,
fact.
you know,
I want to be clear that the Suns also have the best player too. So
When did Nick
I
Nurse
don't know
get
about
back?
that
Okay,
one.
well that part's not true.
I don't know
But-
about
Chill,
that one.
Nick Nurse is a bum. I've been trying to
When did
tell
Nick
you
Nurse
this.
I do think Jordan I is a much better coach than Nick
No, I'm
Nurse.
not
I agree
gonna
with Penn on
lie.
that.
I've since
Yeah,
moved
I'm-
over to the side of Penn and Ox. Yeah, that man Nick Nurse.
Nick
Nick
Nurse is
Nurse
a
sucks.
bum. I've been
Nick Nurse is
saying
not a coach,
this.
bro. I hear you.
I'm not
Yo,
the highest
he
on
invented
what's
junk
going on
ball.
in
Yo,
this.
you a hooper, right?
Yeah,
You
I'm
play
not the highest
basketball.
on what's going on.
When is it that your coach has the biggest impact on you? First quarters and third quarters, right? For the
I
most
don't
part
know,
of this
but in
season,
practice?
for the
Yeah.
that's when your coach makes adjustments, right? If you are a terrible third quarter team, that tells me a lot about your coaching. The Sixers were
I
on
think he
pace.
got
60
them out there playing junk ball.
60 games
invented it.
into the season, they were on pace to be
Yeah.
the worst third quarter team in NBA history.
Sheesh, that's not good.
This is a dude.
That's not good at all.
I know a lot about Nick Nurse too. Yeah, I
He
watched
used to
him
be a
for
good
years
coach,
here.
man.
He sucks. He's
Yeah,
so
I'm not-
lucky.
What
Kawhi
Yeah.
delivered that man a championship. He renegotiated a contract next day. Bullshit.
Good move.
Dwayne Casey
Smart.
built that championship.
That was a good
for
move from him.
Nick Nurse. Just
Shout out to- yeah,
fucking-
I stay
Shout
away
out
from
Dwayne
talking about
Casey,
coaching,
Sonics
but
legend.
You know
anything I
what?
do think about
it's
coaching,
a
Nick
great.
Nurse
It's a great
embodies, like,
metaphor.
things I
It's a
know
great
about.
metaphor for America. Isn't
You hear
it?
that, Mars?
Everybody talk about how Mark Jackson laid the foundation and then Steve Kerr just came in and took all the credit. Everybody talks about that. No one talks about how Dwayne Casey laid all the foundation and did everything, and then Nick Nurse just came in and took all the fucking credit because he ran a high
I
school
100% talk about that. Absolutely. I mean, Dwayne Casey was coach of the year. Like, he wasn't a good coach. He was a great coach.
Wait a minute.
He
Are we
just-
saying that like at no point was Nurse ever a good coach?
Yes, he
I
was a
don't-
damn good coach.
I'm saying I
Nick
think
Nurse
I was wrong about thinking he was good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair to say. That's fair to say now for sure. Haven't really seen much this season.
Nick
but-
Nurse is literally in my top 2 most hated coaches in the NBA.
Oh
Damn.
wow.
Is he
Damn.
right behind Doc
Next to who,
Rivers?
JJ Redick?
He is right behind Doc Rivers.
I kind of figured
Oh.
that. Yeah.
All right, fellas, we're gonna move to the next matchup. Mars
Bet.
said everybody's taking the Clippers over
Everyone's
the
got the
Magic.
Clippers over the Magic.
Is that true? Does anybody have
I'm saying
Magic?
Clippers over Magic.
Nick
is
Nurse
Magic
coached
Magic.
the BBL.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it's interesting.
that's in England, right?
Nah, I ain't
Oh,
know he coached
Germany,
with
that's
the BBL.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
Cal
gonna,
Lowry was on the team though.
I'm gonna take the Clippers over. I'm gonna take the Clippers over.
I'm taking Clippers. Yeah.
You want to talk
Nobody
about
taking
getting,
the Magic?
You want to talk about getting out coach? I think Ty Lue, I think he coaches circles around Mosley.
Do you realize you went all day yesterday without mentioning the fact that the Magic had the worst loss in their franchise history?
They got smoked
that-
by 50.
It was the worst.
By 50.
Didn't the Raptors have like the biggest, I think, run?
The longest
In
run
history,
in
30
NBA history, 31.
Yeah.
31-0.
That's
And
very bad.
And
man.
you also missed
Beat the previous record of 30. Yeah.
and
Yep.
yes, and 30-0 and 31-0. Guess who was on the court for both of them?
Scotty
AJ
Barnes.
AJ Lawson.
Because the last one was Dallas
Oh.
versus OKC.
I had no idea.
So
Right.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Shea, being the victim of a 30-year run. Shout out to Shea. MVP apparently.
All right. So nobody's taking the Magic.
No.
Nope.
No,
I don't think the Magic are taking the Magic at this point.
I don't think anyone.
probably not.
I don't think anyone's taking the Blazers unless we're trying to politic because you know where we're gonna be next week. aren't we?
So ultimately, Ron, this experiment does only prove what you've been saying, which is that the Western Conference is better. Okay, I don't think there's anybody who's ever argued that the Western Conference is better. This doesn't prove that This doesn't prove that the Eastern Conference has gotten better. That's the difference. All this proves is that the
this
West
proves
goes
that
better.
Bias
this
there.
proves that the West is washing the East.
No. This doesn't prove shit. What I
It
would
proves
say,
you guys are biased.
no. I would say this. Y'all disrespect the East a lot. Okay. I would argue if
We
you
just tell the truth.
Ron,
They disrespect themselves.
if you look at the YouTube analytics, I'm pretty sure we got a pretty global audience here, but I'm pretty sure we got a West Coast dominant audience. I'm
No,
just
we don't.
feeling
We
it.
we
Are you
absolutely
crazy?
I would
don't.
assume just
East Coast.
statistically it would be East Coast. Just
How is
No,
that
it
even
100%.
possible? How is that
New
even
York's our
possible?
biggest city.
Population,
Chicago,
Hold on,
Miami.
Hold on.
Really?
Hold on.
Our
Texas
show
is second.
starts
Don't
at
do that,
8
Dante.
a.m. on the West Coast. I don't think people are. No disrespect. I don't know how many people are waking up.
Oh no, we get up. We get up.
They on the
Come
fakest
I don't know how
time on
many
the
people
planet.
wait.
They on
We
the
up.
fakest time on the
We-
planet.
There's also just
Yo,
way more
chat.
population. in the
We,
East.
we are
Just right,
factually
Easty
bigger
or-
in the East. We are
Chat.
factually
Right,
Pin,
Easty
I know
or
our
WC?
demographics.
Just-
I study this stuff. Like they are bigger in the East. New York is our biggest city.
It's like when you
Shout
don't
out
watch
to
a team
Vail.
as much as someone else, you kind of.
So
I would
New
assume.
York-
I would assume.
New
I
York-
think we should
know our
defer to Ron
demographic.
on this one. I'm gonna be honest.
You know what it
Defer
is?
to
I
Ron.
think
You know what
that's
it is?
safe,
You know,
Mark.
you know what I think it is? Because Eastern Conference teams hate each other, they just voted against the other Eastern Conference teams.
Or they're fucking trash.
Or they just think the West is better.
All right. I really don't think this is that.
I really
I would say complicated.
really wish
I
could
think
say
the
I
Western Conference
hate you,
is
dude.
better overall than the Eastern Conference. However, especially if you're watching right now, the East is more competitive because they're fighting
Right.
for actual seeding.
So
things are true to
gifted. We've talked about this before, and my take on it is
Right,
that
no fight for seeding in the West?
I believe the East is
think more
wide
teams.
open. It's more competitive because the teams
3-6
are
is
more
what, 3 games?
even with each other. But the West is better. Just because
That's all
the
I'm saying.
East,
Yeah.
they're just more competitive. I think the East is just more on the same level with each other, and that's fine. So it's more competitive over there. That's why you got so many 40-win teams because they're just beating up on each other.
That's true. In the West, you got the 1 and 2 seed are separated by 2.5 games. In the East is 4 games. 2 and 3 in the East is separated by 2 games. Obviously, it's a big gap in the West by 8. In the East, 3 and 4 is separated by a game. The same in the West. The 5 seed is behind the 3 seed by 3 games in the West. In the East, the 5 seed is behind the 3 seed by 6 games. The 6 seed in the West is only 4 games behind the 3 seed, and they're 1 game behind the 5 seed. They're 1 game behind the 5 seed in the East too, but they're 5 games behind the 3 seed. And then the 7 seed is 3 games back of 6. There's 7 seed is 2 games back of 6 in the East. The only real competitiveness is in the play-in. Everywhere else, like the West, is still uber competitive 3 through 6.
I think that
play-in
the
team-
seeds,
and even the 9 and 8 is still close in the West. It's just, I guess. Like,
I think this-
I don't even know if I agree with more competitive.
I think that the seeds 5
The
through
West is
10 is
better
more
than-
competitive because they're trying to actually like make the playoffs, not the play in. Those teams are trying to get out of the play in. Like here, prime example, right?
Yeah, that
Pretty
says a lot
soon-
about the level of mids in the conference.
Yeah, I agree. I think the conference is mid. I think the seeding in terms of like who could be 5, 6, or fall to the play-in, we don't know. Atlanta
agree
could
with
fall
that.
down super easy.
Yeah, I do agree with that because Charlotte is only like 4 games back of like 5.
And Penn with all
Whereas
that.
the 10 seed in the
It's
West
wild.
is-
Sorry,
I
what'd you
think
say,
Golden
Joe?
State are already confirmed a playing team. Like they can't even.
We're locked. We are locked in the plan, correct?
And Penn, with all of that being said, over the last 40 years, the East has not gone more than 4 seasons without an NBA champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I mean, like it always comes down to the outliers in your conference, right? Sometimes you don't have a dominant 1 seed, right? Sometimes you have a team like the Chicago Bulls that go 72. That's going to impact everybody below you. But you also have the opposite outlier, which is like the Charlotte Bobcats or the current day Washington Wizards. And I just think the East has more terrible teams. And because they have more terrible teams, the play-in teams have more parity. I think that's just kind of what it is. If you're looking top to top, obviously OKC, San Antonio clear. I don't think there's any debate on that. I think San Antonio and OKC are the 2 best teams in the league.
I think so too. I'm not going to argue that.
From 99 to 03, the West won the title every year. That's 5 seasons.
From when?
99 to 03.
So in 99, the Spurs won it. In 2000, the let's see, the
Spurs,
2000
Lakers.
Spurs, Lakers.
So 5.
Yeah,
seasons.
and then the Spurs again. That's 5 seasons. So it's not 4 straight seasons.
So with the,
But here's
so
the stat.
it's 5.
Every year,
Mhm.
the Eastern Conference has had at least 1 team make the finals.
Of course.
Now look,
That's factual.
now Mars. Now check it out. If we did the right thing in the NBA and went 1 through 16,
That
I
number
don't
would
think
change.
I don't think that number will be close to the same.
I would love to see
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
You
And that
know,
would be better for NBA history.
I don't
I
think that
agree.
would be better
These
at all.
look, I'm telling you, these East Coast teams, they're at this point they're DEI hires.
In the end,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
They're forced in there. Like we have to
DEI
have
woke playing
I'm saying,
teams.
I'm saying we
Hey.
have to have some Eastern Conference representation. I
Crazy.
think it's wrong.
Hey, going back to Penn's point about the Spurs and the Thunder being the best teams in the NBA, I still think the Boston Celtics are a damn good team too. By the way, like I don't,
They are.
you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know if definitively like obviously as far as power rankings and the hottest teams, yeah, the Spurs and the Thunder for sure, but Boston could beat both of those teams.
well,
to
here's
be fair.
here's the thing, Drench. Like I think that Boston and Detroit are the third and fourth best teams in the league. And so it kind of just balances out where, like, maybe on a good day, if you thought Detroit was better than San Antonio, or if Boston was better than San Antonio, you actually
I don't
do
think
have a
Detroit
little bit
better
of,
than San Antonio, but I think Boston is. I think Boston could beat them in the series. Like
Detroit is also really young,
4-2.
man. Like Detroit's young. All these teams are young, quite frankly,
I
except
got
for
a lot of
Boston.
problems with Detroit, honestly.
I think they surpassed expectations too. To be honest with you, I don't think there's anybody that had Detroit winning the NBA.
They definitely did.
before
They
the
have.
season started.
They have. But I think because
Mars.
they've surpassed expectations, there hasn't been a critical evaluation necessarily of how they've done it. People have just kind of washed it over as like the East is bad. Like whenever you talk to someone about how good Detroit actually is, they always bring up like Cade is great or the East is bad. But I actually think you're missing like the grander point of just how well coached this team is, how great their defense is, how connected they are off the court, how deep they are, how incredibly their depth is paying off, like their center depth, big man. Name a better big man rotation in the league than Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, Paul Reed. Like, what are we doing here, dude?
Yeah.
Like, that's 3 starters as far as I'm concerned. Like,
how you know how
on a lot
connected
of
they
teams.
are?
Paul
off the
Reed
court,
got
though?
busy last night.
Well, I mean, Jordan, you watch basketball, you can see how connected a team is. You can see how connected they are by how they respond to runs. You can see how connected they are by the huddles. You can see how connected they are by the body language. You can see how connected they are by, how they respond to adversity, like Cade going out and how they just rally together and they didn't quit and they just come out and they whooped the Lakers the other day. Like, not whooped, but beat the Lakers. I just think there's so much that goes into winning in the playoffs, and the playoffs are always going to challenge your mental, right? You're going to get down 2-0 in a series. You're going to lose a game you're not supposed to win. How do you bounce back from that? You're going to be down 15 at half. Do you give up? Like, I think the resilience that Detroit has shown should not be taken for granted. They have shown that they are super connected. They are very well led by Cade, and they're extremely, extremely well coached. They're a disciplined basketball team, and they're so young. I just feel like anyone who's sleeping on this team is looking at old information, right? And I just feel like when people show you who they are, believe them, man. Like I find it very hard to pick.
I hate being the guy that does this, being the one that's like from Detroit, but like I agree with everything you just said. The problem with Detroit though is that the ball handler, the shooting, and is Cade gonna be healthy or not? When you put all 3 of those things, I can't really trust this team anymore.
Cade is going to be reevaluated.
I saw the mid-range last night, and that shit went to the other side of the goddamn goal. I'm like, God damn, nigga.
Respect the ones that went in.
Cade is going to be reevaluated at the end of the week.
That one was crazy.
Huh? Cade is going to be reevaluated at the end of the week. I don't think it's going to linger to the point where he's going to miss the rest of the season. My guess would be, and again, I'm not. They don't call me Penstradamus for nothing. I did say Jason Tatum will be back this season. I'm going to say Cade's going to be back before 5 games left in the season. I'm going to say he's going to be back. And if I'm wrong, you let me know I'm wrong. I think he's going to be back. I think Dennis Jenkins might be one of the most underrated players, if not the most underrated player in the NBA.
I was saying this since like early to like. I love Dennis Jenkins 100%.
You were early for sure. I was not familiar with his game.
So I wasn't the earliest one.
Dude, for everybody talking about everyone talking about the scoring. Everyone talking about the scoring with Dennis Jenkins and these big scoring outbursts. Do y'all watch him pass?
Yeah.
Y'all watching this dude pass? My God. There is a team out there that would sign this guy to a full mid-level next year. He's good.
And I'm so happy he did not fall for what AJ Mitchell did, where he took the contract. He said, no, I'm going to go and get paid in off season. So that was very good for him. Way to bet on yourself the right way to me.
Shout out my guy, Coach Hart, my boy. Got Dennis nice. I'm talking about when Dennis wasn't even one of the ones for real.
Where's Dennis nice. Where's Dennis from?
Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas.
Yeah.
What college did he go to? Do you guys know?
St. John's.
I don't know. 4 different schools.
St. John's was last school, yeah. But before
he played for Rick Pitino. He played with
Pitino. Oh, that's fire.
Oh, that's fire. Okay.
He transferred to St. John's with Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Where
I know Hart was working with him like when he was out of high school. Wouldn't nobody want to work with him out of high school? Like nobody would just want to work with him. Hart was like putting him in the lab. I'm talking about every day. Like, I remember him. Hart used to work with a lot of kids though. Like he used to work with a bunch of them joints. So shout out to my guy Hart, man. Hart be doing good things, real good things.
Like Dallas, not really a basketball city, But like you got
What?
Yes, it is. Yes,
It's
it
not-
is.
it's
Who
not
said?
a
Who
huge-
told you that?
It's
Yes,
not
it
a
is.
huge basketball city, man. It's not.
Well, I
it's
mean,
not
told
like,
you
Texas
that.
ain't really a basketball state, you know.
No, whoa. Who told you that basketball not a huge? I mean, Dallas not a huge
That's
basketball
not true
city.
at
Who
all,
told you
Vic.
in
that?
That's
terms
not
of
true at all,
in terms of producing NBA talent, it's not necessarily like
Who
it's
told
not.
you that?
It is
Where you got
ballers
that
from
from?
Dallas. It is ballers from Dallas.
Ain't Cade from out there?
Yeah,
Case from
That's
yeah.
why he's saying that you gonna put two and two
Cade-
together.
Cade-
bro.
Cade is not-
Tyrese
Dallas.
That's
Maxey
why
too.
he's saying
Cade
this.
is not
PK
from
Washington
Dallas.
from Dallas.
Tyrese Maxey from Dallas too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who told y'all that?
I'm talking
Him
about
too.
players born in Dallas. But lately, Keaton
I
Wallace.
mean, but if you raised in Dallas, you
Mason
basically
Wallace.
from Dallas, though. Like,
Bro, he from
That's
Dallas.
true.
I don't know.
Bro, y'all- you got that wrong, bro. Dallas- you know
if I say
Duncanville has the number
if
one
I say
seed, you know
Florida's not
Duncanville has
really
the
a
number one
basketball
seed.
state, you get what I'm saying, right? If I say Minnesota's not really a basketball state, you get what I'm saying, right?
So
Minnesota's
just so
not really a
not
huge
Dallas,
basketball state,
though.
but they
just
produce
so we-
Chad,
just so we clear, just so
Jalen,
we
But that's not Dallas,
Paige
though.
Packers.
I remember this now. I do remember this. Chris Bosh from Dallas, ain't he?
Yes.
Ain't LaMarcus Aldridge from Dallas?
LaMarcus
Yes.
Now,
Yeah,
now
it's
we
ballers
put
from
things
Dallas.
together.
I want you to put it
How
out.
does Penn feel about Chris Bosh?
Yeah.
Okay. How does he
Yeah.
feel about Cade? Okay. Yeah.
Bro, you are, bro.
How do I
you
feel about
tripping, bro.
Dennis
You know
Jenkins,
Duncanville,
though?
you
And
know
Casey
Duncanville
Wallace.
was like the top basketball
Nah,
school. You know what Duncanville is at?
Dallas was from Dallas. You gonna start hating on him soon.
You know where Duncanville is at?
Yeah.
You
it's
asking
in
me?
Texas. Mhm.
Yeah,
Bumpkinville.
Duncanville.
Duncanville.
Oh.
You know they like had one of the
Yes,
best
Ron,
basketball programs,
Duncanville.
right?
Yes. Absolutely.
That's in Dallas.
Yo, you know the
If
case-
if anything, Dallas, maybe not Texas, but Dallas for
Ballers.
sure is a
Ballers.
basketball city.
And Duncanville really is a national powerhouse, like for real.
For sure.
If we're just
Okay.
talking about
Okay.
high school, not prep schools, if we're just talking
No,
about
high school
public
basketball.
high schools, no,
Yeah.
I'm saying though, like, because you know, prep schools have now just like prep schools a whole different level. They recruit.
I'm
And
not
they
saying
bringing in
Duncanville is a football
recruits
school.
From
Yeah, Duncanville is a basketball school too.
no,
You tripping? A
Duncanville
powerhouse
is
basketball.
fire. Duncanville is
Yeah,
is
somebody
tough.
just said Ron Holler from Duncanville. Yeah, he is. I'm
Jordan,
telling you.
if you produce
Don't
like
forget.
one
Hey, don't
NBA
forget.
player
Don't
a
forget.
year,
Kenyon
you're not
Martin's
really a
from
basketball
Dallas too.
state to me, or your basketball city to me. Like if you produce like one every 2 years, you're not really a basketball.
They producing like one every year, damn near.
Ain't Grant Hill from Dallas? His father played for the Cowboys.
Right,
You know, they don't really
Well,
claim
that's
Grant
also
Hill,
Kenyon Martin too. Don't forget
Kenyon
Kenyon
Martin
Martin.
from Dallas. Yeah, he's from Oak Cliff.
It's not a debate. It's Hoopers coming out of Dallas.
Yes,
Every-
this-
or it's
Okay,
Hoopers in Dallas.
so
we don't need to talk about it no more.
So like real quick, I can name you players born in Dallas off this list right here. I'll read it off real
Yeah,
quick.
talk
We
to
actually
it.
doing
Are they born in Dallas? I mean, they can. What if they grew up
It
in
says
Dallas?
born
They
Dallas.
from Dallas.
To be fair, you could play somewhere else and like not. You know what I'm saying?
We
But
can confirm or deny if they from Dallas though. Like whether they.
Hey,
all right, so the first name
fellas,
says-
right, hold up, Gifted,
Oh.
right quick before you get into it.
yeah.
This
Sure.
this summer we are going to spend. It'll probably take us a week, maybe 2 weeks. We're gonna break down the geography of America. We're gonna go through every state, pick every state's top 5, and then we'll filter that through.
that's
and
cool.
we're gonna figure out who really has the best. We'll do like starting 5 or maybe top 8. But we're gonna
just come up
go.
with this?
We're gonna go step. Well, I was thinking about it like last week, but we're gonna because I want to show love. We got viewers. We just went through it. We got viewers all over the place. But I really want to go state by state and just figure out who's really the hoopers that came out of this state. Who's who? Where did everybody come from? And who really got the best ballers for real?
And I'm not opposed to what you're about to do right now, Gifted. But I mean, we could always.
Hey, you
just
know
go with,
Anthony Black from Dallas too, though?
Anthony
my
Black
bad.
is,
Oh,
and
my
Beckham
bad.
Black
I made a mistake.
Beckham
My
too.
bad. We can move. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Beckham
I'm
just
from
transferred from
Houston, and
Duncanville.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm for sure. I'm from Houston. I'm gonna tell you for sure. Dallas got it, bro. Like,
yeah, and
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. It's as simple as, oh, my bad. I was mistaken. And let's
yeah, you
keep
definitely
going.
wrong about that one for sure.
I mean,
But
the
go
first
ahead,
3 names
go
I
ahead,
see.
Run the list off. Go ahead. I'm curious to hear this.
Kay Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Chris Bosh. It says here Jimmy Butler's from Texas.
He's
going
from Tyler.
down.
No, he's from Tyler, not from Dallas. He's from Tyler.
Grant Hill, LaMarcus Aldridge,
Crazy
Trey
starting
Young.
five, too.
He's from
Trey Young
Oklahoma.
from
though.
Oklahoma. He's from
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
He from Norman. That's right. That's right up the way
Yeah.
though.
Julius Randle, Fox,
Julius
Miles
Randle is from
Turner,
Dallas. Miles
Jared
Turner
Allen,
is from
DeAndre Jordan, Alex Caruso.
DeAndre Jordan from
DeAndre
Houston.
is from. Oh, he's
No,
from Houston.
DeAndre Jordan from Houston, and Alex Caruso basically from A&M. That's kind of Houston area. Too.
Okay, bet it up. Marcus Smart, Steven Jackson, Gerald Green,
Steven
Ricky
Jackson from
Blaylock.
You got Texas. You got Texas hoopers, not just Dallas. But
Yeah, it
Steven
seems to be
Jackson from Port
Texas.
Yeah, Steven
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah.
from Port Arthur.
So real quick, Ron. So real quick,
Mookie
Ron.
Blaylock is from where?
LaMarcus Aldridge, Daryl Arthur,
I think from
Tony
Texas,
Batiste,
too.
Marcus Bolden, Chris Bosh, David Bums, Pat Duran, Andre Emmett, Marcus Garrett, Trey Giles,
Emmett.
Andre Emmett. Rest in peace,
Ricky
Andre Emmett.
Grace, RJ Hampton,
RJ Hampton is from Dallas. Yeah.
RJ Hampton, Jalen Harris,
Oh, yeah,
Jalen and Terrell Harris, Bill Henry, Skeeter Henry,
AC
Grant
Law.
Hill, Stephen Howard,
Yeah.
Harrison Ingram, Danish Jenkins, Jalen Jones, AC Law, who I remember.
Forgot
him
about
in
Jalen
Ohio.
Jones.
Shout out AC Law,
Yeah,
man.
AC
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
That boy was
Alton-
the truth.
Oh yeah, Marcus Sasser too.
Alton
Yeah,
Lister,
Marcus Sasser is from
TJ
Dallas, yeah.
Miles, Willie Nollis, Kevin Ollie, Greg Ostertag. I did not know Greg Ostertag.
Kevin
Oh
Ollie.
shit,
I didn't
Casey
know
Watts
Greg
from
Ostertag.
Dallas
He went
too.
to
I did
Duncanville.
not
Greg
know that.
Ostertag went to Duncanville.
I
I
did
didn't-
not know that. I did not know that.
I did not know Casey
Greg
Watts was
Ostertag went to
from
Duncanville.
Dallas
I
too.
did not.
Yes, that's what
I
I'm
did
trying
not
to
know
tell
that.
you.
Mhm.
Greg
Ricky-
Ostertag?
Yeah, I did not know that.
Bro, I'm
Ricky
trying
Pierce.
to tell you, but Duncan House was a powerhouse back in the 90s. Duncan
Yeah,
House was
yo.
a powerhouse in the 90s.
Ricky Pierce from Dallas. I don't know if y'all one of the best rotation players in NBA history.
He said
Phil
CJ Miles
Presley,
from Dallas.
Quentin
CJ
Ross,
Miles is from
Gerald
Dallas.
Sasser,
Historically-
Gerald and Marcus Sasser, Dwayne
Historically-
Scales, Stephen Smith, Stephen Headache Smith. I don't know if you know about Stephen Headache Smith. That's the dude that got
Okay.
caught in that. He got
Well,
caught
I'm
in
trying
that
to tell
scam.
you,
Yo,
Well,
this
Dallas
is this
got
is
it, bro.
this is
He
this
not
is
thinking
me.
wrong
This
about
is
that
me
one.
having East Coast bias.
Mhm.
Okay, when I think basketball cities in
Mhm.
the United States, I
This
think
baller come at us.
New York City,
Mhm.
Chicago, Los Angeles, Philadelphia. Those
Yeah.
are the four basketball
Dallas
cities
probably
that I
got
think
more.
about.
Dallas probably got more
I
people
think
in the
about
NBA
that.
right now from probably
Okay.
all of them. To be honest with
Okay.
you, maybe not LA though. I don't know, but maybe
No.
so. Dallas probably got more.
But see,
Maybe not LA.
LA doesn't count, and I'm gonna tell you guys
It's
why.
big as
They
hell.
got the most
Because
people. They got the
LA,
most people.
when they do LA County, and it's like I
Right.
know Compton has Kawhi, DeMar, Russ. I don't know if Russ is Compton.
Kawhi not from Compton.
Nah,
Go ahead.
But I'm
He from-
saying,
he from,
like,
like Rancho area.
okay, but I'm
Okay.
saying like LA, like they do the whole county, and Los Angeles County is probably the biggest county. If I'm not mistaken, it's the most populated county
And not
in America.
not only that, Ron, but they're going to include Irvine, Riverside County. They're going to Orange County, San Bernardino County. They're going to
Anaheim
count
ain't
all of
close.
that.
Anaheim is
Yeah,
way down south. That shit ain't close. No.
Wait a minute, will they
LA County's
also
bigger than
It's all
states.
connected.
will they
It's all
also count the
connected, but LA
valley?
County is bigger than states.
Yeah, they're gifted. When they do LA, they're counting everything from when you cross through the Grapevine to Irvine.
Right.
Then they're counting everything
Okay.
from Rancho Cucamonga to the Pacific Ocean. It's huge.
Yeah,
right?
but
It's huge,
Dallas
bro.
probably got more. Dallas probably got more than New York in the NBA for sure. Dallas probably got more.
I actually
Talking
was
about-
not familiar. I
Casey
didn't know
Wallace
Dallas
from
had this
Dallas.
many players.
Casey Wallace from Dallas.
I really didn't.
Jordan
Yeah.
Walker,
Yeah.
I did not.
Celtics, he from
Clearly.
Dallas. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought Houston had more players. Looking at
Nah.
it now, Dallas has
I
47.
did not know
48.
Grant Hill was from Dallas.
Yeah, it's
I know
Father
Okay,
that.
so we all
Cowboy.
learned something new. Dallas, according to this brief research that I did, 8th city in the in America in terms of producing NBA players. It's above
You said
Seattle.
8?
Yeah,
Yeah,
8th.
all us.
Well,
How many- how many-
with that being said, though, y'all,
Atlanta,
Dallas is huge.
Washington,
Dallas is
DC,
also a
and
huge
Detroit
city
are
too.
above.
And when
Right,
a
right.
lot of times too, when people do Dallas, they do the whole DFW area.
They
So
do
that's
the- they do the
that's
metro area.
Dallas. That's gonna be Dallas, Fort Worth, Plano, Arlington. You know what I'm saying? They're
Plano.
gonna
Right.
they're gonna count all of that too, because Dallas is a huge city. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
So,
out
Yeah.
Frisco too.
I don't know. I don't know too many.
Jordan, they
hoopers
got him
from
in Frisco,
though.
boy.
But to be
they,
fair,
they
though,
might not got no hoopers. But you know what they got though?
Ox. But to be fair, that shit different than what y'all do at LA County because Arlington and all of these places be like 15 minutes from each other, like literally like right down the street from each other. In LA, motherfuckers going all the way to Anaheim. Come on, what we do?
Yeah, but it's connected. I mean, from LA to get to Anaheim, you got to go through Carson, you got to go through Compton, you got to go through. You got to take the 91. It's all connected still. Like there's, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no wide open spaces in between that shit in LA. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no wide open
Neighborhood-
spaces nowhere in that clustered ass city.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's all connected.
But all right, fellas,
Somebody
we're
is
gonna
right.
go ahead
Hey,
and move.
Frisco ain't nowhere near Dallas. I mean, Frisco far than the motherfucker, but you know it is what it is.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and move into these super chats. I appreciate everybody that's chimed in. We are now in the crunch time chat segment. Salute to everybody that's watching the show. Like the video, subscribe, and become a member. And then after you do that, send through these super chats. My man, Can We Change Subject, just sent through $100. And he said, all this East Cope are just mediocrity damage control. Is this just mediocrity damage control?
Damn. Sounds like it.
Is that what we're dealing with right now?
I don't know.
Hey, Drench, that guy any hoopers from Denton?
I don't know. I don't know nobody from Denton, to be real. I don't know nobody from Denton.
Shout out all my dogs from
Denton is a
Denton,
college
man.
town, though. Denton is
Yeah, North Texas, yeah.
Yeah, that's a college town.
Shout out Denton, man.
Y'all boys got some
I'd
funky
have
business
some
in Denton, boy, 'cause ain't no way you just brought
times
up
in Denton, boy. Hey,
Ain't
man.
no way y'all two just brought up Denton. Y'all
man,
got
hey,
some
shout
funky
out
business
Denton,
going
boy.
down there, boy.
Oh man, hey,
boy.
Jordan, I was
That's
all
like
over
asking
Texas.
me about Little Elm.
Oh, you
Y'all
know what?
know
There's actually two
Little Elm?
hoopers from there, but they're from like a while far back. It says here Mario Bennett and I think Jason Sasser.
Yeah, I don't know neither one of
Jason,
them.
Shout out
probably,
Denton.
that's
Marcus
Sasser's dad. That's
Sasser?
Marcus Sasser's
Probably
dad,
son.
probably. Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, that's like the
Alright,
90s.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out to
Getting
El
far as
Paso
motherfucker.
too, for real.
Yo, where's Jaden Ivey from?
Boston, I think, right?
I think he's from Indiana.
He from Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's probably why he went to Purdue, but we're not finna get on that character right now. But can we
for
change
sure.
subject?
Yeah.
Said that we're just doing damage control right now. Shout out to Can We Change Subject, sent through $100 super chat. I also have a $50 super chat from Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart said, agree or disagree, all NBA first team is SGA, Jaylen Brown, Luka, Joker, Wemby. Second team, Brunson, Spider, Ant, Jalen Johnson, and Kawhi. Third team, Lester, Jamal Murray, Harden, Booker, Katie, Denny Obvious.
Yeah, tell me you made this opinion.
I think
based
Kawhi's
on
first
the
team for
real
me
time.
now.
This is crazy. Danny Avdia? Why?
Yeah, I disagree. So there you go.
Jalen
Denny
Johnson's
Obvious,
second
man.
team? What? No. No, hell
Keep
no.
cooking, Teddy
He
Hart.
just asked if you agree or disagree. He ain't asked you
Disagree.
To just start cursing. Well, damn,
Disagree.
I
Teddy,
disagree.
I agree with you, Teddy. You cooking right now.
No. Disagree completely.
I don't agree, but respect.
Yeah. But you guys aren't mad at the first team? First team
I
solid?
disagree. I disagree with
Kawhi?
Jaylen Brown in the first team.
I'll
I
put
disagree
Kawhi over
with-
Jalen
I
Brown.
disagree
Kawhi
with
over
Jalen
JB
Brunson on the
every
second
time.
team. I disagree with Jalen Johnson. I disagree with a lot of names. I disagree.
All right, chat. I'm about to run a poll right now, and I'm gonna ask you guys who deserves to be first team more. It seems like this actually is causing a little bit of a ruckus in the basketball community. Jaylen Brown or Kawhi Leonard? You guys talk to me and let me know. But we're gonna move to the next super chat. Shout out to Teddy Hart. Shout out to Can We Change Subject. Shout out to all the Hall of Famers. We got another $30 or $20 super chat, and this is from. Hold on. Here we go. Once more into the fray. Sent through a super chat and said, what's up, panel? Love as always. I'm usually broke, so I can't do this much. Me too, once into the fray. Me too. We both in the same position. But once into the
got
fray
bread.
said, Dub Chill, Dub Host, Dub Mars Talk Sports, L Big Ox, Dub Pin, Dub Gifted, Dub Drenchman. Definitely not to be mistaken as the Frenchman.
You goddamn right.
Respect, Unc.
You goddamn right. It's the Drench
Yo,
man,
Ron,
not the French man.
the
Allegedly.
audio listeners are gonna think that my man really put an L ox.
It really said W, but Ron was hating.
Yeah, but he forgets sometimes that we got audio listeners too. You know what I'm saying,
Shout outs to Once More in the Fray. I hope you get more money. I really do. Because you very
if you want more money.
No. Like if you clearly if you want more money, I hope you get more money because you're obviously a very positive person. And also shout outs to you for referencing a really cool poem. Once More into the Fray, into the last good fight I'll ever know. It's from The Gray, Liam Neeson movie.
I thought I was the only one who was
yeah,
gonna know that up here. But man, hey, shout out to it, man.
Mars, you knew about that too?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Man, once more to the fray, man. Hey, more money, more problems, man. It's all right, man. Live that modest lifestyle, baby. Do your thing.
I'm going to make a theory that understanding things at an elite level is a direct correlation with not watching so much cartoons and bullshit ass Pokemon and shit like that. Because Mars don't watch none of that shit. Neither do I. So hey, there we go.
I watched that shit.
More you
Crazy your head, and I watched
789.
that shit. It's hilarious.
More you 789 said rank these coaches: Jordan Ott, JJ Barea. Oh no, JJ Redick, JB Bickerstaff, Mike Brown, and Coach Finch.
JJ Barea.
Jordan Ott number one. That's all I know. Jordan Ott number one.
Jordan, I probably number one. I'm probably throwing Finch and Mike Brown overboard.
Throwing them overboard.
I do not love those coaches.
Walk the plank.
Yeah.
JJ Barea?
Y'all do know JJ Barea coaches, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but like in the context of the super chat,
What did JJ
we didn't
Barea?
think
Ain't
that was
JJ
really
Barea on
JJ Barea.
Dallas' coaching stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Nigga, why would he be on
We
this
all
list,
know
though?
he's not
All right,
talking about JJ Barea.
Why would he be on this
we
list?
know he's
though?
talking about JJ Redick, but JJ Barea.
Yeah.
I'm
But
pretty
for
sure
Ron
he's
to say
on Dallas'
JJ
coaching staff.
Barea is crazy.
I was just clarifying.
You know what?
Shout out my man JJ Barea, one of the
give
best
me John-
assistants in the league.
Give me John Blair.
Ric Flair?
Bickerstadt,
Woo!
Mike Brown, JJ Finch.
There we go.
All right. There you guys have it. Shout out my dog Barea.
Oh, the Nuggets.
Chris Finch? Y'all got Chris Finch on this list?
Actually, I think Chris.
That's
Finch.
why I said I throw him overboard probably.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Chris Finch don't be doing shit.
All right.
I don't know
you
the
guys-
ins and outs
you're
all the way
mute.
through, but you know, hey.
You guys already know that there's a certain guy by the name of Tupac Westside who always sends in his good morning super chats to us every day. Tupac Westside said, "Morning, fellas. We are getting closer to the end. Lakers dominated as expected with Bron and Reeves getting some extra rest. If Smart plays, then I got them over the Cavs tonight. Also, OKC and Detroit slapped. We haven't talked about this game. Right quick, before we get into that, Cavs, Lakers tonight, who you guys got? Luka's back, obviously. Marcus Smart might play. Who do you guys think is going to win that game?
I don't know, but I do know Bronny just got over his average last night, so that's good.
That kid can play. Yep.
He's an NBA player?
Yeah, that kid can play, yo. Yes, he can.
No
I
comment.
didn't know my
You know the
sarcasm was
worst player
going to
in
turn
the
into
league.
kill me and this.
No, please.
I don't want
You
to
know
call
the
us
worst
clutch,
player in the
man.
league, like
I
some
ain't
people
nothing.
try to say. That's all I know.
I don't
He's the worst
care.
player in the league.
You're not the worst player in the league. That's fair.
Oh,
Shout
God.
out, Brian.
I guess.
The kid can play.
He was 2 for
based on
10.
what
Hey,
again?
salute to him, man. He was 2 for 10.
Yeah,
he
he
got
got
10
just above
shots.
his average. It's 5.
He got-
Oh, man,
he
y'all
got-
leave
he had
Bronny
6
alone, man. He
He
trying.
got
man.
10 shots. That's
Just above his
progress. He
average.
got 10 shots. He got 10 shots.
He working.
I'm not going to
man.
say nothing about Brian. Do
Love
not
Brian-
send them
love-
black vans
love
to my
Brian.
house.
Love
I know
Bronny.
that.
Pitt,
Hey, I know
man.
that boy frying in the G League.
Yeah, I'm not going. I ain't watched the Lakers play the Wizards, and I definitely ain't watched the time when Bronny was in the game. So shit. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, bro. Can we
Bronny
give
was
Mac
in kinda
McClung a
early.
shot on
I wasn't watching.
another
I just
team?
watched the dribble of the game.
Please, bro.
Shout out to Bronny. I ain't watching.
Hey,
He's the leading
shout out-
scorer in the
hey,
G
what my
League.
man, what my man,
Yeah, Mac
what's his
McClung
name
do
say?
need some run.
This is what I'm saying.
Your
bro.
daddy, you killer, but you ain't. You just like Bronny James. That shit.
That was
go
a crazy bar. Yeah.
That shit go crazy, boy. Every
That's a
time I hear that one.
To answer,
Crazy
your
bar
question,
for sure.
to answer your question, Ron,
boy Boucher.
I know that the Lakers been rolling. Cleveland's been rolling too. I mean, I think they won 6 of their last 7 games. They on this West Coast road trip. They handled Utah last night, coming
It's
off
a big game,
back-to-back.
actually.
They're coming off a back-to-back. Donovan Mitchell got busy. Evan Mobley actually was dominant last night around the rim. I'm gonna take Cleveland tonight in Los Angeles.
We got some good ass games tonight, y'all.
Yes, we do.
I will for
Yeah.
sure be tapped
We
into
do,
that.
fact.
I'll for sure
Phoenix,
be tapped
Orlando,
into the Knicks
fact.
and Rockets. Phoenix, Orlando. Yeah, you know what? Let me not do that. Phoenix, Orlando.
I'm not gonna lie, Mavs Bucks might also be a banger. No one's gonna watch it, but that could be a very close game as well.
Yeah, I'll never know if it's a banger. Let me know. I'll never know.
I'm gonna
Hey,
tell
wow,
you.
hey,
I'll see the box score.
Bulls fans really hate Patrick Williams, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
It's
You know
got
his
pretty- it's got
nickname is
pretty bad.
DePaul.
Yeah, it's hilarious because I just seen something online where somebody it was obviously a troll. It said it was a picture of Patrick Williams. It said Chicago Bulls Patrick Williams. Quote, I stand with Jaden Ivey on everything he said. If you cut him, you might as well cut me too.
Wait,
I had a dude
is
in my
that a
live
quote?
stream.
Oh man,
I had a dude in my live stream this morning say that not get Pat Williams off his team. Like he got to go get a CDL. Like he shouldn't be playing basketball no more.
go get it.
I mean, his
CDL,
nickname
man.
is DePaul. Patrick
Yeah.
Ass Williams.
Nah, I'm not going
Crazy.
to. Patrick Williams. Yeah, he ain't live up
That's
to the
wild.
Kawhi comps, man. He ain't.
Yeah,
He
that's
stole
his
all the
nickname,
Kawhi
DePaul.
animations for like 2-3 weeks, but
I'm gonna be
That's
honest.
all
I was
that.
intrigued. Like Patrick Williams rookie year, I was intrigued. I was
intrigued.
interesting. And then year 2, I think he ends up getting hurt. And then ever since then, it's just been
up and down,
My
up and
boy,
down,
my
up and down.
boy, my boy. Know he got drafted too goddamn high. That's why that shit.
Where did he get drafted? It was 4, right? He got drafted.
Nigga, you living a lie.
It
Yeah, he
didn't
shot up. Hey,
Would
Mark.
you agree that he got drafted on potential?
Yes.
Yeah, no, and he got drafted off a workout because
Nice one, Ken. I know what you did there.
Yeah, but he got drafted off a workout. I remember being in LA and I remember
Will-
seeing him on the other
William
end.
Rich.
Let's get real
Like,
talk.
I saw two people. I saw him on the other end working out, and then later on that day, they was like, "Oh, bro, they saying he might go top 5." I'm like, "Ain't no fucking way." Lo and behold, he did.
It was a way.
But you know what they should have done? They should have cut him loose, like they let Jan Vesely loose. You know, when it was obvious that Jan Vesely and Mario Hezonja weren't working out, they should have just let him loose. But they just kept giving him opportunities. They even extended him. Now they keep playing him. How did these American players just keep getting opportunities, bro? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
Patrick Williams is getting a longer leash than he should.
Hold on.
He get a really long leash, Mars. Yeah.
You know Patrick Williams under contract until 2029. Like,
he got paid. He got paid.
Mars, you want to know why? Mars, you want to know why?
You got pictures?
Paid him because they paid him. That's why
they paid him early.
They paid him is kind of the point, no? Like they could.
Why did they pay him? He was ass. He shouldn't have gotten the money.
We can't be like
Mario Hezonja got opportunities that he shouldn't have got.
They extended him in
Mario
2020.
Hezonja was way better than Patrick.
$90 million. I remember that.
They extended Patrick Williams.
Mario Hezonja got opportunities he shouldn't have got.
I remember that. Like $90 million.
Mario's pretty
What
good.
happened to use
Patrick
Mario
Williams
Hezonja was sorry as a motherfucker. He still suck now.
Yeah.
So I don't get why you brought up Mario Hezonja. He one of the ones that got the same opportunity. He sucks. He worse than Patrick Williams.
Because he's from the
What about
Middle East.
Dragan Bender? What about Dragan Bender?
Oh, Dragan Bender. Shit.
What about Dragan Bender?
Oh God.
He sucked.
Dragan Bender also
Nicholas
didn't get the
Really sucked
opportunity.
too. Guess what? They were all out of the league really quick. They didn't get.
Don't
very much
worry,
opportunity.
Patrick Williams got his time coming.
Dragan Bender was out the league by the time Patrick Williams got drafted.
You know the Raptors drafted Alexander
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying
Radojevic
he sucked,
12th
though.
overall, and I
He's
don't
never
even
been in the
think
league.
they like barely played him. Like they gave him like 1 year. Rafael Arujo got 1 year to prove that he was ass, and he was out.
Who?
Rafael Arujo, 2004.
He probably shouldn't have even gotten the NBA though. He probably shouldn't have even been in the NBA.
You even know who that is?
No, but I'm saying if he didn't get an opportunity, I mean, he probably shouldn't have gotten the NBA. That's what I'm saying. They ain't even
He
trying.
was a 24-year-old
played for the
center with short arms from BYU who dominated collegiate basketball. And Jack McCloskey, who was once the general manager of the Detroit Pistons, who was the architect behind the Bad Boy Pistons, saw Bill Laimbeer in him. And so he decided the Raptors fired Glenn Grunwald and were in the middle of hiring Rob Babcock, and they gave the draft reins to Jack McCloskey because they're like, well, he built the Bad Boy Pistons. Obviously, he's going to do a great job. And Jack McCloskey got in front of a camera and said, Toronto fans are going to love this guy because they're a hockey city. He was trash. You know who went number 9 in that draft? Andre fucking Iguodala. Vince Carter literally
call
quit
him
on this
Trader
team
Joe.
that day.
So I guess he got picked over an American player. I mean, shit. My point. I mean, shit.
But to be fair, he went to school in America, so you know.
He did.
Oh, that shit don't matter.
That's why he got
don't
the
matter.
advantage.
Don't matter, Mark. That don't matter.
If he went to
He
school
also
in
not
Brazil,
European.
he
I
would
don't think. Yeah,
I don't know what he
is.
is. I don't even know who the fuck being talking
Brazilian.
about. So I wouldn't
Brazilian.
know.
Okay,
Brazil,
yeah,
South
he's
America,
not-
yeah.
All right, fellas, moving along with the next super chat. A Hall of Famer who sent through $50 earlier also sent through $10, which means Teddy Hart has put $60 into this show with 2 good topics. Teddy Hart now had this to say. Crazy you have a better chance at keeping your NBA job with a literal DV charge than to quote a Bible verse if it offends a certain community.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, Teddy. The one
That's
thing I'm
different
tired.
things, brother.
Wait.
Going down risky avenues.
I know, no. No.
Just read
The thing that irritates me about this, though, is that people act like talent does not impact how severe your thing is. Jay and I wouldn't really own shit on top of play. So to follow that up with saying what you said, it gets you cut. Yeah, that happens. Like I don't know why that's so.
That's kind of why I said. That's just what I said on Twitter. I would just
say this. I would just say this. Number one, to Teddy Hart super chat, that's entirely 2 different things. I've been seeing a lot of people say that. That's entirely 2 different things what he did. Like those 2 things are not even on the same playing field. I also might add, it was just unnecessary. Like
he didn't have to. He didn't have to do that.
Very unnecessary. Like that was my whole point. Like you can be whatever you want to be. At the end of the day, what he was talking about was unnecessary. It's just like,
That's
yo,
it.
what are you doing?
You didn't have to
could've
do
talked
that.
about- he literally could have talked about anything. He decided to do that. It's unnecessary. Whether you agree or disagree, it just why did you do that?
And
My-
Jordan, that's
yes.
a fact. And I'm not gonna say what he said
That's
was
it,
right or what he said was wrong
What's
because
wrong?
everybody
What are we
everybody
doing?
has opinions. Everybody
Yeah.
has opinions. Hey, Pin, I can't tell you that your opinion on Scotty Barnes is wrong. I can just say I disagree with it.
You
Everybody
literally
has
told me it
opinions.
was wrong
No,
5,000
okay, and that's
but he's
my
saying,
opinion.
He's saying
I'm-
he's grown since then. He can't. He
Oh,
can't.
He's saying he's grown.
I can tell you, I can tell you, I can tell you that I
W.
disagree with it, but I can't just flat out say it's wrong. Everybody
Yeah.
has
You know,
their
it's on
opinions.
crack cocaine.
My thing is,
Stupid.
my only thing is, you gotta understand that you have consequences to everything that you
For
do.
sure.
That's it.
Shout
It's
out
that
Bailey
simple.
Jackson
Can I-
because she actually broke this down very eloquently on her Instagram.
Who, Ron?
She
Who?
said Bailey Jackson.
Who?
She's a
Okay.
she's a-
Bailey Jackson. Bailey Jackson.
She
I don't know
basically
that.
said that when you are an NBA player, you can go ahead and say whatever you want, but just know it's going to come with a consequence, and your consequence can ultimately lead to you getting released, kicked off a team, whatever the case may be.
Fired, Ron. Say it. Fired.
Especially when you're not playing though, Ron.
Like,
Especially
it's
when you're
not
already
like-
not playing and the team kind of want like bro. If a team already wants to get off of your contract and you already not really doing shit, you wasn't like a mainstay at all in the future.
It ain't even-
when you
that's
give
not
them
even the point,
any
too, though,
reason,
bro.
it's up for you.
You're giving
You know?
them
But that's
ammunition.
not even the point, too, though. It's just the simple
That is
fact
the
that
point.
he
That is.
did. No, it's just, brother. You're in a league full of others. The league is not just about you. It's not just about
No, that-
what you
yeah.
believe in.
Okay,
It's
we
not
get
just
that.
about what
Yes,
the homies
but
believe
that
in.
doesn't-
What
that
he
doesn't-
said was unnecessary, whether he believed in it or not.
I mean, but George, you're making my point though. Like, yes, that was unnecessary. Yes, but at the same time, we know that if you're producing on the court, you can say something like that and still keep your job. If you're not producing there on the court,
He would
you're
have
not
been
a.
producing the level like LeBron or Kyrie, bro. He would have
Why
had
was
to
it
been
a-
I mean, but it's
Producing-
doable though.
My question
Yeah.
is why was it unnecessary? Like that's how he felt. Why was that unnecessary?
because he's
Because saying how you feel all the time is not
yeah,
necessary.
like hey, chill.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel a way about
we
all
don't
you
need to
guys.
act like everyone's. We don't all say everything we think.
Sure.
Exactly.
All the time.
You know,
But-
why? 'Cause
but
we know
Morris,
some
it's-
things aren't necessary. Like,
Exactly,
Yeah, it's
and you
just not
you
necessary. It
can't
just wasn't
do
necessary.
it. And you guys might try to say he has a platform and all of this, and he should be able to do that. I want everybody to know that we all, for most of us, have jobs, and there's
Yeah.
certain things that you
Yeah.
can and can't do with your job. As the NBA player, I know it gets put out there. Oh, they just want you to shut up and dribble.
No,
I'm sorry, that's a part of
that
an
ain't even the case either,
that's
though,
a part
Ron.
of, but that no, it's not, Jordan. But that's a part of
Yes, it
being
is.
a professional. Is part of being an NBA player. Professionalism is knowing what to say, when to say it, and having taste. And even with your everyday jobs, it's certain people. You might work at McDonald's. If somebody drives through the drive-through and you tell them shut the fuck up and take your order, you might get fired for saying
Well,
that.
not
And
might,
we're
you
talking
are getting
about
fired,
McDonald's.
yeah.
So you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody has to have some taste in the way that you interact, in the way that you communicate with people. At the NBA, you have a lot of eyes on you. So it's just some things that you can't say in certain.
But especially when it comes down to
Even my
sports,
whole
if you are
thing is-
producing at a certain level, teams will look past it if you're really that good.
He
Jaden
would have
Ivey
to
was
be producing
hurt.
at an insane level. Because to me,
I'm not saying that they won't look past. They'll make you like if Shea. I'm not gonna accuse. I'm using it because he might be the best friend. If Shea came out and did what Jaden Ivey did, OKC are not waiving him.
They're not
Right.
cutting him.
They're not
Obviously,
waiving him.
they're not waiving
That's my point.
They will make sure they might suspend him for a couple games. They might,
yeah,
especially now that they pretty much got the 1 seed. They might suspend him for a couple games. Make him apologize on social media. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
yeah.
But he is not getting waived. Jaden Ivey is not a good enough NBA player to do what he did and then maintain NBA occupation. He's
He's not
like,
even under contract for years
Like, he-
either. Like
but he
it was
also-
just dumb for him to
he
do that.
might not
Yeah.
care. Like Jaden Ivey might be at the point, which is why, like, I don't know, maybe he needs support, whatever. I don't
No,
know.
his
what's
ass
going on.
care.
But
Was
I don't know
Mark
if Jaden
Jackson
Ivey
good
is
enough
actually
coach?
prioritizing his NBA career right now. Like, I don't know if that's his main interest.
I don't even know what was
he might
his
have
goal.
known
My
what
whole
was
thing
coming
was,
before
what was
he did,
his
and he just didn't
goal
care.
from what
His goal was to just say it and say how he felt.
Say what he wanted to say.
Was
you gotta have a goal
was he
behind
wrong?
that.
Was he wrong?
He doesn't have a goal.
Was he
Just
wrong?
rambling on nonsense. That's what he was just.
Yes, he was rambling on
not.
yeah.
That clip, he's been rambling. He's
Was
just
he
been
wrong?
He's been rambling for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
he's
don't
been
have a
rambling,
goal.
so-
Nothing
Can I ask an important
Nothing about what he
question?
said was
Go
nothing
ahead.
about what he said was them trying to censor his speech. Nobody was trying to fault him for his religious beliefs. At the end of the day, it was just unnecessary. Like he just went on a rant where it was just like, yo, I get that's how you feel. Everybody feels certain ways about stuff. But for you to just put it out there and attack the NBA, for some reason you decided to attack the job you work at. Why?
I don't know what we're arguing about, then, Jordan. You're making my point. We all agree it was completely that, right? 100% that's facts. What I'm saying is when you were a young player who gets traded to another team, you're not a centerpiece guy. They brought low. You got injured. Now you're doing unnecessary shit. You get waived.
Worked at Nike and got fired. It's not even about the NBA. I'm saying what he just did was just stupid. Like he could have been a marketing director at Chick-fil-A.
We're saying the same thing though, Jordan. So I don't understand the back and forth. I agree with that. What I'm also trying to point out is the situation that he was in to say that gets you more than often cut because you're not that important.
Yes.
That's it.
All right, fellas, we gonna go ahead and get off of this subject. We'll probably circle back. We might circle back around to this in our members only stream. See, in our members only streams, we'll go more in depth with, once again, topics off the court, things that happen and stuff like that, and talk more about the culture of basketball as opposed to more of the X's and O's and stuff like that. You guys circle your calendars. Saturday, April 11th, it's going down in our members only stream. But I have another $50 super chat from Teddy Hart. That is $110 that Teddy Hart has sent through today. Teddy Hart said, Reed, why put Kawhi over Jaylen Brown when factoring in team success, which has always mattered for all NBA? JB was a top 5 MVP candidate as well. That should matter. Cool if you disagree, but to clutch your pearls is crazy. Just wait till Ron let me up there. Just wait till Ron lets me up here one day. LOL.
I think Jaylen Brown.
I mean, but Kawhi is better. Like that's all we're saying.
I think
I was the person who clutched my pearls. Let me just respond to those.
Okay, go ahead.
Teddy Hart, I want you to go through NBA history and think of one player. Name one player, literally, any one player who has made All NBA first team and his team was 8.2 points per 100 possessions better with him off the court. Go ahead. Kawhi Leonard is literally carrying the Clippers from the depths of hell in the stronger conference. Jaylen Brown does not hold a candle to Kawhi Leonard. He's not a better defender this year. He's not a better offensive player this year. He's not even in his he can't hold his jockstrap. Okay? So you talking about 13.9 net rating, you watch the games and you think Jaylen Brown is this guy because everyone's gassing him up and he's on a podcast saying he's MVP. This is what I'm talking about. I'm sick and tired of people being able to come up here and say, or come up to go on a show, go on ESPN and say, I think I'm an MVP. And some dumbass out there is like, you know what? He kind of has a point. Let me put him in my top 5. Nah, man. Nah, you don't get to average 29 points per game on a successful team and just be MVP. The problem that I have is when role players are elite and the team becomes really good, we sometimes give credit to the top scorer. We did it with Paolo a couple years ago. You know, they were being carried by their defense, and suddenly everyone wants to gas up Paolo because he's the leading scorer. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. It's possible to be a net negative offensive players putting up big numbers on a really great defense. I don't think Jaylen Brown is a top 10 player in the NBA.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I don't.
I think Leonard is first team All-Pro. I had him first.
Kawhi is clearly that. And we don't know how many years he's got left, Cho, to the point that you're always echoing, injuries, the degenerative.
I still don't agree
bad.
with damage. I
Way
still don't
bad.
agree with punishing Jaylen Brown because Kawhi is great.
He's not
But
punishing him. There's 15
He's not
players in
punishing
this
you, he's
league that are
better.
more deserving of
I
that
mean,
spot
Jaylen
than
Brown's
him.
gonna make first team All NBA.
Yeah, because he
What?
should though. But he should.
The voters are gonna pick him.
You think
He's gonna, yeah.
Yes, he should.
Because we can-
Why
we
shouldn't
can-
he
because
make
we can
first
look-
team all
He's
NBA?
probably gonna
look
make
at
the team,
NBA
yeah.
straw polls and listen to all what the voters are saying all throughout the season. I've disagreed with him the whole time. It doesn't change the fact that he's going to make it.
Yeah,
Like, that's
I
pretty
think he
much a
should make
foregone
it, though.
conclusion that he's going to make. Yeah, that's fine. And we disagreed the whole year. Like,
Yeah.
that's fine. But Jaylen Brown is going to make first team All NBA.
Wow. So he's
It's
going to be that other
pretty
guy.
obvious at this point. The straw polls had him 5th in MVP.
Ooh, shout out
Every
to
All
change
NBA voter
subject.
who's been willing to say something about it has said that he's going to be on their first team All NBA ballot. So we can talk about it and be like, I disagree, whatever. But yeah, he's going to make it.
Yeah.
I don't think he should, but he's going to.
Yeah.
So 50 memberships is ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, man. Jaylen
That's
Brown
actually
holding it
crazy.
down.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown holding it down the way the
Absolutely.
Celtics held it
The
down,
Brown.
and Celtics got a good team, so I just can't say Jaylen Brown just backpacked that team, but he stepped right into expectations that the Boston Celtics just genuinely didn't have, and he did what he's supposed to do, and he had an amazing season. Okay, Kawhi is having a great season too. They got off to a rocky start. Not saying it's Kawhi's fault, not saying it's anybody's fault, but that's just the price you pay whenever you start off to a rocky start and one guy didn't. So it is what it is.
No, I hear that, but
Right.
like even with that though, like in terms of like play, Kawhi's been a huge piece of elevating their play to not die. Like this team went from a team where like they're giving OKC a top 5 picks to now like this team is gonna probably make the playoffs.
They could still miss the
like
playoffs.
Kawhi,
too, by the way.
Kawhi was also
Yeah.
on the team when they were en route to giving the Thunder the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
for sure.
That is true.
Like, you can't give Kawhi the credit for getting
Credit,
them out of the
exactly.
hole.
That's
He
what I was
also
saying.
part
Players
of
don't
those.
win games, teams
Yeah.
win games, and teams lose games. And
Yeah, but you're going to give Kawhi the
credit
credit right now for pulling this team out of the slump, but you're not going to give
watching the
Justin
games.
Wade-
I'm giving them both. I'm giving them both of that though, Drench. Yeah,
I'm giving Kawhi credit for playing better than Jaylen Brown.
that's what I'm doing.
What has Jaylen Brown done better? How about this? What one thing is Jaylen Brown better at than Kawhi Leonard? Is he a better shooter? Is he a better scorer?
This season.
Yeah,
This
what
season.
one thing? Is he a better defender? What the fuck is he?
He's probably a better passer.
Kawhi don't be passing that thing though, so you can't really say
I can
that.
hear the pass. I can hear the pass.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I can hear the
come
pass
on.
argument for Kawhi.
Neither one.
Factually,
Oh.
factually,
Hey,
Jaylen
hold
Brown
on,
is
hold
a
on,
better
right
scorer,
quick though. My man, can we change subject? Is not bullshitting today. He's not
He's going
playing today.
crazy in
He
chat,
is
bro.
coming
Yeah.
for the king
did
of
it
all
again?
Hall of Famers.
Oh my God.
Hey, can we change
Did it
subject?
twice, wow.
Might be the greatest Hall of Famer to ever come through Players' Choice, to ever grace the panel. And we've seen some people come up here. Hey, Archton came
that's
up
crazy.
here and really went crazy. My man Cheese to chat time in, and Cheese to come through and give Chin Players' Choice memberships. Which shout out to Cheese because he is the most consistent at doing that. Can we change subject? Not only sent through a $50 super chat, but then sent through a $100 super chat, and then can we change subject? Chimed in and then dropped 50 Players' Choice memberships.
Yo, gift.
Why you mute my
And then
mic?
came through. My bad. I thought that was you typing.
No, it's
and
good.
then came through. And then came through and dropped another 50 Players' Choice memberships. That is a total of 100 Players' Choice memberships. And you know what's the cool thing about it? First off, welcome everybody that just got a new membership and is able to type in the chat. I hope you guys enjoy the chat. The chat is a great place to be. And there's so much that's going on in the streets of the panel, otherwise known as the chat. But if you got a new Players' Choice membership, that means you're eligible to get one of 4 tickets that we're giving away to our Portland show live in the MODA Center. If you are now a member and you want to pull up to the Portland show, if you live in Portland, if you live in Seattle, if you want to fly in, if you want to take a train, hey, if you want to teleport to Portland, however you can get there, if you can make a show and you're a member, DM us on the Players' Choice account on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, wherever you follow us at. Let us know you want to pull up to the show. We will be gifting away 4 tickets. And hey, you know what? I might even have some extra tickets. I might take one of these guys' tickets up here and give it to you personally.
Mars, you made an interesting point about, because I know how adamant you are, Mars, about if you get yourself in a hole, like I'm not giving you credit for digging yourself out of that hole. I know how adamant you are about that. But Mars, would it interest you if I told you that Leonard, I think they're 2 games over 500. He ends up going out of the lineup. And when he goes out of the lineup, they drop 8 of their next 10 games. So now we got a flood going on, right? So essentially what happened, Mars, is I'm in the house and everything is fine. I leave the house for a couple hours. I come back. I got a flood in the front room. Now I got to help get the flood out, only except it's getting worse. But it was already like this before I got here. And now I got to help dig this out. But it was fine before It was fine when I was here in the first place. So the same logic with Leonard. Leonard, they were already over 500. They were winning. He goes out of the lineup. They end up going in the tank, and now he's got to dig this team out of the hole that they were already in, which now they're already going this way. So I think that it's a little unfair to put that on Leonard, that he was a part of.
I'm putting it on him. I'm acknowledging he was part of it.
Well, he was, but again, I think it's a little bit unfair off the strength that we were doing well before I went out of the lineup. And the fact that
resiliency is so underrated. Resiliency
he went down in game 6.
Right.
Okay, what so you're saying sounds cute, like this whole if you dug yourself in the hole, I'm not giving you credit for digging out of it. How many people get dug in a hole and lay in it? How many people start out 2-10 and just quit on the season?
My statement was you don't get extra credit. That was
you don't get extra credit. You get credit for it.
Yeah, that was my statement. You don't get. I don't give you bonus points for digging yourself out of a hole. Right. And the context of it was based on the Cavs 3-1 comeback against Golden State.
Sure.
That's not more impressive than if they were to just sweep them in the first place. That was the argument.
I think it is.
Yeah, we disagree. And I'm not about to rehash the whole argument.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
I disagree with you.
I'm just saying chill.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and again, I don't want to do that thing that sometimes, unfortunately, Swiper does to me, where he's like, Pen, sit back. You're not an athlete, But like, to the athletes up here, when you're, and I'm specifically talking to Chill, Ron, and Ox, when you down 2-1, or when you're down 45-20 at the halftime, and you end up winning the game, isn't that like harder than just blowing out a team?
Yes, it is.
Because there's a subconscious thing, I think, in most people's heads that's like, that's super hard. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to waste all that energy. I might fail, etc. There's a natural inclination to quit. And the way the Clippers were going, it would be so easy for Kawhi to just wave his hands and be like, you know what? I didn't create this shit show. I didn't lose Paul George. I didn't create this issue with aspiration and all I didn't birth Pablo Torre. So all this shit that y'all doing, this is your problem. You didn't get me a right supporting cast, but instead Kawhi put on his Batman cape, just like he did for the Toronto Raptors in 2019, where the Raptors were down in that Milwaukee series, just like he's done time and time again for the Spurs. I'm sorry, Kawhi built different, yo.
I think it's clear that he's built a little different than most people, Pen. But I think there is also something to what Mars is saying. If I go into halftime down 22-45, I got myself in that hole. So I can't give extra credit because we came back and won, but I'll give you the same amount of credit as just winning a basketball game. I mean, I can't say, oh, well, we came back. Like, for instance, what Brian and Kyrie did, well, that whole Cavaliers team coming back from down 3-1 was incredible. Like, but they put themselves in that hole. So It's like I don't give them extra credit for coming back 3-1. If anything, I'm just knocking Golden State for allowing that to happen.
Why that?
Because
you come back, you get no credit, but the team that loses the league gets all the blame.
You lost. Because you lost. And the losers
always getting caught up in like the narrative part of this a bit too much.
It's not even so much a narrative about it though, Penn, but or gifted. But Penn, it's like I can't. And the only thing I can say about Kawhi in this instance is the reason they went in the hole was because he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why these are two different situations.
So now you get extra credit.
No, you don't. You're not getting extra. I'm not giving you extra credit. I expect this from Kawhi. So my thing is, I'm not. Hold on, real quick. I'm not saying that you can't give him credit. I'm saying that this is a different circumstance. What's happening with the Celtics or the Clippers? Because to y'all point, they were 3-3. Kawhi gets hurt. They go down the shitter. But in those first 6 games, let's not act like Kawhi wasn't averaging. What was he averaging? 25 and 6 already. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was
all right. But I remember opening.
He was playing pretty good.
They got blown up off
Utah opening night.
Yeah,
They then blew out Phoenix. I remember that. And then I can't remember the next games. They went 2-2. Obviously,
Portland.
They then go 2-8 without Kawhi, and then he came back and they went 1-10.
Yes.
Like we're not going to act like Kawhi didn't come back and then was part of them getting fried. Right. Now you can say that they was on a downward trajectory by that point when Kawhi came back and he couldn't just save them. I'm fine with that. I can agree with that statement. That's fine. So Kawhi in his first, how many games is that? 3-3, so 6 plus 11.
Sure.
So his 17 games.
Yep.
He went 4-13. He also was part of the losing. And then he turned up. He started shooting more pull-up threes. Him and James Harden did what they needed to do. Obviously, the Clippers turned it around, blah, blah, blah. We've seen them since then. They've been amazing. I'm just not on the side of I elevate your level of performance for getting out of a hole that you ended up putting yourself into. I just look at how well you played. That's it. Kawhi Leonard to me is all NBA because of how well he's playing. Not because he's dug himself out of the Clippers hole or what. He's playing at a top 5 level, therefore he's all NBA first team.
I want to bring it back to the level of play.
If they started the season good and Kawhi was still playing at the same level, that wouldn't then hurt his all NBA first team case because he had no hole to dig out.
He's played better since that losing streak. I would say during that losing streak, he was still playing better than Jaylen Brown.
That's my whole point.
Bro, what do you got against Jaylen Brown, bro? Like, I don't get this shit that you.
Jaylen Brown is cooking. Jaylen Brown is absolutely cooking.
What do you? How the fuck do you talk so crazy about Jaylen Brown? Scotty fucking Barnes.
Jaylen Brown went on.
You do the same thing about everybody. Everybody's sucking
in December.
Yeah, but chill. Jaylen Brown's better than Donovan Mitchell. So
I think so.
Are you asking me this question after all the nonsense you talking about Donovan Mitchell?
What we doing about? You would have an argument if Jaylen Brown was averaging 20 points a game. You would have an argument if he was doing that. You would have an argument if Jaylen Brown didn't have the Celtics to a second seed. You would have that argument.
And you would do the same thing. And you would have an argument if the Cleveland Cavaliers was #1 about Donovan Mitchell. You would do the same thing with him because you do the same thing about Donovan Mitchell.
What is my argument about Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell is not a #1. That's your argument about Donovan Mitchell.
That ain't the same argument we're talking about with Jaylen Brown. How is that even relevant?
Donovan Mitchell. Kawhi Leonard's having one of his best
because this shit not even relevant to this conversation.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's not even
because that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about first team All Pro. You making it sound like he's got a vendetta against him. No, he doesn't. We're arguing Kawhi Leonard and Jaylen Brown.
I think he does. He absolutely does.
He might have a vendetta.
While we're arguing Jaylen Brown and Kawhi Leonard, it's not like we're arguing Jaylen Brown and Scotty Barnes. We're not doing that. No, we're arguing Jaylen Brown.
But Penn is admittedly a Jaylen Brown
hater. You
hater.
should have said his name. You should not have said bro name.
Third best player.
Third? No, he's their second best player.
He's better than Derek White these days. He's surpassed him.
No, this season is Jaylen Brown the Celtics' best player this season?
Yes.
How you even got to think about that? How do you even got to think about that?
Because I really like Jason Tatum. That's why.
No,
he just got here.
I'm the resident Jason Tatum guy up here, and I wouldn't say that. So
this season is Jaylen Brown the Celtics' best player.
Look, he's in pain right now, too. No, he's in pain. It hurts him. No, he is. Look at Penn.
Yes, Drench.
Penn is physically in pain because he can't. He physically is struggling to admit that Jaylen Brown is the best player on that team.
This is very simple.
He is clear. But he is a self-admitted Jaylen Brown hater. Chill. I don't know where you've been. That's what he does.
Hold on. First of all, I like Jaylen Brown.
I mean, he does this. That's what he does.
No,
he hates Jaylen Brown every chance he gets.
Ryan, you muted, bro.
Jaylen Brown is the Celtics' best player, and they're the second in a second conference. And they're second in the Eastern Conference.
This is what he does.
But this
we arguing about him and Kawhi, and he said even when Kawhi was playing bad, he was still playing better than Jaylen Brown. My thing is, what are you basing that off of?
Numbers.
How he played?
Box plus
even
minus.
If you base it off numbers, you are wrong.
On off numbers.
If you base it off numbers, you're wrong.
Yeah, on a. You know what, Ox? If you are on a team,
so you basing that off
and your best player.
I mean, can we look at the months? We can look at the months real quick. We can do that right now.
If you base it off numbers, he's wrong.
Okay, so let's go to the numbers then and see.
Well, you don't know what numbers he's basing off of.
You just feel like numbers are wrong.
Well, it does because there's going to be numbers.
It actually does matter. It actually does matter though.
Jaylen Brown, you hate on numbers.
If the argument's based on numbers, the numbers are being
No, I don't hate on numbers. I hate when y'all abuse numbers. Let's just get this straight. I hate the abuse of numbers. I hate the disrespect.
His numbers are not better than Kawhi, though. That's not true. Numbers are not better than Kawhi.
What numbers you're using because Jordan is using PRA. Jaylen Brown averages more PR and A. So there you go. His numbers are better. So like I said, the actual which numbers are being used is relevant. Because if Penn goes to the advanced stats, Kawhi's going to blow Jaylen Brown out the water. If Jordan uses the PRA, the box score numbers, Jaylen Brown's going to
and wins
better than Kawhi.
Whoa.
Yeah,
and wins.
Box score numbers. Jaylen Brown
I'm talking
is not
about
destroying.
rebounds per game, assists per game. I'm not talking about BPM. Points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game. That's the
And
numbers
the
that we
wins, though. And the most important one, the wins.
No, hold on. If we just go straight to the
Well,
last
winning
16,
doesn't really
hold on.
matter, Drench. That's not a
go
big
But
to
it
deal.
the
matters in this
score,
conversation when we talk about
3-point
what
percentage,
Jalen Brown
No,
is
it
doing.
doesn't.
goal percentage,
No, Drench,
steals
what you
per
got to
game,
understand
that's
about
part of the box
basketball
score.
We can look at a
nowadays,
full box score
what you got to understand
right
about
now,
basketball nowadays, Drench, is winning and losing no longer matters. It's about breaking down. It's about breaking down segments and per this, per that about the game. We don't care about who wins the game anymore. We just care about on-off
Okay.
numbers
Oh my
and what you
God.
do when
Okay.
you and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
right.
don't forget.
Wait.
First you got to weed out the garbage time first, and then we can talk about that. But the winning and losing does not matter in basketball anymore. We're not here for that.
Okay.
We're here to make. Hold on. We're here to make up formulas so that we can talk about stuff about basketball that actually don't really even fucking matter.
Okay. So
ignoring
the nerd shit,
You don't know what the fuck you're watching. That's why you gotta. You can only go off these fucking charts and shit.
Ox.
This man, Jalen Brown, has to elevate
Calm
his
down.
game.
Ox, listen to me, bro. Ignoring the nerd shit, because I know what you're talking about, right? Ignoring that.
I like nerd shit.
If you're
I like nerd shit.
okay, but in this context, you don't. I'm saying ignoring that, right? When you're looking at Kawhi Leonard and like his overall play in terms of efficiency with how he's been able to score the basketball and his defense this season, I would say that Kawhi has played at a better level than Jalen Brown. That's what I would be saying.
I got Kawhi over everybody.
I know you
talking
do.
to
Yeah.
niggas Kawhi.
So
Gifted. I have no issue with that. By the way, I have no issue with any of this shit. That if y'all believe that Kawhi is a better player, y'all believe he played better, it's cool. My issue is the way Penn is describing Jalen Brown. And by the way, if we want to make the argument, since we want to make a narrative argument about Kawhi having to get this team out of this slump, and
Jalen Brown has a much better narrative than
I would just make the argument that Jalen Brown, who saw his team lose their best player last year, whether you want to make that excuse, Jason Tatum was their best scorer, best whatever last year, right?
Yeah.
For Jalen Brown to say, this Celtics team, I have to elevate my play on all levels. And to get this team to where we at right now, how is that not the same fucking argument?
I've been listening to people argue that Jalen Brown is better than Jason Tatum for 4 years.
We just gonna skip over what I said. Every time I make a point, we just ignore the shit. Every time.
Has Jason Tatum had a better season than this?
No.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm just asking a question.
This year, Jason Tatum, no.
This is a question.
No.
I'm talking about
Jason Tatum has ever had a season better than Jalen Brown is having this.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
To last year, every single one of those seasons, he was better than Jalen Brown is right now. Every single one of them.
But he wasn't getting MVP hype, was he? No.
Chill was pushing the problem.
I mean, because they're a far better player than Jason Tatum.
What does this have to do with
Jalen Brown's also not going to win MVP. He's going to come fifth at best.
That's not really what the argument right now to me.
There are things that are loud on the basketball court, and there are things that are quiet on the basketball court. There are players who specialize in things that are quiet, and there are certain players who specialize in things that are loud. Okay? Screening is quiet. Charges are quiet. Big, hypey blocks and big, eventful steals and big dunks and highlights. These are loud.
A little bit.
Kawhi is a player who specializes in both. He does a lot of things on the quiet. The intangibles are quiet. Leadership is quiet. A lot of these things, resilience, clutch scoring, these things, clutch field goal percentage, these things are quiet. They don't matter if you don't win the game. Okay? There's another thing that's very
Can't you argue Jalen Brown's a better leader than Kawhi?
Oh, he just arguing his feelings. That's what he just arguing about how he feel about who's doing what.
You could make that argument. You could certainly make that. You could make that argument that you think Jalen Brown's a great leader, and you could argue that Jalen Brown and Derek White have been a huge part of shepherding a ship that was supposed to go nowhere. But you could also argue that Kawhi had to do that job by himself in with a team that changed.
What did he do? What did he do by himself? James Harden was on the team.
He absolutely
did. James Harden was playing very well this season before he went to Cleveland.
Extremely well.
That was a big reason I was upset. I said it was some sucker shit for him leaving Kawhi stranded, and then because I didn't know if Darius Garland was going to be able to play even at all this season. But then when you look at what Benedict Mathurin and Darius Garland have been doing, they've been playing very well all also.
Okay.
Kawhi got a
You know what
good
I'm saying?
ass
They've
team.
been
Kawhi really has
very
a
well
good
That's
ass
why
team.
they-
lately,
That's
yeah.
why the Clippers starting 6-21 was so crazy because none of us thought they was gonna stink.
Well,
Exactly.
and because I know
We all thought they'd be good.
and I
We
know
all thought they'd be
y'all,
good,
I know
yeah.
that y'all don't like Bradley Beal, but him breaking his hip was a big deal coming into this season.
For sure. No, for sure.
It's fine.
You know what I'm saying? I know that y'all
Yeah,
don't care
that's
for
fair to
Bradley Beal, but I do.
I do. But I'm
Fellas,
saying, I'm saying
I-
that argument
Drench,
is null
after
and
this-
void. That
go-
argument is null and void for Penn, though. That's what I'm saying.
It's
null
not
and
no,
void.
All right.
This whole thing is you have two teams that basically tore it apart for money. Okay, both teams. If we're looking at it, Clippers, Celtics, both kind of did the same thing. They both
Well,
said the Celtics sold on Drew Holiday. They sold on Kristaps Porzingis. They brought in Neemias Queta. They brought in a whole bunch of underrated guys that I think were very underrated signings. The Clippers kind of did the same thing. They shipped out Norman Powell, who just became an all-star. I think both Jaylen Brown and Kawhi Leonard deserve a lot of credit for the resilience of leading a team as the leading scorer, a team that you could look at your front office and say they don't even want us to win because they're cheaping out. That's
because Penn, and you know what, and I understand this, and I've come to this realization earlier in the season, talking to you guys. The Celtics did not feel that way. Y'all just didn't know how good Jaylen Brown was.
For sure.
Y'all thought, oh, they're just giving up because they're just gonna do this with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Are you serious? No, Jaylen Brown. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't say he's better than Kawhi Leonard. You know I don't think that. What I'm saying is the narrative that y'all thought the Celtics were hanging it up or something like that. And mind you, I thought they were going to be in the play-in this year. I thought they were going to be in the play-in this year, but the reason I thought they were going to be in the play-in, and I talked to y'all about it earlier, is because I thought Jaylen Brown had a torn meniscus or something. I thought he wasn't going to. I thought he wasn't going to be playing until late December, and I spoke on that. So when he comes out balling, I'm like, yo, why are y'all acting shocked? This is who Jaylen Brown is.
The whole
season. What is the gap? You love both players. What's the gap between these two players? What's the gap between these two
I do want to say like
Jaylen and Kawhi.
Yeah,
real quick.
Well, first of all, Penn.
Hold up, right quick, Gifted.
First of all, Penn, first of all, Penn, I think they're both first team All NBA, and y'all can take that how you want to. But secondly, I think there's a little gap. I just think Kawhi's a little more poised. I think he's a little more poised than Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown,
but just to answer your question though, I think Kawhi's better than Jaylen Brown. I think he's just a little more poised than Jaylen Brown. I think he got more patience. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. He's just a better basketball player. But I don't think that's a knock to JB. I'm not knocking JB. I just think there's a little bit of gap right there because it's mostly because of patience and poise.
My whole thing is, Ox, I agree with you on that. I do think Kawhi's a better player. I'm just saying for this season, I get Kawhi's having a great year. Like Kawhi's doing his damn thing. Kawhi's awesome. I'm saying if I have to pick out of first team All NBA, I'm not going to, although I love Kawhi this season, I'm not going to punish Jaylen Brown and take him off the list to put Kawhi up there because of the circumstances that come with winning and what Jaylen Brown has been doing. So they're not going to do that.
Drench, they're both first team All NBA.
I would agree with that. I don't know because it's a lot of people.
Mark, can you explain to me why Jaylen Brown's team is?
I'm not doing that. Hang on real quick.
Hold up right quick. Go ahead, Gifted. Go ahead.
Okay, so like the narrative part that I think we're forgetting, if we're being fair, is that the Celtics started out the season kind of shaky, and people were like trying to like heavily victory lap that, and then Jaylen Brown continued to start hooping. Derek White started out struggling in terms of actually being like really positive as a shooter. Everything else was good, and then they started to win more and more. I would argue Jaylen Brown's potency in terms of his play dropped post, I would say, December. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but that's what I can recall watching. And then Derek White got way better, right? Kawhi, though, on the other hand, in my opinion, I think James Harden was outplaying him at the start, and then Kawhi picked his level up really insane to now, right? So in my opinion, if we're just gonna do the whole who has the better narrative, Jaylen Brown to me easily has a better narrative because a lot of people did not expect him to be this good without Jason Tatum. Right. However, in terms of where the Clippers were in season, the narrative on them, especially after they traded Harden, was this team's going nowhere, and they turned that shit around. So that's how it works for both overall players. But regardless of that, to the basketball, which shouldn't be second, Kawhi has been better than Jaylen Brown and more consistent, even when they were losing, in my opinion. For the entirety of the
I
season.
told y'all to be
We're
patient.
gonna move on that note, y'all.
Yeah.
Jokic is second team All NBA.
No, he is not. No, he
Hey,
is not.
fellas, we got a lot of super chats, so we're gonna hero that. But
No, the
Ox,
fuck he
we
is
could
not.
potentially
wow.
get back to that at another
Who
time.
is gonna
face.
beat you?
No,
Ooh,
the
Chill
fuck he
face.
is not.
Ooh,
Hank
cool.
Williams. Hank
fuck
Williams
he is?
sent through a super chat.
What did Shield say?
Why not?
Wait, what did Shield say? What did Shield say?
Huh? So
Fellas,
why
She was
not?
upset.
Fellas, we're gonna move
I
on.
missed
We'll
it,
get
okay.
back around to that.
Ryan, it ain't Jaylen Brown and it ain't Kawhi. I know that.
All right, Hank Williams said, gotta re-clarify. Indy is Midwest, not the East Coast or the West. But all I was saying was try to have a PC weekend in the East Coast once in a while. Let Mars try some real food. And Tim's, dub PC geography. So, Hank
And
Williams,
Tim's?
I just do want to ask you, where at on the East Coast do you want us to come? Hank Williams, you talk to me, let me know, and I'll add that to our
Y'all need to go to
bucket list, and
Georgia.
I'll move it up to the top.
He said some Tim, so it's got to be up north, right? Got to be New
For
York.
sure, I'm assuming so. But Hank Williams, you tell us where you want us to come to, and we'll add that to the agenda.
Does PC weekend ever happen in Georgia?
Nah,
like Savannah, Georgia,
Atlanta,
Oh, I thought it was
Savannah?
about
Savannah Bananas.
the country, Mars.
No, not
Come on,
Georgia.
man.
I think PC
Not
weekend,
Georgia,
Georgia.
Europe.
I'll
Like
go.
the basketball
out there.
scene in Georgia is crazy. It is.
All right.
Zaza. Yeah, thanks.
Spanish Jose TV said, "Yo, East Hater. The Eastern Conference has frequently produced deep runs from lower seeds, proving that the overall strength of the conference is top to bottom rather than just top heavy by the West."
I think
Or that the top is
Shout out
so
to our
mid
99
that the bottom
Knicks.
of it can win.
yeah, that's a crazy argument.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's
Man,
a
that
crazy
99
argument.
Knicks team is probably one of my favorite teams of all
That was a
time.
50-win team.
Absolutely.
That was a
Absolutely.
50. That was
Oh,
a
the
50
Knicks
plus
and
win
99.
team.
Latrell Sprewell. Man, all the things we would say about Latrell Sprewell if he was playing in the NBA today.
Shout out to
Choking
them getting
out
packed up
coaches.
by the Spurs, man.
Better than Jaylen Brown.
See, this is shit I be talking about right here.
Oh,
This
That's,
see, Chill?
but wait.
I'm talking
Hey,
about-
Hey, but hold on, no drinks. Like, shout out Latrell though. Like,
Shout out
hey,
Latrell, but
that's my
shit I'm
He was
man.
on that.
Latrell was
He was
like,
on that.
I'm
Alex.
talking about repeating.
The trail was on that.
Hey, I got too much love for Latrell to get involved in this. So shout out
Yeah, but
Latrell,
I'm
man.
just saying, this the shit I'm talking about with Penn, and he tried to walk it back like this wasn't what he
Well,
was doing.
that's because everybody up here besides me and you tried
too
to let
smart for
Penn
me,
slide
Jordan.
with that, and we know Penn is
Yeah, I know exactly
the
what he was
resident
doing.
Jaylen Brown hater. We know that.
I just don't know why we need to rehash the Jaylen Brown all
Yeah,
NBA
yo,
question debate every week.
It's
Like,
all
what-
good,
keep
y'all.
gonna
Like,
make
hey,
it. Move on.
hey, everybody up here is a hater.
It was
of
a super
somebody,
chat, right?
And it's all good.
And I'm not
Yeah,
a hater
yeah.
of Donovan Mitchell, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Ah,
Come on,
well,
Dre.
Drench,
I don't know about that one.
You got
you
to
are
accept
guilty
that.
as charged, brother.
If you want to
It's all good.
hold
It's all good. It ain't
Penn
nothing wrong with it.
accountable, you got to hold
I'm
Self
just saying, I don't know.
accountable.
Ox is the
no.
resident lawyer and defender up here. He is not taking your case. I promise you that.
No.
He is not.
I,
He is not
me and
taking
you
your
can't.
case.
Hey,
I could do it.
come to work.
Even if you did put Ox on
Exactly.
retainer, Ox is
All
not
I
taking
gotta
your
say
case.
is,
I can hold you
all I
there.
gotta say is, I have yet to do a video on Steph Curry for a reason. I'm gonna just say that. Not one video on Steph Curry.
All right, y'all. We got
Now,
another
comment
$10
that.
super chat. We got another
understand
$10
you
super
on that.
chat from Teddy Hart. That is totaling $120 today in super chats from the Hall of Famer Teddy Hart. He's living up to his status and living up to his name. Teddy said, if the Knicks end up facing the Hawks in round one, I got a feeling the Knicks might get dealt with. In other news, the Hawks have a top 7 pick incoming.
Yo, that horse gas is loud. Jesus.
Who's in charge of this? Like, why are the Hawks getting this super hype?
because,
That would be a former
because-
Detroit
because
Pistons.
their
legend.
schedule just got real soft towards the end of the season after it started off kind of tough. So now you get to push they're better without Trae Young propaganda because they get to beat up on the Nets.
It
They
is Trae
are
Young a
way
little
better
bit,
without
yeah.
Trae Young.
That's cool.
So you get because they get to beat up on the Nets and the Wizards and the Jazz and
Right,
all of them. So they get.
Oh,
to
that sounds like
dominate
East
them.
Coast privilege to me.
Yeah, so
I mean,
shout
they still
out to them. You
That's
know,
what that would be.
when you start the season having to play the good teams,
W
and then
privilege.
you close
They still
out
gotta play
playing.
Orlando. They still
This
gotta play
their
the
schedule
Knicks,
since
gotta
they've
play
gone on this
Cleveland
run, right?
twice.
Because I read this earlier.
Let's hear it.
They
Yeah.
lose to the Heat, and then then their run starts. They beat the Nets. This is in a row. I'm not just picking out the bad teams. The
In a
Nets,
row, okay.
the Wizards, the Blazers, the Bucks, the Sixers with no one healthy, the Mavericks, the Nets, the Bucks, the Magic. Shout out to them. The Mavericks. They then lose to the Rockets, get blitzed.
This is bad.
They beat the Warriors. No Steph injury. No Jimmy Butler. I don't. Even
Oh,
know
I
if-
remember.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Bullshit
They beat the
ass
Grizzlies. They then they beat the Pistons in overtime. Obviously, that was Jalen Duran, missed the game winner. No Cade, obviously, but still a good team, so we'll give them that. They then lost to the Celtics, beat the Kings, and then beat the Celtics. Blew the Celtics out from what I saw yesterday. So in that stretch of games,
But
No,
Jason
Jason
Tatum
Tatum.
didn't
the
play.
healthy teams in which
But Jalen Brown did play.
Jason Tatum didn't even play yesterday.
Yeah,
by
he
the way.
play. Yes.
Jalen
But
Brown did
we'll-
play though.
Yeah, but we'll call them healthy. We'll call them healthy for the sake of argument. The
Charles
good,
Brewer played,
healthy
they
teams
lost.
that they beat. This is the list of good, healthy teams that they beat. Boston last night.
They're not healthy. They're missing Jason Tatum.
That's it.
Their
I
best
said
player.
we'll give them
Lamar
that
is
for the
counting
sake
it
of
for
conversation.
yeah.
I literally
So
said
well, y'all, you picked
So that's that
you
list
like
of
beating
healthy
Orlando
good
without
teams they beat.
Franz. So
that's the list of
Yeah, but
healthy.
we were
good teams they
we were
beat.
without Brandon
Boston.
Ingram and Emmanuel Quickly.
yeah, but Franz is
And
better than both
CMB.
of them put together.
And
Oh,
for the
sure.
record, Mars, they are not out the weeds. I mean, they got a pretty tough schedule down the stretch. They got to play the
Okay.
Knicks
They still gotta
twice.
win.
They got to play Cleveland twice.
Yeah,
gotta
now
play
they
the
got
Knicks
play
twice.
the Magic should be like a relative because the Magic's going to be on a back to back because they play the Suns today.
Yeah.
Then they
The
go
Magic are good, bro. I just don't.
Yeah,
think
but
they're
when
good.
but see, Mars, when
play
I
the Magic,
brought
then
this
the
up,
Nets. The Magic and Nets should be 2 wins
They
ideally,
should beat them.
and they
They
close the
should.
season with the Knicks, Cavs, Heat. We'll see how
Okay.
that.
So,
But
we know
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
if
Easiest
those
schedule.
teams
Those are the big
are
games.
playing, we know how that's gonna go.
So Ox,
But
you
that's
think
the thing.
Franz
When I
Wagner is
brought
52
hold on,
points
I'm not
better than
I don't even
an
I have
all-star?
I don't give a shit about that game pin. But the
course
Hawks
you
team
don't.
though, like why would I? The Hawks team,
NBA history.
the Hawks team, right? When I brought this up earlier, it was a bunch of Hawks fans in there getting mad at me, like, "Shut up, Hawks! Why are you bringing that up? Like, you players in French here, you know, like."
Yeah.
Calm down, bro. Like,
All right,
y'all
all right,
just
fellas.
suck, man.
Shout
Oh,
out
to 9 points,
you's a King fan. How dare you talk
You-
about
you-
the Hawks? Like,
Did you
bro,
mention
Ox, that's
Tyler
not how
had
people
9
from
points?
Georgia talk. Come on.
I don't know.
relax,
Hey, you know them
Yes,
Buck.
they do.
No, they don't. Stu.
Yes,
They
they
don't
you know,
talk
you
like
know
that.
them
I will
Bumpkins
argue
talk
because
down there.
Ox is a fan of the Kings. He knows better than anyone what a bad team will look like.
I heard.
If anything.
I mean,
heard-
I don't know. I don't only watch the Kings. In fact, I haven't watched that much of the Kings this year. Like, just
That's
I am a fan of the Sacramento Kings. I represent the Sacramento Kings as a fan of them.
Have not been
That
much
doesn't
to
that
watch.
doesn't mean I sit around and when are the Kings playing? I'm only watching them. Like, no, I'm watching. In fact,
It doesn't help
in
that
fact,
you don't
I've been
watch your team when they're
I've been in the gym. I've been see Penn. I'm really be in the gym, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. You know, I'm not. I watched the
They
game.
don't
I
got
watched the
TVs in
games.
the gym.
I watch the games. No, like I'm in the lab. Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coaching and teaching basketball.
Oh,
So
okay.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like I watch the games that are on when I get home or before I leave. You know what I'm saying? If the Kings are playing, I'll watch that. You know what I'm saying? If it's Orlando, if it's I don't care. I like basketball. So
Your
I'm
team
not
plays
just sitting.
7 hours
I'm
a
not.
week.
I'm not just sitting around. I'm not just sitting around watching only the Kings because I like the Kings. I like basketball, so I can watch any teams play.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Ox, I just want to
matter.
say this though, Ox.
It doesn't
I
help
finally
that
got
they're
back to
bad. by
playing
the way.
one-on-ones, and I just whooped the kid ass in the 8th grade. I beat his ass in 3 spots, 2 times in a row. I'm back. I'm
That's
whooping
child.
his ass.
That's child abuse.
That's
Yeah,
child
I'm
All right,
drinking.
y'all.
Gifted, it
Jay-
doesn't help.
hey,
Gifted,
keep-
it
hey,
doesn't
keep
help
doing
that
it.
That team is bad.
You
by
sure?
the way,
You're
Gifted,
right. I'm
because
back to
pretty
whooping
confident.
kids'
It does
ass.
not help.
Come on.
No.
If
Keep
the,
my
if the
rock.
No, it does not,
Sacramento,
yeah.
if the Sacramento
chill.
Kings were 3rd in the Western Conference, I think Ox would make a concerted effort to catch more.
Ox
Kings.
have his chest out for sure.
I just
I
no.
think
I
he
just even the season, even the past seasons, I'm watching the games that are on. Would I catch? My thing about it
But I'm
is
sorry, Ron, go ahead.
I like so much basketball that I like a bunch of teams. If the Clippers are playing, I watch the Clippers. You know what
Chill.
I'm
I
saying?
heard
Celtics,
the
I watch the
best
Celtics.
nickname I've ever heard in my life for a basketball player the other day. PB No J.
Damn. Shout out Paulo, man. Shout out P5.
Wait.
Jay White sent through a super
Before
chat.
we move on real quick, I do want to say, because we'll never talk about them ever again. Shout out to Maxime Renaud. I got stock early on. I think he's gonna be good. I
We
like
should talk
Maxime
about him
Renaud
every
on the
day.
Kings.
He is good. Shout out Maxime.
I like Maxime.
All right. Jay White, thank you, Gifted,
Bro,
for
my
putting us
feet
on the
hurt from
Maxine.
victory lapping on this shit.
Jay White said, we easily go past the Spurs in the Celtics series. They haven't beat them. Who is guarding Wemby? Who is guarding our guards? And what depth do Boston have compared to the Spurs?
What this
Spurs
dumbass
and
shit
6.
with who was guarding people? Stop with that.
Yeah, the whole
goofy ass
guarding shit is so dumb because they have
Stop,
shooters
man.
all over the court.
That shit is,
The ball's
high
gonna move.
school. That shit is
Yeah.
barbershop talk. Nobody is slowing Wemby down. Okay. The question is going to be The question is going to be.
They put Jalen Brown on.
Who are the guys in them? Let me rephrase that, Mars, because again, I know when
Man, who guarded Brian Shire?
I have to be literal. So nobody is stopping Wemby. Slowing him down, that's completely different. No, that's completely different.
I have a good matchup for Wemby.
However, playing against the Boston Celtics, they will unleash physicality on him, which we've seen Wemby throughout the course of the season be less than when other teams are physical with him. He doesn't suck. He is less than, however, when teams are physical with him. So with that being said, there's nobody one-on-one that's all night long going to stop him. So stop with the who's guarding Wemby bullshit. Stop that.
To be fair, last time the Spurs won the game, so I guess people might not care. But the last time the Spurs played Boston, Mazzulla and his coaching staff deployed the strategy of let Wemby shoot, which was interesting. Now he ended up making 8 threes, but
Stick with that.
they took away like all of his stuff around the rim and all of his like interior presence, and he struggled in terms of like getting downhill, turning the ball over and stuff.
Yep.
So like,
Mars, was that the game when JB got ejected?
I mean, he's averaging. He's
Yeah.
averaging 30 points in 31 minutes.
So over the course of a series, if they were to deploy a similar strategy of basically force Wemby into shooting long jumpers and threes, you would bet on Wemby not shooting 8 for 15 every game.
You mean the same?
You would bet on that.
You mean the same Wemby where he has that jump shot, Mars, that you think could be the sky hook? You think that could be the dream shake?
Well, that's more just his like one dribble pull up in the mid range, not threes.
Sure.
But yeah, they like he shot 20 shots, 15 of them were threes.
Did Jason
like
Tatum
that
play any
shot
of those
profile
games?
is something
No,
that
right?
like you'd be willing to.
Bro,
bet.
I'm telling you.
Mars, it doesn't sound like we're stopping. It sounds like we're slow. We're deploying a strategy to slow him down. Because
It's a strategy to make him less effective.
But to your point, you just said he had 8 threes. That's 24
Yeah,
points.
he beat them in that game with that strategy.
Yeah, 24.
But it's just about you're playing the averages more than you're playing the
In a 7-game
individual
series,
games.
he's
One
not
game
gonna
and one
shoot that
not,
well.
yeah.
Chill. I think
you have
Jason
to
Tatum is
let
a
him
great
shoot that
matchup
shit.
for him.
I'm watching him shoot that. Like I'm
That's my whole thought on
absolutely
most
watching
big
him shoot
shooting
that.
threes.
I think Tatum is a great matchup on Wemby.
I don't hate that. I don't.
Yeah. Tatum is super versatile. At this point, I think he can get into his handle a little bit. He can definitely, physical him, lower center of gravity. Wemby's going to struggle. And I think because he's long enough, I think with the wingspan and the activity level, I think he can take away some of the jump shooting too.
Sure.
I think Jason Tatum could be a nightmare for Victor Wembanyama.
28 and 14. That's what that looks like.
This logic right here is exactly
Okay, Rob.
the opposite that you've been talking about a big man. Because Jason Tatum actually would be a good matchup for him on the perimeter. That's, of course, until he turned into the Lion King and grabbed him by the back of his neck like they do them little cubs and dragged his little ass to that box. Dragged his little ass to that box and went to work on him.
But he's not though. Wemby can't do that to him.
Hey,
I
but
don't think
Ox, though,
Wemby's
it's
ever
not
gonna be
it's
like
not even
Wemby
about
like-
it's not even
No?
about that though. What is Jason Tatum gonna do when Victor Wembanyama goes and sets a screen on Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, or Dylan Harper,
not a good
and then
screener.
rolls to the hoop? No. All right, well, he might not be a good screener. He's a good roller, though. I know
Yeah, he
that.
is, 'cause he's a
Just
huge
bang
target.
with him.
I know he's
who's
a
an
good
amazing
roller.
rim protector. Nehemiah Keita.
Nobody's Kata's gonna get his big ass stomped on.
Ron,
He's gonna get put in the rim just like everybody else.
Mimi Keita, and
He's
you are
gonna-
wrong as
He's gonna get put in the same way that Wemby will put Poodle in the rim, Yaka Poodle, the same way he'll put Chet Holmgren in the rim, the same way he'll put DeAndre Jordan in the rim. Every center will get put in the rim when Wemby rolls to the rim, Jason Tatum included.
There is a 2-pronged strategy to stop this current version of Wemby. Now, I don't know what's going to happen 2 years from now when he becomes a better jump shooter, gets stronger, because the league might be over. We might have to close it down.
It's
But
over
until
right
that-
now.
It's really not. And you see, it's kind of funny. I'm the one who's supposed to be early, but right now you're early. The league is not over right now. Okay. What you need on
wouldn't be over
Wemby is a
regardless.
2-pronged strategy. He's not a great playmaker right now. He's not a great box player. He's not super strong, and he's not a great ball handler. And he's not a great shooter. What he is a huge lob target. So what I need is a disciplined defense with a lot of gap help. He's going to struggle against OKC. I'll let you know that right now. He is going to struggle against OKC.
He hasn't struggled against OKC this season, though.
I know, but he's going to struggle in the playoffs. I feel it. And he would struggle against Boston.
I
know
think he's
that
going
he is
to, Pin.
fried. He has fried. What is he doing against OKC this year?
I mean, I think he struggled somewhat offensively against OKC. His just defensive impact is so
yeah, his defensive impact.
That first game,
he's never going to.
When he played 21 minutes,
he's averaging 18 points per
game.
game.
Yeah, the game where he came off the bench.
He barely played high minutes versus OKC.
No, that's fair. He's averaging 18 points in 25 minutes. And he's shooting 52% from the field, and he's shooting 62% from three. Once again, against
He's
Boston,
shooting what from three?
62% from three on very low volume. The point
He's
here
5
is,
of 8.
he's not a good enough 3-point shooter for an entire season. I mean, shit. Maybe for an entire series, he shoots 40%, at which point the bets are off. If he can shoot threes at that size, it's over. But if he's not shooting threes, I don't think that he has a great.
You don't think he has a great what?
I don't think he has a great chance against a really good primary matchup and really good rim protection. If you can, can push those two things together. So Neemias Queta plus Jason Tatum plus Derek White and Jaylen Brown in the gaps is a really good strategy to make sure that he struggles. At which point, Steph Castle has to make shots. De'Aaron Fox has to make shots. I think they got a chance.
What is I'm not saying that they don't have a chance. I'm just saying, what is suggested to you that Wemby's not going to shoot the ball good in the playoffs? Is it just because it's a whole new season and the stakes are
good
higher?
and 60% are different.
Well, no. Penn said 40%. Penn said 40%. He said if you could shoot it at 40%. What is suggested to you that Wemby won't be able to shoot it at 40% clip?
Yeah,
that is 100%
that's feasible
possible.
though.
Also, too, I do want to say, like, Stephon Castle isn't the best shooter, but Stephon Castle's a big shot maker. I said it the other day.
That's one thing that's under the radar. Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper have improved mightily as shooters as the season has gone on.
They have.
And that season percentages probably don't say it.
It does.
But ever since they've stopped shooting pull-up threes, which I can't tell you the date that happened, ever since they stopped shooting pull-up threes, they've both been making threes at a really good clip.
Dylan is
That's interesting how that works, Miles. You know what?
Stephon
If I shoot shots that I can make, it gives me more confidence.
Yeah, like they've been shooting really well for a while now. It's like at this point, I'm not saying we gotta accept that they can shoot, but they're good.
I mean, but chill, it's not just that though. It's like where Wemby is on the floor offensively, people are so scared sometimes of the lob that they're giving up open threes too. Like they're gonna have good enough shot quality in the playoffs. I still feel like.
Yes.
All right, a piece of sunshine sent through $10 and said, "Who do you think should win MVP right now?" Also, did you see Caitlin Clark say on Sunday Night Basketball that Joker's the best player in the world right now? Do you agree?
Of course she
I agree that she thinks that.
I think Shea
beat you to it.
Shea would be my MVP. Yeah, Shea would be my MVP.
Shea is the MVP.
To answer your question, yes, that's right.
I got
I don't think it's unanimous anymore like I had it before, but he's the MVP. Yeah.
Shea 1, Wemby 2, Jokic 3, Luka 4.
And also, it's still not crazy to say that Joker's the best player in the world. Like
That's not nuts to say that.
That's
That is
nothing
not
about
nuts.
that is ridiculous.
Yeah,
not
he's
nuts to say
Jokic.
that.
You know, what talking about?
Right.
He's still not crazy.
Right.
Teddy Hart sent through another $10. This is $130 today that Teddy Hart has sent through in totality. Teddy Hart said the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets in round 1. Who wins and in how many games, assuming health? The season series is 3-2. The edge goes to the Nuggets, and their matchups are decided by just 9 points on average.
Not like this. I do not like
9
this
points
matchup.
on average,
Yeah.
like 9 points per game.
Yes.
That's not like the games are close.
Yeah, they
It's almost-
serve them.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
pretty big gap.
Yeah, they serve
But I mean,
them.
it's 3-2 though in the edge of the Nuggets. Who you guys got in it? How many games?
Nuggets in 6.
I'm going to take Denver in 7. I don't like it. I don't like this matchup for Denver, though. I really don't. Yeah, I'll take Denver in 7.
3-2. They played 4 times.
So not 5. Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm
So
looking
are
at
they
it
2-2?
wrong. No, it's 3-1 to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, I got a few new members. I want to go ahead and shout them out. I hope I don't butcher your name. Idiozu Blake, became a new member. Shout out to, I'll just call you Mr. Blake. Shout out to Mr. Blake. You became a new member. Appreciate you for joining up. Was the first member today. Solid Gabe became a member too. Shout out to Solid Gabe. Who else joined up? World Rage has been a member for 5 months. Shout out to World Rage. And I have another super chat from the Blackest Panther, not Black Panther, the Blackest Panther that I know, sent through a super chat and said, I feel like Jordan is the type of guy to sell you a gram for $15. Then when you weigh it on the scale, it says 0.8. Shout out to Penny Hanna.
Jordan, you jerking me? Is that what you're doing?
Bro, I don't do drugs. That's number one. Stay off of
But are you
drugs.
jerking? But are you jerking?
That's not really.
I've done it before. Yeah,
That's
I
not
mean,
really the context of it, but yeah.
That guy
yeah,
drew
I
7
mean,
grams.
I get you.
That's it.
A gram? What the hell I'm gonna do with a gram?
Drinks, I paid you for a gram, yo.
This is
Man,
crazy.
please listen,
Why they
man.
put-
Listen.
Why they put
Don't
that
do
on?
drugs.
That's
Straight
crazy, man.
Don't do drugs.
Out here
I'm not do
skimping. That's
drugs.
ridiculous.
I'm not selling drugs.
Hey,
Why
Kawhi,
would-
grow up, man. Grow up. Stop
20%,
acting like a
man.
fucking child and grow up. Everything
Oh,
around
shit.
here is pause. You dudes are so
20%?
insecure with your manhood. Grow
Yeah,
up.
I'm not pause. I'm
Shit
cool.
is so corny what you
Yeah,
do.
we
Grow
all
the
we
fuck
off
up.
that
Quit
pause
jerking
stuff.
him.
Damn.
I would tell
We off
y'all.
that
I would
pause
tell y'all
stuff,
this
man.
though. We selling drugs. If you selling drugs today's, come on, man. What we doing?
In today's
And
economy.
if you are, don't jerk people.
Yeah.
Right.
Give them what they pay for.
Listen.
That's
Life
it.
lesson. Life lesson. Ain't no money in the streets. You know what they say? Streets getting harder. Jail, going to jail, getting way too easy. So
Oh,
hey,
hell no.
Pause.
I don't like that. at
Pause
all.
that, man.
I don't like that at all.
We pausing now, huh? We pausing now?
I don't know. I ain't-
Nah, we know,
That's
Jordan. You
good.
gotta pause
That's
that,
good.
man.
That's good timing. Good timing. Nah,
All
but
right,
for real,
y'all.
Aldrich, you spitting though, man. It's too easy
Yeah,
out
ain't
here. You
no
don't
money
gotta-
in the
y'all gotta
Heads
do
up,
that.
I gotta go take a family member to the hospital. It's not a
Oh,
crazy
keep that to
emergency.
yourself, brother. It's okay. No worries. Keep that to yourself.
But,
brother.
um,
Go take care-
Later,
handle
brother.
your business.
Good
I hope your
talk.
family
All good.
members good.
Yeah,
Talk to you.
how we doing, y'all? Peace.
Take it easy.
sir.
Peace, man.
All right, I take no Kobe slander 24 said, I thought MVP stands for most valuable player. Luka definitely is more valuable to the Lakers than Wemby and SGA. San Antonio and OKC would still be top 4 in their conference without Luka.
Ain't no way.
Lakers
Ain't no
or
way.
the 8th seed.
Is that true?
Ain't no way the
So
Thunder
we're
would
doing
be a top 4 seed.
Is that
We're
true?
doing the
If
floor
you-
raising
if
argument.
If you go by this logic, then you can't tell me that the clear MVP is
Is
either
Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard or Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
simple
exactly.
as that. It's simple as
Exactly.
If you're gonna go by,
But-
this logic,
That logic, yeah. But at the end of the day, they gonna switch it when you
Jokic
make
is
that
the
argument.
MVP if you
They
go
gonna
by this
switch it.
logic. Jokic or Kawhi.
did you see
are
what they was doing without Jokic?
on a larger sample? It's impossible.
See,
to
they gonna
sustain.
switch
Oh, now we gotta go on a larger sample.
They
Okay,
gonna switch
okay,
it.
Okay. All right. but we could do on off numbers for guys that play 36 minutes a game. 30. You know.
Yeah, Jokic's on off is crazy. It's always been crazy. You're not actually going to find any player in NBA.
I'm
history
not.
who
No,
goes
no,
to
no.
negative
Damn,
8.
on off. See, that's the thing. On off. What about play, not play? You know what I'm
What
saying? Like that.
You mean like
that's,
record without?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Played today and played yesterday. What? How did we look when
It
you
dilutes the sample size.
you played on you played on Tuesday, but you didn't play on Thursday. How did the team look on Tuesday compared to Thursday?
But they're not playing the same opponent, Rob. They're not playing the same opponent. So
They
if
never
you-
play the same opponent. And see that's a point. That's a point that I made a while ago about comparing teams when there's so much fluctuation through the whole season. You can't
Sure.
you know. So you know what I mean, Penn. So it's like hard to do that because everything changes up in the world. Like it's just life. So you're not going to play the same team as this team plays. So how can we compare defensive
saying the-
ratings? You know what I'm saying?
on off?
Fellas, we
Okay, go ahead.
gotta move
Like-
on, Ox,
but-
unless you're good to stick around and host. Because I gotta bounce a little bit.
What you got? What you got, Ron? What you got?
Leaf 4788 said the disrespect needs to stop. There's well over 40 current NBA players from New York. Bobby, all this disrespect ain't necessary. You too, Ron. Chill. Give him the New Jersey count, please. New Jersey's in New York though.
Wait. I want to be clear.
And there isn't 40 current players from New York.
Wait, but Ron, regardless if there is or isn't, and there might be, but regardless if there is or is not,
I promise
okay,
you.
Okay, there isn't, but that's not the conversation. The conversation was
from New York.
the conversation is about Eastern Conference teams and Western Conference teams. It's not about when we talk about East Coast, the Eastern Conference being weak. That's not saying that dudes that play basketball or grew up on the East Coast aren't good basketball players. I think Leaf is confused.
Yeah, but it ain't 40 current NBA players that's from New York.
It's not at all. It's not close. It's barely 10. Shout out New York.
I don't know the number, but I don't think it's 40. Because if it was 40,
who's the best New York hooper in the league right now?
I don't know none of them.
Doom.
If it is 40, I feel like if it was 40, I feel like we wouldn't be able to lay that down. They'll be so loud.
Y'all can't think of no New York hoopers right now.
Isaiah Stewart's from New York. What are you talking about?
I just don't be knowing where dudes are from. So I don't know. Ain't he from Rochester, New York, though?
Kyle Philpowski.
Isaiah Stewart and Julian Champagnie. All right,
wait.
Come on,
man. Are we talking about the state of New York or New York City? Because isn't he from Rochester?
We're talking about the state.
We're talking about New York City because we was comparing it to Dallas.
All right, D-Mitch, Brunson don't count. Brunson does not count. Is it Brunson from Jersey?
I thought you from Philly.
Jalen Brunson.
All right, so Donovan Mitchell.
We're talking about NYC, New York City. We're talking about New York City.
Yeah, who from the city? Who from the boroughs?
Donovan Mitchell from New York?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He's from Westchester County. That's not New York City.
Oh, well, shit.
Who from the boroughs? I want to know who from the big boroughs.
Mo Bamba.
Mohammed is from Harlem.
He is.
Killersville.
I just want to know. I just want to know who we talk about cities. We were just talking about Dallas.
Hey, Sandro Mamukelashvili, yo.
New York.
You see Sandro Mamukelashvili?
So Mohammed and Sandro?
They holding it down for New York.
All right, man. All right.
Jose Alvarado. Yeah.
So Alvarado, Mohammed.
Oh, he's from Brooklyn. I thought he was from the Bronx.
Yo, what are you trying to say? What you trying to say?
Got it.
It ain't
you know
40
what I'm
though.
trying
It's
to
not
say.
40.
You
from
know
New
what
York
I'm trying to
City.
say.
No,
Jordan.
You just making fun of names right now.
It's not.
I'm not. I mean, maybe that too, but I'm saying
a little bit.
Jose, Mohammed. I know what you're doing.
As you were saying, Ron.
I'm pointing out. I got you. Hank
Williams. It's going crazy.
Hank Williams said, shaking my head. Jordan want to be hashtag dare to be different nigga so bad because he said he ain't watched cartoons or TV growing up. You want a cookie? And Ron, Manhattan to Mecca.
Nigga, I ain't even eat cookies growing up. Nigga, I just started eating cookies as an adult. Nigga, so the fuck you talking about? The French man, not the French man. Nigga, I remember in middle school, niggas be like, you want a cookie? I'm like, you niggas eating cookies? The fuck?
There's
Manhattan's the Mecca. Can I get the best?
You gotta chill, bro.
About
I didn't start eating cookies till I got to high school. Till I had
what y'all know about them pecan shortbreads? Them pecan shortbreads, them Sandy's cookies, them pecan shortbreads, boy, them shits was so good.
As you were saying,
pecan shortbreads, they're good, but it's a lot of hype with them pecans.
Shit, nah, man,
they good, but it's hype.
I
was eating oatmeal cookies, nigga, and raisin cookies, nigga. Y'all eating these pretty ass chocolate chip ass cookies, nigga. I was barely getting cookies.
So wait, chocolate chips are pretty cookies?
Yeah, I'm
what
a foster water baby, nigga. I didn't get water bottles, so I became a grown ass man, nigga. I'm like, the fuck, man. I'm a foster water baby.
Man issue? What is that?
I have a really quick thing to say.
I have no clue what that means, Chill. What's up? What's good, Penn? Talk to us.
So 50 to 60 years ago, there was this idea that you were defined by what you didn't consume. So I don't consume rap music because this. I don't consume blues. I don't consume bluegrass. I don't consume rock. But about 30 to 40 years ago, we shifted. And so it's not cool to say, I don't do this anymore. Actually, it's presenting as ignorance.
Yeah, you ain't smart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make fun of you. Yeah.
No. It's not even that. It's actually a positive thing to be hip to things. It's not cool to say, I don't. No. It's not.
To be educated and have knowledge.
You don't get points to be like, I don't listen to rap music. No, you're a dumbass because you don't know about rap music.
It's Sway though.
you're not cool because you don't listen to country, bro. You're just missing a whole
That's
vacuum
Penn's
music.
point.
Or I don't
If
check
you
out
don't care,
art
you just
house
don't
films.
care.
I don't. So I used to say this. I used to be snobbish about anime, and then I did that film show with Swiper, and he was talking so much about anime, and I was like, you know what? Why am I so resistant to this? Because
it's ass.
no.
So
no,
what? So wait,
Swiper, it's
Ping,
not ass.
you're
It's not
telling
ass.
me in the last 2 weeks you got all the way hip to anime because you did that one stream with Swiper?
Hey,
I've been thinking about it for a
It's
while.
chill, that's not even possible.
No, actually,
Well, I'm
it's
not
very
an
possible
expert.
because-
He's an expert.
because
I'm not saying he's an expert at it, but he got hit.
Hey, too deep on that shit.
I've been trying to make
I
fun
don't
of
know
people
what it
for watching anime because in my brain when I was younger, I thought people who watch anime were nerds and weird. So I just thought
yeah, me
that.
too.
And,
Me too.
and now that I'm realizing, I'm like, wait, I have this person that I'm on the panel with, and he watches anime, and got a whole bunch of people in the chat, and they watch anime, and
He's
they're
a
telling me it's
nerd.
cool. And why am I resisting this? What the hell is wrong with me? Why am I trying to resist? So you know what?
Because
I'm-
it's ass. That's why you
you don't even
resisting
know.
it.
You don't watch it. Why it gotta be
Yeah,
ass?
Ron,
I
that's
tried
what
to.
you're
I'm
saying,
gonna watch a motherfucker with
Nah,
a
fuck
stupid ass head.
Fuck it.
say
That's what
some
I'm saying.
shit and then-
If you are
and
saying
then a
I
light
don't watch
shine out his
curling,
arm,
I'm
what the
cool.
fuck
You're
am I
not cool
doing?
because you don't watch curling. You're just
Better shit to
ignorant.
watch
That's
than
it.
that.
I'm tired of promoting ignorance as a social badge.
I'm fucking ignorant because I don't want to watch a cartoon. The
No,
fuck?
It's literally
Judge,
the
you're not
definition of
no
ignorance.
you're not ignorant because you don't like something. Don't listen to that Suedo talk.
No,
That's
you're not-
crazy.
no,
Like,
you're
what are
not-
you
you're
talking
not-
about,
what-
Pete?
no,
You
what-
cannot like something.
what
you
you
can
are
prefer
not.
one branch.
Right.
I
That's
prefer
the
rap
point, Ron.
music
This
to
is how
country
you got
music.
us on this shit. No, you're not ignorant because you don't like. You're not ignorant because you don't like it. You are ignorant because you don't know anything about it.
Bingo.
That's the
Okay,
problem.
that.
okay,
Right
okay.
there.
You don't know
okay.
anything about it.
Right here.
Okay, Pin, will you go listen to Turkish rap?
That's not his.
Bro, actually, I did a whole stream about Turkish rap. That shit was kind of fire.
That
I'm gonna
shit
tell you
is
something
ass.
right now. If I pulled out my iPod, if it was not fucking broken, there would be 14 Turkish songs on my iPod,
Turkish
including
rap?
Farsi
Name
songs,
me a Turkish
Hindi
rapper.
songs. Guess how?
Name me a Turkish
14,
rapper.
I'm not naming you a
14?
Turkish rapper. I'll name you a Turkish singer that I love.
14
I like-
out of
I
how
like
many
Tarkan.
though?
Yeah,
14 out of how
They
many
don't
though?
even
Alright,
like
chill.
that shit.
Y'all
What's-
done
what's-
ran
I-
chill off. You see what y'all did? Y'all do this
just
every
asking,
day.
though, I'm asking though, because percentage wise, if you got 14, but if you got 1,400 songs, 14
No,
is
I don't
a
have
lot.
1,400 songs. I got. I'll tell you what. I got.
How many you got? Give me a close estimate.
1,000.
1,000? That's
Yeah.
1,400.
I got
if you got
1,000 songs.
If you got 1,000 songs, you got 14 of them is Turkish rap.
14
You
of
don't
them
listen
are
to Turkish rap.
Nigga, that shit don't
I'm
even
not
come up on
talking
your
about
shuffle.
Turkish,
You got
and I'm not- I'm not
You
opposed
should,
to-
if you put it on shuffle and listen to it all day, you might get
That
one
shit ain't
Turkish
coming up.
song. Maybe.
See, again, you're resisting the point. I dated.
I'm
someone
not
that is
resisting the
Turkish.
point.
like,
I'm taking in the information
Man.
and telling you what's real. I'm telling you the
I'm
truth.
open to cultures, bro. I'm open to cultures.
Me
Got like
too.
30,
Me
30,
too.
30
Hey,
Hindi songs,
I'm
like
very,
20
I'm
Farsi songs.
very open to
I
culture.
got Romanian songs, Bulgarian songs, Serbian songs. I got all sorts of songs. You ain't gonna tell me. You ain't gonna find one genre that's not in my Rolodex.
But if you got
Rock,
five
hard metal,
songs,
fuck
if you
it.
got 5 songs out of over 1,000, you're not listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How do you know?
All right,
I've
fellas.
listened on
I
loop.
gotta
numbers,
move on
numbers.
to the next
numbers.
super
Numbers
chat.
don't lie, Pin. You know that.
Eric Espinoza said, "Dub to the panel for the content. Wow, I get this yard work done today. Keep up the good work, fellas. Go Spurs, go."
Shout out, man. That yard work ain't no joke. I just did crazy yard work yesterday and the day before.
The rest of you sorry brothers need to get up off your ass. Need to get off the couch and stop listening to these
I ain't
bad
lying.
takes and go mow y'all grass too. That's what y'all need to do.
I ain't lying. I got home at 4 in
Go
the
trim
morning.
them
I
edges.
had to drive home last night, man. Shit, I was down in California putting in that major work.
989 Michi said, "Pin, stop talking about my Pistons. Sure, they are disrespecting them, but we know the narrative you are trying to get off."
No, you don't. No, you don't. And no, you.
What
can't
does
make
he
me.
think you're trying to get off, man? What does he think? What does he
He's
got
think?
caught
probably
red-handed,
thinking that I'm
brother.
trying to get off to the point that the Pistons are not good because of Cade or some shit like that. I've already acknowledged they're way better with Cade.
Okay.
They're amazing without him. They're really, really amazing with him. So cool. I just get sick and tired of people disrespecting the whole team. That's my point. 16
All
guys
right.
on a basketball team. It's not just one guy.
All right, the next super chat is from Morpheus Chewy. Morpheus said, "How do the Nuggets guard the Cavs?"
They don't.
Huh?
I mean, I said it earlier. I think you just make them play a half-court game. I think you make them play a half-court game and slow it down. I think that benefits the Nuggets. I'm not saying that they're going to shut them down, but that series is going to benefit the Nuggets in a half-court game. But whatever.
All right, G-41X said if only Scotty wasn't only 6'7", he could have been the next Giannis. Solid role-playing, reserve all-star. But if Toronto draft/trade for a number one, they could be scary.
He's not 6'7", he's 6'9", and he has a 7'4" wingspan. So
All right, y'all meet in the middle. He's 6'8".
Okay, cool. He's still huge, and he's still locked up. PB no J. 9 points. You didn't bring that up?
Yeah, we brought it up.
9 points. You talked about 9 points, and what a bum you'd have to be to score 9 points. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we talked all about that, man. LFC 226 said, "Ox, will this be your first time seeing Kawhi play in real life against Portland?"
This will be the first time since I was young. Yeah, I haven't seen him play since high school in person.
And obviously, you guys know we'll be in Portland watching Kawhi live, watching Denny Abdia live, watching the Clippers live, watching the Blazers live. And you guys, well, everybody that at least buys a ticket and pulls up to the game will get an opportunity to watch us live in the MODA Center. Get your tickets now. Watch us live and watch the Blazers, Kawhi, and Denny Abdia live. All right, fellas, the next super chat that I have is by way of Mere Memes 6442. Mere Memes said, "People saying Detroit should have made their free throws. Yes, that's true. But as ballers/ball watchers, was last night not lopsided with the calls?"
I mean, Shea shooting 25 free throws was kind of insane, but to be fair, they was fouling him on most of them. So
Scott Foster, boy,
I
he gonna leave his imprint on the game.
25 free throws is crazy.
I just want to be clear about something because Penn made it a point to say how trash you got to be to score 9 points from Paolo Banchero. I don't know if y'all watched the game 6 days ago when the Raptors played the Clippers.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I was referencing. That's what I was referencing. That was the point. That was the joke. Here's the joke. Here's you.
That's how trash you got to be to score 9 points 6 days ago.
12 assists. Wait, how many assists do you have?
9 points. Assists. 9 points.
5 turnovers for Paolo.
Got your ass kicked. 9 points.
We were actually winning the game with Scotty on the court,
but
Paolo got blown out and locked up.
But y'all lost by 25. So it was.
Did we lose with Scotty on the court?
It wasn't a close game.
Scotty going guard Kawhi from the bench.
I mean, Scotty had 9 points. Why was he on the bench?
Do you know? Because
why was
he
he on the bench?
48 minutes. You're trying to cook so bad.
So you doing all. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. It does. See, I just said this a minute ago. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about wins and losses because they won. You said they won the game. You said they won the game when Scotty was on the court because he doesn't play 48 minutes. They lost. See what I'm saying? So it doesn't. This is exactly what I said. This is exactly what I said earlier. Y'all have ruined basketball. Y'all have ruined basketball to the point where we don't care about who wins and who won or lost. Let's talk about on and off numbers of who won the game when this player was on the court. It's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. If you were a
basketball
player and every time you went to your bench,
if we lose, we lose.
When you were
if we lose, we lose.
Okay, you have.
If we lose, we lose.
Okay, once again,
if we lose, we lose.
Okay,
he had you said Paulo was a bum because he had 9 points.
The
you
point
said
of
no.
saying that was
You're upset because you overspoke. You're upset because you overspoke, and he had 9 points and he's got their ass kicked.
Listen to me. Ron said Scotty.
You can't take the loss away from Scotty Barnes. I don't want to. I'm not trying to have a conversation. I'm just telling what happened. You can't take the loss away from Scotty Barnes.
Just
because he didn't play 48 minutes.
Do you not understand jokes? Are you okay?
I want you to understand. I want you to understand that you can't take the loss away from Scotty Barnes because he didn't play 48 minutes.
I didn't take the loss away from him.
What you just say? What you just say?
I gotta read these super chats, y'all.
Read the super chats.
What is this? What is bullshit? Do you not get the point of the 9 points?
Read the super chats, bro. Read the super chats, bro. Read the super chats.
DSG
you got the
Piccolo.
joke,
Read
right?
the super chats,
Yeah,
Ron. Read the
Pin,
super
I got
chats,
the,
Ron.
me and the chat got the joke loud and clear.
Read the super chats,
can't,
Ron.
I can't speak for this Suedo over here. He probably, probably went over his head. DSG Piccolo said,
Hey, what if Suedo is like a crazy word? But
You know how high a joke got to be to go over a 6'8" dude's head?
No. Do you know
6'9".
do you know how bad of a ball knower you got to be to think that you could take a loss away from a guy because he didn't play 48 minutes?
I didn't take a loss away from him.
Do you know that?
DSG Piccolo said
Strong
they
man
said
argument.
Jeremy Grant hasn't played a game since April, or hasn't played a game in April since 2021. Has a chance to finally play in one and felt a pop in his calf against Dallas.
Damn it, Jeremy.
that nigga hate April, boy.
Poor Jeremy. Well, moving along to the next super chat from Huncho. Huncho said, I'm from Dallas, born and raised. If you are from downtown, Duncanville, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Oak Cliff, DeSoto, etc., you are from Dallas. But hey,
That's a
when I
fact.
said this about Seattle, y'all clown me. When I said if you from Renton, if you from Linwood, if you from Everett, if you from Kent, if you from Federal Way, if you from Bothell, oh, that's not Seattle. Run,
Everett's kind of deep
Come
though,
on.
right? Everett's kind of deep.
Everett is, but if you from Everett or Tacoma, you're from Seattle. And on top of that, the Dallas area, like Dallas is a bigger city than Seattle. So the Metro Dallas area is way bigger than the Metro Seattle area.
Man, y'all need to be
the
talking
only
about
people-
Dallas City being big, nigga. Houston.
The only
Houston
people who
got
say
it.
that, are people who are not from there though, because if you if you are from Toronto, you want to claim Shea, but Hamilton not gonna let you have it. Hamilton will be like,
but
he ain't from
Hamilton and
Toronto, he from
though,
Hamilton.
That's
it's close.
understandable, but like,
You know how close they are to drive.
But Toronto people claim Shea though, right? Pin?
Toronto people want to claim Shea, but Hamilton
Right.
people be like, nah.
Well, how far
my
is that
view-
away? Like 15, 20 minutes? Like, is it a suburb?
Maybe like 30 minutes. 30 minutes outside of Toronto.
Bruh,
But
let me tell you
Toronto's so
something.
big though, you might as well. claim it.
Toronto is big, but like Toronto is actually made up of 6 boroughs, ironically, like East York, North York, Toronto, etc. But the way I see it is like I would never want to hear that like, oh, like West Palm Beach don't get to claim Scotty because Miami want to claim him. That doesn't sit right with me. I don't want to hear that New York's gonna claim Mo Bamba, so Harlem can't claim him. Because that's a pride for Harlem, right?
Man, I'll tell you one thing. Houston
get
big
down
as
to the
a motherfucker,
nitty
so
gritty.
you
I just want to be
40 minutes,
specific
you
about where
still be
people
in
are from.
Serious. From one side of town to the other side of town, nigga, you still in Houston. Like I literally, my mama lived 30 minutes away.
You
from
remember
me.
you remember LeBron
Probably
correcting people when people said he was from Cleveland and he said no, I'm from Akron.
Mm-hmm.
Akron, Cleveland,
Yeah,
pretty
that's two different
close,
cities though.
but they're pretty close.
Yeah, but that's two different cities though.
But
they're in-
when you
but
but
they're in Ohio.
people from Akron don't consider themselves Cleveland though. Like, so that's
Cleveland,
a
yeah,
different.
that's for
They actually claim Akron, not
No,
Cleveland.
that's fair. That's fair.
all right, y'all. 989 Michi sent through another super chat and said, 989 still claiming Kenyon Martin. I don't care. Him, Draymond, Jay Rich, Darvin Ham.
It just Kenyon Martin don't claim Michigan. He don't claim Detroit. He don't. Well, I guess not Detroit. Saginaw. He don't claim Saginaw.
Shout out to
Kenyon Martin
989.
from Dallas, bro. He from South Oak.
Yeah,
Cliff,
he grew up in Oak Cliff. He was just
Yeah.
born up there in Michigan.
He was a baby. He said he got no memory of being in Saginaw.
Yeah.
All right. Lowski sent through a super chat and said, Atlanta got the best hoopers. Shout out my cousin Caleb Wilson. I ain't know Caleb was from Atlanta.
I know
They
he
don't
was
got the
from
best.
Atlanta.
They don't got the best hoopers. They got the best hoppers.
That's what it said in the chat?
Yeah. So you can y'all probably do got the best hoppers. I don't know about all that shit.
Swiper will tell you. Swiper know all about them hoppers in Atlanta. But a piece of sunshine came through with another super chat and said, do you agree with Caitlin Clark's recent take that Joker is the best in the world right now?
No.
I don't agree with it, but I agree with it. Like, if she's like, that's to me, it's not a big deal for me to flag it for her to say
Right.
Joker's the best player in the world. Like, Joker got a valid claim. I think it's 4 players right now that if somebody said they're the best in the world, I'm not mad at him. And I think that's Joker. I think that's Shea. I think that's Luka. And I think that's Wemby. I'm not mad at any 4 of those, and I'm not pushing back on anything.
This is the best basketball player in the world right here. Asia Wilson is the best basketball player in the world, and Caitlin knows that. So
there y'all have it. The next super chat is from Bob. Bob said, so much hate in this world. Let's add more to it. Which players do you hate watching the most in your whole time watching ball? PG-13 for me. Sorry, Jordan.
Ain't no more PG slander. I keep telling y'all that. We never gonna talk about PG. I don't know why. Why would you hate watching PG play? That nigga got a beautiful game. I'm not just saying that because that's my cousin.
It was just some seasons where he just dribbled too damn much, though.
Sometimes, I guess, but that nigga game.
Other than that, though, this shit is smooth. Like jump shot smooth, everything. For me, it's easy, and it's OJ Mayo.
For me,
I've never disliked the player more than OJ Mayo.
We talking about overall? Damn, that's a really hard one for me.
I don't really know who I dislike watching. Like I can't think of nobody off the top of my head. Oh, James Harden. Oh, that's easy. James Harden. Oh my God, James Harden style of play is garbage.
Man, that shit weird.
Corey McGetty.
James Harden got the worst style of play.
Hell
ever.
nah, nigga. Corey McGetty. That shit is so trash watching Corey McGetty. I'm sorry, Ox. That shit trash as fuck watching Corey McGetty play.
I ain't mad at that. I like Corey McGetty. I'm just pissed off because dude got me having flashbacks of watching James Harden.
Oh my God, James Harden. All them unnecessary step backs.
Nigga traveling, jumping back 4-5 steps.
Nigga, Jason Tatum the same damn near. Jason Tatum the same shit.
I mean,
damn near. Nigga,
Jason Tatum pisses me off.
Oh shit! Oh my God.
Who?
Oh
what?
Fuck.
What?
Oh man, you know who I'm talking about. Kevin Martin. Oh my God, I hate it. That nigga was terrible.
Kmart will average like 20-something today for sure.
Yeah, probably so, but that's because the NBA is sorry.
That nigga got a lot of, bro. He used to like damn near lead the league in free throws, bro. That nigga used to get to that free throw line, boy.
Kevin, the NBA is so weak right now. Kevin Martin will probably lead the league in scoring, but Kevin Martin and Francisco Garcia. Oh, them niggas.
For me, it was Mike.
Shout out my dog Cisco.
It was Mike James or Fred VanVleet.
The little guard, Mike James. I'm not talking about the one in Europe.
No. I'm talking about Duquesne.
The buff one.
No, Duquesne, Detroit, Toronto, that guy, Duquesne.
The ball head one.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike James was a bucket though.
He was a bucket. That was hard to watch though.
He was
playing
pretty much everything I hated about basketball, and Chris Bosh up there too.
I seen him play in the Sacramento Pro-Am.
Oh my God, nigga, David Wesley was a fucking bum.
Carlos Boozer was fucking annoying.
David West?
David Wesley.
Oh, David Wesley.
Nigga, he was a bum. Nigga, I used to hate watching David Wesley play. I used to be like, yo, what the fuck is we doing with David Wesley?
There are some players that I do want to mention, but I'm going to
just
let
Jose, chill.
DJ Mabanga. DJ Mabanga, trash as a motherfucker, and ugly as a motherfucker. That nigga was one of the ugliest niggas to ever lace the NBA.
Yo, what are y'all talking about? Brandon Bass was nasty.
Bass was cold.
Yeah, I told Brandon Bass.
Bass was a dog.
Oh, I didn't like Keon Doolin shit either. Keon Doolin shit was, boy, that shit, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing on the team?
I'll tell you who I used to love, though, was Kendall Gill.
I fucking hated Kendall Gill, too. I agree with Steven Jackson about his ass being trash. I used to hate that nigga.
I used to love watching Glenn Rice and Allen Houston play. That was just so smooth.
Y'all tripping on Rodney Stuckey. Rodney Stuckey was a bucket. I ain't gonna lie, Rodney.
Shout out Stuck, man. Shout out Stuck.
Stuckey was a bucket.
You know he from right round the way. I be seeing Stuck every now and then too. Say what's up to him.
Stuck was a bucket, bro. Stuck was like that.
Hey, when you see him, tell him to bring that team down here and get their ass whipped.
That nigga got an AUT.
Yeah, I got some hot fire for his ass. Tell him to come on down here. Come on down to 5.
All right, Luffy Gear 4th said this on and off stuff is so stupid. Laughing my ass off. Just watch the game. Jaylen Brown has been amazing, and the C's are gonna finish a top 2 seed. Makes sense for him to be first.
No one has been able to answer for me why the Celtics are 8.2 points per 100 possessions better when he's on the bench.
Oh my God!
And you can make a case it's because Peyton Pritchard is so great. You can make a case it's because Jaylen Brown lifts starting.
We got to do all
Okay,
that shit
cool.
just to fit your narrative. Well, we got to do all that.
It's a very simple point, Jordan.
Well,
Throughout
who
NBA
else?
history-
Who
No,
else?
it ain't
Who
simple.
else comes on the floor with him when he's on? Who comes off the floor when he comes off? Who on the other team is on the
ain't
floor?
simple at all.
Is it the fact that the Celtics second unit is much better than the other team's second units? That's a possibility.
That's a huge possibility, and the point
So
here
how,
is
how is that a Jaylen Brown knock?
no. Hang on. The Celtics have a 120.7 offensive rating, which means they score 120.7 points per 100 possessions with Jaylen on the court. It's the same with him off the court, but their defense with him off the court is way better. And anyone who's watched Jaylen Brown this year can say comfortably he slipped defensively. So
Because he slipped from it, he slipped from elite to good.
He's not good.
But do they have a better bench than their opponents?
Of course they do, but that doesn't account for the difference because a lot of really good teams.
It accounts
Minnesota
for
has
some of it.
Minnesota has a better bench than their opponents. New York has a better bench than most opponents. Detroit has a better bench than most opponents. But Cade still manages to be positive.
Everybody
Cade is
can't
still
have-
positive. Ant is still positive. Ox, stars are so important in the NBA that if you're a
So
real
are role
star,
players.
you sleepwalk into positive impact. To be
So you're telling me that Jaylen Brown doesn't have a positive impact?
Nope.
Okay.
Per the
That's what I'm
numbers.
saying. This shit.
All right,
this shit
cool,
just
bro.
get
Cool.
per
That's cool.
the
That's cool.
numbers.
I'm not fighting you on it. I'm not fighting you on it.
Yeah, go ahead, Ron. Go ahead, do your job, Ron. Because I'm finna hop off. I just got some Thai food and I'm finna go dog.
All right.
You know what's
All right,
amazing?
so
Thai films.
we have another super chat from Joe Always Green. Joe Always Green said, I'm a little on this topic, but Anthony Black played for and won a state champ with Duncanville and is born and raised in the Dallas area.
He is.
I mean, that's why I said Anthony Black. Shit, his brother Beckham Black. He play in Florida right
Yeah.
now though, but that nigga from Dallas.
Well, I mean, Beckham played his freshman year with Duncanville, and then he got
for sure.
recruited
He
to
played
go
last
to,
year.
you know.
No, he played last year with Florida.
Okay. So yeah,
My
he played 2
apologies to
years.
Dallas,
and then-
man. I fucked up on that one. My bad. Yeah.
Dub growth, Pin. Dub growth. Can we change subject? A Hall of Famer came through and dominated the show. He sent through $100 super chats, $50 super chats, and he also gifted 50 Players Choice memberships. If you got one of these 50 memberships or literally 100 memberships, he did it twice. If you got one of these, thank Can We Change Subject because he blessed all of you guys. Also, Messi10I46 became a YouTube member. Shout out to Messi. And also, Reiner Gaming became a YouTube member. Shout out to Reiner for joining the family. Shout out to Messi for joining the family. And shout out to Can We Change Subject for gifting 50 people to join the Players' Choice platform and be able to type in the chat and do all that other good stuff. Salute to y'all. Tupac Westside came through with another super chat and said, what's up, Drench? Did you hate cartoons even as a kid? If I hear you say that Avatar's trash, I'm going to get Chill to box you.
Shit, that nigga Chill better get some hands then. Because that shit was trash as a motherfucker.
Avatar was trash.
Fire, bro. Nah,
I
y'all
didn't
bugging.
watch. Bro, I think y'all think
bugging.
I'm
Avatar's
playing.
tough.
I did. Let's say this. Let's say
Avatar
this.
heat.
Sucks.
I'm the youngest
Shout
of
out my
4.
dog Aang.
Think about this. I'm the youngest of 4, right? I got all my oldest brother's 10 years older than me, right? So we didn't grow up with money. We grew up sharing rooms and shit, TVs and shit. So it wasn't a lot of shit to watch, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't watch cartoons. Like I just wouldn't watch them. We watch BET. My oldest brother controlled the remote a lot of the time. We watching BET. Then if I didn't want to watch that, I would go in there with my stepdad and that nigga watching baseball, basketball,
Shout out
football,
baseball, man. Shout out basketball.
sports.
Shout
Like
out
so, I
football.
watched nothing but
Shout out
sports.
You were watching 106 in
Grown
Park?
shit growing up. I didn't watch cartoons like that.
No, I'm saying
I hated
106 in
SpongeBob.
Park was on BET.
Yeah, I watched 106 in Park for sure, faithfully. I watched wrestling. That was the closest childish thing I could watch. But shit, then I realized adults be watching that shit. So, and wrestling was different back then. It wasn't this new soft shit today. That shit was different. So I just didn't watch a lot of shit for real. I mean, I had the best childhood ever though. I spent a lot of time outside,
That's
playing
good.
basketball, playing sports, walking. I walked miles as a kid.
But that's why
I
you're such
wasn't
an
doing none of
independent
that shit,
thinker.
bro.
But that's why you're
Huh?
that's why you're such an independent thinker because you didn't get programmed by the machine.
Oh,
That's
for
pretty
sure.
cool.
100%, 1000%. I always had my own thoughts.
Even when we were young though, most of the time we only really got to watch TV was like early, like Saturday morning when we first wake up.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Other than that, we going straight outside or before school in the morning, like getting dressed. Other than that, we really didn't have time. Or like before we went to bed at night after, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, we really didn't have that much time to watch TV. You know what I'm saying? We was outside
I
playing
wasn't in the
on
house
school,
watching TV.
you
And I
know,
grew up
playing
with all boys.
basketball.
Yeah, but I had a
playing
single
football,
mom
you
and
know?
my mom worked 3 jobs. So yeah, I got to watch a lot of TV after grade 6. Yeah, after my parents got divorced, I got to watch a lot of TV, and I was watching all that shit. I was watching a whole bunch of stuff I wasn't supposed to watch, too.
I mean,
So-
but being with all boys in the house, shit just get broke. Nigga, your mama might put you on punishment for goddamn 2 months because your ass done broke some shit. So we can't watch TV for a couple of months. So shit was just different. You grow up with a bunch of boys, shit get broke.
How big was your TV?
We ain't had that big of a TV back then. We had them big fat ass TVs that
Yeah,
stood in the
yeah.
room and shit like that. You
Bro.
gotta wheel that bitch in there.
I
We ain't had
remember
that.
we ain't have a TV for a while,
Bro.
and then we got a 19-inch TV. People today will never understand. Yo, we were so fucking happy. And then 3 years later, we got a 27-inch TV. Bro, that shit felt like the theater came into my house. 27-inch
sure.
tube TV.
Probably like
I was like,
15.
oh my God, 27 inches. Now I got a 65-inch out here, and I'm thinking maybe we can get 80-inch. You know, it's crazy how technology is just crazy.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Fatboy Keem said, yeah, man, PC weekend in Savannah, Georgia. The food is great here, Mars.
Hey,
I did hear-
when did Mars leave?
He left right before like the
Mars
3
and
minute-
Chill. Mars and Chill sensed what was coming. They said,
Hey.
you know what? Let me go ahead and get up out of here in advance.
I did hear Savannah have some good food, but I will say if MTL ever tell y'all South Carolina got some good food, that nigga lying. That shit is ass in South Carolina.
Wait, MTL from South Carolina?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
nigga
yeah.
that nigga city is the country is too. Me and Ron had already declared it. Them niggas don't put straws, napkins, or any type of utensils in their fucking bag when they give you food.
Well, Drench, when you brought it up, though, I mean, you know, that shit is terrible for the environment. They just thinking about the environment.
Sure,
bro.
them niggas eat and wipe their hands on their shirt. Done. That nasty ass food in South Carolina. I couldn't believe that shit.
I'm AJ. Yeah, I'm AJ. I'm AJ said in a super chat, heard the convo from earlier. Should playoffs switch to top 16 teams regardless of conference?
Yes, where you been at? We on that already.
Yeah. Top 16 is something that we've debated a lot. You know, guys, we be having 4-hour episodes. You know, people might miss a certain conversation and whatnot. But yes, we've talked about that a lot. A lot of guys up here are heavy on let's abolish conferences and let's do 1 through 16 when it comes playoff time. The real Xavier Thompson said from G1 to G82, from game 1 to game 82, it's who's playing better. If Lamont plays better to me, or no, he meant to say if Levine plays better to me than Shea for the season, so be it. He's better.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Yeah, for sure.
I think it matters that you play better when your team needs you and when the schedule is very serious and against tough opponents. I think all that stuff matters. You putting up 70 points against against Utah and then putting up 14 points against OKC does not impress me at all. That's just where I'm at.
Spanish Jose TV said, yo, chill. Best rapper out of Jersey. Shaq, Lauryn Hill, or Redman?
Lauryn
What
Hill.
y'all got?
Being Shaq is funny.
Lauryn Hill.
I rock
got
with Lauryn
Shaq.
Hill. I rock with Lauryn Hill, but Lauryn
Shaq
Hill,
a
I
body
don't really
Lauryn
consider
Hill.
her as a rapper though. I know people do, but I don't really consider her as a rapper.
Yeah, but Shaq a body Lauryn Hill.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, Rod.
Lyrically or physically?
Yo, I'm saying though, like Naughty, but what Tretch, them dudes like.
That
I
nigga
love Lauren, but if we talking serious about like who's the best rapper from Jersey, it's not Lauryn Hill.
It's who?
It's
Well, like I mean, Queen Latifah is from Jersey. And she's a better
Shaq
rapper.
a body her
She's
ass
a
too.
better. She's
Yeah,
a
that
better
nigga Shaq
rapper. than
Wood,
Lauryn
boy. That
Hill.
nigga throwing them through the mattress, boy. Boy,
I mean, Redman is a better rapper than Lauryn Hill. You know what I'm saying? If we just talk about just music, though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know what's wrong with y'all, bro. Adam West the Bandit said, F rap. Y'all need to dive into 1980s Japanese city pop.
Nah, we straight.
hell no.
So I'm on that K-pop right now.
Them niggas
boy.
be serious when they rap though. Them niggas some of the most serious niggas I've seen rap. When they rap, They be serious. I'm talking about.
So
straight-ass
when I first was doing like little live streams and stuff, back when I was trying to be a content creator, I did a what you call it, like a review on just different raps from around the world. I didn't know YouTube was gonna cut my stream off. You know what I'm saying? 20 minutes deep. Man, that shit was dope. I found a bunch of different stuff.
You know who doesn't get much love in terms of Jersey rappers? Rod
Who that
Digger.
is?
Rod Digger.
Shout out Rod.
She really good. She's a great
Shout out
female.
Rah-Rah.
She's a great female MC. But Lauren Hill clears to me. Like
She was all right.
All right, fellas. We got a few more members chats, so we're gonna go ahead and get through these. If you are still watching the video, if you've been tapped in for the full duration of the show, salute to you. Also, salute to Can We Change Subject. Salute to everybody that got a membership today, and ultimately, salute to everybody that has liked the video. Follow Player's Choice on all platforms. That includes Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, all of that good stuff. You guys know where you can find us, and you know where to follow us. Go do that. The first members chat that I got is from IC Baba. Baba said, "Yo, Chill, how you feel about apple pie?"
I wish Chill was here to answer that.
Yeah, I don't know what is the
I don't know what's the
backstory
deal
to
with
this, but IC Baba, please send this through again tomorrow because I would like for Chill to definitely answer that.
Hey, look though, Drish, they got the spot out here. Got these $7 apple pies.
Oh, that's crazy, as a motherfucker. God. That's crazy. as a motherfucker. I'll pass. I'm a pass. Man, that shit was still funny as a motherfucker, boy. I can't believe that
Void
nigga Dave
Century.
said, nigga, where?
Void Century sent through a members chat and said, "Jordan, you forgot what JB has done in the playoffs the last 3 seasons."
I ain't forget, but
Shout out JB, man.
Ron, how much it costs to turn one of the whites only? Whites only pies. It's a nigga pie.
that nigga
we
Chill
got-
funny, boy.
We got
It's still
another
Howard.
members chat from a Hall of Famer by the name of Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart is not only a Hall of Famer, but he's also been a member for 29 months. So not only is he like at the top of the league, but he has longevity, like Kevin Durant, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry. Shout out Teddy Hart. But Teddy Hart said, not that it'll happen, but what Western playing team has the highest chance of upsetting the San Antonio Spurs in the first round? Again, it's unlikely, but who has the best shot? I think this one's pretty obvious.
Who has the best shot?
Who is it?
I think it's the
Charlotte?
Clippers. No, he
Oh, I
said
thought you
Western
said the
Conference.
East. Oh, okay.
No,
I
he
thought you
said
said
Western
East.
Conference.
Oh,
I think it's the
Clippers.
Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Shout out the Suns, though, but I definitely
y'all
think it's
keep
Clippers.
y'all hear Chill keep trying to just throw in there. The Clippers still might not make the playoffs.
He don't want them
Which-
to make the playoffs.
Yeah, which is factually true. They still might not make the playoffs. It's just funny.
All right, y'all. It's a few more members that I want to shout out. People that became members. One Waney became a member. Shout out to Waney for joining up.
Wow. Shout out to my Louisiana folks. They know what time
T
it is.
Main P also became a member. Shout out to T Main P. And last but certainly not least, Can We Change Subject did gift another 50 memberships. He didn't gift another one, but this is the second half of his 50 that he gifted, or of the 100 that he gifted in total. He gifted 50 twice. Shout out to Can We Change Subject one more time. Oh, and also Can We Change Subject finishes the show with a members chat. Can We Change Subject has only been a member for 2 months, but Can We Change Subject is dominating in this category. Can We Change Subject said Suedo is funny.
Funny as hell.
Shout out Suedo, man. Shout out
Man,
Suedo. Shout out all
we
the
done,
Suedo
Ron?
intellectuals.
It's
Yeah,
hot.
we done.
I'm tired, boss.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. We will be back tomorrow on Wednesday. Same time, same place, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Y'all be sure to set y'all schedules. Be here on time because we'll be here on time. Oh, we got another one? Oh. MB34012 sent through a last super chat and said, Chill slowly getting the Clippers hate out of his heart. Keep up the good work, Big Ox.
No doubt. No doubt.
We'll see y'all
Shut
in
up.
Portland, April 10th. Be there next Friday and be there on time so you guys can see me, Cook, Chill, Mars, Ox, and Swiper all at the same time. We out, y'all.
that the state of Mississippi.
Call your mamas.